Okay, do you have a
that at the hashtag shotsforlikes podcast there, Dan, is what we call like a 7 out of 10 for Keith.
Okay.
Maybe 7 or 8.
Solid 7.
What Dan asked before we hit record here was how long until Keith's drunk, and then I asked him how drunk, because we got to go 1 through 10 here. We really got to
drunk.
Most.
Because
how long until he's most drunk?
There's got to be a level of blood alcohol content within Finn that just doesn't go away. So
it's a constant state
like
of
a normal person.
Well, I believe in medical books they call that alcoholism.
Alcoholism?
Alcoholism.
Or as they
what the fuck?
What's wrong with it?
Dude, this thing might have like an ice
it sounds like a Guinness. You know what I mean? Like when it has got the fucking.
Do you remember Manfro drinking the Guinness the night before we go to WrestleMania out of the can? He had no idea. He's just chugging it.
Dude,
he's like,
rough.
I'm not supposed to drink it like this?
No, you fucking nerd. You should know this by now. God,
all right, I'm gonna read the ads real quick, and then we'll get the episode going. You Watch, I Listen is the shittiest podcast, hands down, that you're ever going to listen to. They have a new co-host, and he's almost as fat as Fudge. His name is Taylor, and he's joining Dan each week to tell you about the movies that you need to watch. By the way, you put here twice. You put movies you need to hear, so good job, asshole.
Good, stupid.
I mean, they're not here, and this podcast sucks. The albums you need to hear and the bullshit, nonsense banter you never knew you needed. Listen each week to Dan and his new overweight co-host discuss, debate, and scream about topics making the rounds from the world of movies, music, video games, PC culture, sports, and so much more. You Watch, I Listen is available on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, and SoundCloud. And you can find... Yeah, shut up, Dan! And you can find every episode as well as fresh articles on YouWatchIListen.com. You listen to them, you go to the top. You don't listen to them, you're never heard from again. And
I appreciated the first time you read that, and you read it wrong because this fucking idiot wrote it wrong, too.
Dude, that last line, that's the first time I read that right.
I know. That's one of my it's Ric Flair. That's one of the greatest quotes ever.
Oh, well,
come on, you don't know Ric Flair?
Duh.
That's like,
come on. Right? Am I right? I mean, come on. So let's get real here. The hashtag Shotsforlikes podcast is also brought to you by the Madden Online Football League for the PlayStation 4. Are you looking for an organized online Madden league that plays like the real NFL? Taylor, are you?
What?
It's rhetorical, so I swear to fucking God if you talk again. Then look no further, fella, you found me. The MOF is currently in its 48th season using Madden 2019 for the PlayStation 4. The league has been around since 2003 and has tons of features like radio shows, highlight reels on YouTube, weekly power rankings, weekly game predictions, yearly awards, and single game and season records that have stood for years. You can check out the league website at www.mofleagues.com. Follow them on Twitter. I always fuck something up at MOFBS4.
Not our fault this time.
Subscribe to them on YouTube at MOF Commissioner. Follow them on Facebook at Madden Online Football. If it's in the game, it's in Manti Te'o's girlfriend's ass. We have a message from our good West Coast buddy Herman James.
Hi, I'm Herman, the host of The Rant with Herman James and Friends, a weekly comedy podcast based on current events and the everyday life and all the horse shit that we all deal with on a regular basis. Find us on every available podcast network, as well as hermanjames.com and the No Phony Network, nophonynetwork.com.
Hey, No Phony Network, asshole. Wrong ad read. Hold on. Go back to... All right, because our fantastic buddies at the Captain Cluggy's Drunk Show hasn't given us a new ad in like 2 months. So, do you guys like to drink? What the fuck am I saying? Of course you like to drink, but do you guys like to watch other people drink, like Fat Bald Guys and Pirates? What do you say, guys? Fat Bald Guys and Pirates? I swear to God, if you answer, Taylor, well, then we have your Monday nights covered. Tune in at 9:30 p.m. You should be on Monday night to twitch.tv/CapandCluggy for the Captain Cluggy's Drunk Show and watch these two drink excessive amounts of alcohol, discuss fucked up things, and even get a few prank calls once the liquor takes full effect. The Captain Cluggy Drunk Show is sure to get you amped up to get your week started. Twitch.tv/CapandCluggy. Oh, God. Captain Cluggy, that's CAPANDCLUGGY, Monday nights at 9:30 p.m. Be there or shave your ball hair. And you know what sucks? Fuck, I didn't say this is a separate episode. I think this is episode 62. I'm not really fucking sure. You Watch, I Listen's on. Let's have a really not okay time.
Hey, this is
like check. Fudge and Finn. All right. Shots for likes in that ass. Shots. Don't talk during the song, Taylor.
Yeah.
Dan can, but you don't.
Suck too.
God, I hate my life. All right, it's okay to talk now, Taylor.
All right, cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
We made it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
it's
Now,
fine.
now let's just keep silence and you have to talk.
The whole time. It's fine. Carry it.
I hate my life. I want to kill myself. Oh, Finn's here.
Hey, Finn.
Hey, we just no, just my life in general.
It's going
Lack
great.
of sleep.
Like I said, man, everything's fine.
How many hours a
Everything's
night
fine.
are you getting sleep?
No, yeah, it's actually not too bad. I usually wake up for the shift around like 1 or 2 to feed her,
You punch in?
and then yeah, no, I do it for free. I'm a nice guy. You know what I mean? No checks from the state or nothing. Just just keep the kid alive.
That's kind of the goal, ultimately.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely do. You do what you gotta do,
I
dude.
think people would. Oh, yeah, I already bought
these
shot
clean?
glasses, but
All right, well, next time.
yeah,
You had to
There
ask
go.
if they're clean,
Ah, you know.
just to be safe.
No, we leave everything up here from the episode before, and then we clean right before the episode that we're about to do. When like our
Okay.
guests are here and we're like we should be ready to go, but instead we had to like put a new boom arm in. And
Yeah,
set
you just had
everything
to
up
do a
and-
bunch of like home improvements just to start recording
Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna be breathing heavy for the next hour, so just deal with
He
that.
breathes heavy normally.
Yeah, like well, you make
Yeah.
that sound. You make like you put on your
Solidarity,
blinker
dude.
to go left, and you're having trouble breathing. Generally.
So Taylor, I feel your pain, man, with the fat jokes because this fat fuck, like he's skinny, rips on me all the time.
Right.
There you go.
And so yeah. By the way, Dan and Taylor from the You Watch I Listen podcast are here, and it kind of sucks. I'm upset about it. I wish I was home sleeping. And Taylor,
you
one
too,
more
dude.
one more time, dude.
Yeah, one more word.
One more time.
Only one more.
One more. I don't even know what was the first time.
Yeah,
but-
I don't know. Neither do I. It's just met
So-
me today, dude.
So, all right, quick conversation, get out of the way. Are you going to tell him the album tonight that you're going to give him?
We recorded,
I already
actually.
did, and I took what you said into consideration, but it's just for
Said
me.
fuck what
I
you
personally
said.
love Messengers, but I understand exactly what you're saying with Thrill Seeker, though. Thrill Seeker is an amazing
If I
record.
like this enough, I'll go back and listen to it.
I'll,
That's always.
I'll let it slide if you're giving him messengers.
Yeah, Messengers is where I found them. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's kind of where
that's
that
a good
started
point.
for me.
What you should do is ignore Taylor and listen to Thrill Seeker because
That's
it's a
what-
much better album and
Okay.
it's one of the best like.
Thrill Seeker's the first one?
Yeah, Thrill
Yeah.
Seeker's the first
Okay,
one.
I'm gonna
yeah.
make a commitment right now, and we'll mention this when we
Listen
record
to
next
both of
week.
them.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna listen
try,
to both of
for
them
sure.
So I'm it'll be like a promo for you guys on top of it. I'll listen to both of them, and I'll weigh them and say
We don't
which one
need
I think is
promotion.
better.
We're
It's a
you know.
matter of weigh.
okay.
I think I should weigh which
yeah.
album's better, and then we weigh the two of you, and we take bets on who's gonna weigh more. Ooh.
I mean,
That had nothing to do with the albums. You're like, we'll see which album's better, right? And then which one of you fat fucks are fatter?
Yeah, and then so
Saw that
we
coming.
put money on the weight, and then money on who dies first.
By the way, you guys
I don't have an
That's
answer for that.
the
That's a. I mean, I'm
that's the
saying head
meanest
to
thing
head.
Ralph's ever fucking said to me. Within like the first 2 weeks of me meeting
No, it
him,
was
he
the
goes,
first day he met you.
Oh, okay, so he
The
goes,
first
literally
day.
goes, you look like the kind of guy that's going to die in a recliner. That's the first thing. That's the first fucking thing you say to me, dude. Thanks. I appreciate that.
See, I'll tell you something right now, Taylor. I'm on your side with that. If I know somebody, if I'm friends with somebody, whatever,
Right.
and it's like in good fun, rip on me all you want,
Yeah,
them all down.
hell yeah.
Right,
If
right.
I don't know you and you see something like that, I'm gonna fucking knock you out.
Absolutely.
It happened at a bar with someone that we know who just straight up called me Big Show to my face. I'd never met him before, and I look at him and I'm with everyone, and I go, dude, you can't fucking like what? Who the fuck are you?
Well,
I
you
didn't know you
understand,
are.
when he
Yeah.
I was like, and he was
looked
like,
like
the
the Big
bouncer at a
Show.
bar, and I'm talking shit to this guy.
Good.
He walks right up to me. He goes, "Oh, Big Show, you gonna WMD and choke
Yeah,
some
he
bitches?"
was like a
I'm
friend of some of our close
And that-
friends,
yeah,
and he
dude.
thought that he was instantly on those terms.
Yeah, like get
So
Not
were you
how it
able to
works.
punch him?
No,
No, he showed somewhat of a restraint. He was pissed.
He actually apologized.
Yeah, he because
did-
it's
he
one of
did
those things
apologize,
when
yeah.
it's like your boy's doing it, there's nothing malicious. Like you know you got your back when shit goes
Yeah.
down. So say whatever the fuck you want. I don't.
Right.
Nothing you say is gonna offend me ever.
Yeah.
Fat jokes.
Which
I
is
don't,
a
I don't give a
beautiful
fuck
thing.
about fat jokes no more. You know what I mean? Like it's not original
I
material
never
since
gave
fourth
you a
grade.
choice
Get
to
the
give
fuck
a
outta here.
fuck. I've been doing it to you. I've known you since we started at Best Buy in 2011.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it took me a week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, week works.
You have to understand the window, like when it's
Solid
safe.
week.
It's with anything,
gonna
any
say, it
kind of
was a solid
tragedy.
grace period.
How long can when we go until I can make a joke about it.
It's fine.
That's normally where my mind goes.
Fine. I can't
to the
fuck- I can't
darkest
fucking
place
stand you
ever.
anyway.
I was gonna say making jokes is great on your podcast now because fucking Ralph is gone.
Yeah, I can
and
be-
it's getting so much more offensive.
Should we just spend 15 minutes just talking shit about Ralph?
No, although Ralph will openly admit as well that there were so many things that we wanted to keep. I understood it, and it's cool. And now it makes sense because I can be a little more loose with it. When Ralph comes on the show,
Oh, it's night and day, dude.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I always worked a little more loose, but I had to pull it back. Now I'm still not going to say
You
certain
seem like
things.
a looser person,
Well,
you know?
when I'm with Taylor,
Your
how can I not
stool,
be?
the whole comes out.
By the way, you guys need a beer. I got beers and shit if you guys want.
Taylor's gonna drink your
I'll have
vodka?
a beer. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna have some
sounds
vodka.
good.
It's all
Now
right
he
with
wants
you.
a beer.
I got Bud Light and I got those
Cool.
and I got those spiked seltzers. You ever fuck
Oh,
those?
I'd rather have a Bud Light.
What's that, White
Dude,
Claw
those
or
are
something?
delicious,
The
dude.
seltzers are delicious,
Yeah.
but they get you way too fucked up too easily.
That's
I
true.
like
It's
regular
just like just having a
seltzer. I'm good.
seltzer.
I like regular seltzer. Just leave it alone. It's great.
I've seen so many people get sick from those flavored
Yo,
seltzers
people
because they don't
drinking-
realize how much they're drinking.
People drinking fucking White Claws like it's water. Like, could you
Yeah.
calm the fuck down, please? Like, seriously, stop.
I prefer those over beer now just because the fact that fucking...
They're casual.
I still love beer, but like
Yeah.
it's hard to like get fucked up
I've
off
been
of
on a
beer.
big whiskey kick lately. I've been good doing like whiskey. I've been getting
Yeah.
Connor's whiskey still, a proper 12 with ginger ale. Those two pair incredibly.
That's
And
the-
it's really
that's the
easy.
perfect
It was a
whiskey
pretty
to
decent
mix.
whiskey.
And then a bunch for my birthday, people got me a shitload of different. I got the Game of Thrones.
What is that
Johnny
like? Because I
Walker.
didn't say happy birthday. You just throw
Yeah,
that in. Is
no,
that what
I
it
think
was?
you did say happy birthday.
So
Did I?
I think so.
So
I don't know when the fuck your birthday is, man. I don't.
Someone, maybe it was him. I don't know. Someone
I knew him
posted
for a
on
couple
my.
years before I knew the exact date. He wouldn't tell me his exact.
I only know
date.
his birthday because it's the same as mine, and it's a goddamn holiday. It's St.
Thank you,
Patrick's
sir.
Day.
But
No people's birthdays.
So at his birthday party, we did the dead celebrity thing. He was Freddie Mercury, gay, and then
Yeah.
I was Chris Farley, fat and probably dead soon.
The motivational.
Okay.
He was the motivational speaker.
I was Matt Foley,
yeah,
right?
Matt Foley.
So naturally,
Living in a
music
van
comes
down by
on
the
and
river.
everyone starts dancing. I have to start get on the right track. And as I'm doing like the arm motion, like I'm running, I just uppercut his drink. Bah!
Yo, he pretty much goes all over me and my girlfriend.
That's awesome.
Soaked. I'm like, this.
The two people who the party's for, I drenched with one drink.
It happens.
yeah, I mean,
Hey,
what
you
gonna
get
do?
two birds stoned at once. There, that's-
I take a lot of.
you ever watch Show Car Boys, haven't
Yeah,
you?
no, I know what you're talking about.
Wait, what did you say?
I said you get two birds stoned at once.
Oh yeah, it's a Rickyism for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
you
why
watch
waste
Show Car
why
Boys?
waste two drinks? Yeah. That's what I say.
You don't gotta know rocket appliances to get your grade 10.
I don't want to say I told us so, but I told us so. I fucking told us so.
Do you have video of you dancing at your fucking birthday party?
There's definitely video of
There's-
it out
it's
there.
somewhere. I don't know where.
there's video. If there's like a party or a wedding and there's music, I want to dance. That's just where I go naturally.
Where did the dancing come from?
I like to dance, man.
I couldn't tell you. I get a few drinks in me and I just want to fucking party. And when I hear music, I gotta go. It's like either you fight,
I
you fuck, or
respect
you
it.
fight, you fuck, or you dance. It's one of those
Yeah.
options.
You tried to
One of
start a
those
mosh
three.
pit to Nirvana. It didn't work out.
No, it did not. No one else was down.
No. And
But
you
what
hate
can you
Nirvana,
do?
so
Yeah,
you
you
were
know,
drunk, so
I
it's
don't
fine.
know. I don't hate Nirvana.
Yes, you fucking do.
No, I
Here,
said that.
let's hear this one.
I like Nirvana a lot. I don't like Smells Like Teen Spirit. Don't need to
enough.
hear it. I understand how iconic it is. And as far as the grunge bands go, they're probably in my bottom tier of like the big grunge bands.
I
personally.
accept that. for
Pearl
sure.
Jam and Alice in Chains are at the top of that list.
I agree. Pearl Jam, Alice, Soundgarden, I love.
Soundgarden is also fantastic.
I would love
Mudhoney's
Audioslave,
fantastic. Audioslave was really good.
love
There was a lot
Audioslave.
of Nirvana for me. Their best album is the Unplugged, which was basically just broken down versions of their best songs
And covers.
Yeah, and covers. And that to me was Nirvana.
Every
at its
Unplugged
best.
album is fuck it, dude. Stone Temple. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Stone Temple Pilots is up there. But were they like grunge?
I would
I
put
don't
them in the
think they were
grunge part.
grunge,
They
though.
became like more hard rock, but they started more or less.
Core
as
is
a grunge
one of the
band.
best fucking albums
Absolutely.
ever. dude.
STP was fantastic.
I
Dude,
fell
what-
asleep at a Stone Temple Pilots show. Scott Weiland sucked.
Oh,
well,
that's
he was-
right. I was sending you guys tweets and I was listening to that episode. I was like, dude, I was like, Core's the fucking best album ever.
Dude, no,
What the fuck's the
I
problem?
love that. I saw Velvet Revolver at it was
Well,
close.
see, I don't know about that band.
It was no, it
They
was
were pretty
close-
good. Their
it was-
first album was great.
The first album, like Fall to Pieces, was a really good song. There was a few good songs
Slither.
on it.
See, you're
but
okay with some country albums, Taylor, because I still got to make fun of you for that. So.
No, listen, it's totally fine. Everything's
I
fine.
made a deal with him as far as country albums go in the show, and I said that
I heard.
every time you give me a country album, you're going to get a horror movie.
So
and
he's never
I'll
gonna
to
get a
some-
country record.
I'll go to some some horrific
Yeah,
shit.
are you really scared that bad? Like,
Give him the Babadook over and over and over.
Dude, I can't. I really can't. I watched the new Halloween movie. Immediately, I had to go to my buddy's house. I was not staying.
I was not even like remotely scared.
Did your buddy make fun of you for hours after you went to his house? Whoever's house you went to?
Oh no, he sucks too.
No, we watched one time. We were watching the movie It Follows. If you never saw that, fantastic indie horror from a few years ago.
I got through 20 minutes.
20 minutes, and this motherfucker has to go downstairs. I'm like, come on,
not about it.
Grow up.
I mean, no, I'm kind of saying like a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, like I won't like play a Resident Evil by myself.
Oh, dude,
like
the new one.
It's not my
looks so
idea of
fucking
like
good,
having
dude.
fun on
That's
my own.
not fun. That's what I
Yeah.
say. It's a fucked up fetish. Same
Okay.
thing. People like roller coasters. Fuck them.
Oh,
no,
roller coasters are great. Come
no,
on.
they're not.
No, I hate heights too.
Thank
I
you.
hate heights.
Yeah, but I'm
worst.
scared of heights too, but it doesn't
No,
matter.
you're
when on a
not. Okay,
roller
I don't
coaster.
want to have this on conversation because you always seem fucking scared.
Wait,
You're
time
not
out.
scared of heights. Anytime that we've been put in a situation together where heights was a problem and I was freaking the fuck out, you were just laughing at me. If you were scared of heights, you wouldn't have the time to be laughing
No,
at
because
me.
you're so pathetic that it like gets over like my fear. You know, you're helping me overcome fears.
Oh, you're fucking welcome, asshole.
What do you boys want shots of?
Can I have some vodka, please?
Sure.
Vodka.
I do have Jameson if you want something good.
Oh, Jesus
But
Christ.
is okay? Who the
Nah,
hell?
fuck
Who
it,
the hell
let's go.
likes heights? You make it sound like everyone just gets to the top and is like, "Yay!"
Adrenaline
Part of the
junkies
rush
like
is
you
part of the
think.
rush is being scared, is it not?
No.
Yeah, sure
That's
it
just
is.
being fucking scared.
Well, we
you know you're safe.
We did this like mancation thing, which now that I think about it, looking back, seems kind of gay. But it was like 5 of us.
No,
We went out-
it's really gay.
no, it's very
Anytime
gay.
you put man on
So
something,
gay.
man cave, man.
Well, we called it the Bronado.
I have a T-shirt.
Yeah,
I
there's
have a tank top.
I didn't spend the money on the
you,
shirt.
You can have one. If you have a shirt, fuck you. I accept you doing
I
it.
appreciate
Because
that.
anything less
I actually
is not you.
I don't have a shirt, but why the fuck does he just get to get away? Why does everybody give him a pass on everything? I'm sick of this shit, man.
Because listen, it's a
gets a
consistent
pass, hell
standard.
yeah.
He sets a consistent standard.
got a point.
He will never wear shirts with
Of
sleeves on it unless he's
assholery
at
and
work.
alcoholism?
Yes, you have to commit to an attitude, a behavior, a style. He doesn't give a fuck.
cocksucker.
He wore the same suit to 2 different weddings in back-to-back days with
no shoes.
With no shoes, he wore sandals. He's a full-on gimmick. He's gimmicked up. He's gimmicked
lives
up
the gimmick,
24/7. So how can I berate him for being that?
Dude, he doesn't break fucking kayfabe.
So you're an
Respect.
adult. You
Doesn't
have a
break kayfabe.
family.
Yeah.
You're doing these things. He's saying, whatever happens. He's kind of like,
give me
well,
a
we'll
beer.
see.
That's literally exactly what he's doing.
As long as I've known even who he is, that's kind of who I took him for anyway. He just went with it.
Yeah, well, when you see him at the fucking wedding with sandals, you're like, you're
Yeah.
just that asshole all the time. huh?
Well, yeah, then you have to make a moment of realization. You have to know when people are just being dickheads, when they're just trying to be funny.
Right.
You look at him and he's really not,
I'm not
funny.
trying. It's just
He's just who he is. Who
Yeah.
he is funny, not anything he says.
Yeah.
No offense.
Funny like cow. So
Yeah, exactly.
we went on this fucking bro-NATO vacation
stop.
or whatever. Stop saying it.
So is,
and
it,
the very
is
first
it Bro-NATO or Mancation? Which one was it?
bro-NATO. Mancation I just
Bro-NATO,
came up
sure.
with now, which I kind of like, but
okay.
No, you
yeah.
don't. You think you do.
I'm a big fan of it.
Well, let's do a shot first, boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
do a
fine.
shot.
Before I tell a story about how I hate you and every single person on that trip.
That's fine.
Where did you guys go? Cheers.
Wildwood.
Cheers, fellas.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Which
cheers.
is like fucking 10 hours away. It
Yeah.
was bullshit.
Wait, 10 hours away to Wildwood?
It took forever, dude.
You got hammered in my car like you do every time I drive you somewhere the whole time. You have no reason to complain.
But we don't advocate drunk driving, by the way, guys. None of
I
us
was
do.
driving.
I know.
So the first night, we're fucking shit-faced, of course.
Yeah.
And we're walking to the boardwalk, fucking hammered, probably causing troubles like all like 30-year-old men
course.
or whatever.
You're
and we get to
drunk.
that stupid slingshot thing that shoots you into
Yeah,
the fucking
dude.
heavens, bro.
Hell yeah.
It's like 3 skyscrapers
Yeah,
up in
dude.
the air.
Hell yeah.
Dude, fuck that thing.
I've done that
Seriously.
thing, dude. It's
No.
great.
I know.
It's
Fuck that
great.
thing.
It's
It is
great.
fun.
I love
So-
standing at the bottom watching people freak the fuck out.
Oh,
I'm like,
dude.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah, no,
Because last time I checked, I'm fat and gravity does not appreciate me. And they're like constantly, I'm gonna hug the earth right now. Boom, every time. Boom.
Okay, go ahead. Keep talking about
Yeah,
that. Did you go on the slingshot?
Yeah.
See,
We're-
he
so
conquered
here-
it, you little bitch.
No. Let's before you give me any credit.
Oh, sorry.
He buys the ticket without my permission, without me knowing. He walks up to me and they're sitting there like, "Come on, Fudge," because everybody knows I'm afraid of heights.
Ticket.
So
Like
I don't give a
$25
fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care how much money he spent. I don't feel bad for you. Who gives a fuck? So when we show up, and I'm like, oh fuck this. I'm like, oh Fudge, come on, get on it. And I'm like, fuck no, fuck every single one of you. Keith walks up with 2 tickets, like, come on, Fudge, let's go. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I should have just told him to fuck himself and just not care.
Yeah, that's
right?
what ultimately should have done to get out of it.
But I would have just caught shit for. This is the first
whole
night,
week,
dude.
yeah,
I just would have caught shit that it would have been
That's
way
a good
worse.
point. What if it was like the last night?
Like
Then you
I
would've said-
spent
Last
vacation
night's
time.
different story.
I spent vacation time, like just going with these people to go
first
and do this,
mistake.
and yeah.
So you had to make the most of every single thing, even if you didn't want to do it.
Yeah, it was terrible. So so the whole time they're like, it's not bad enough that I'm going on it because he bought the ticket, and I'm like, fuck, whatever. They're all just berating me, and I'm like hammered, so I'm actually freaking the fuck out because you can sit there and it's just that. Tink, that fucking noise when it releases, and you go,
Dude, it's literally like you don't hear anything for a full 2 seconds, and then it's just your fear.
Just
fear.
When I'm online waiting for it, and you just the ka-tink over and over, and you just hear, ah! Yeah. And I'm just sitting there like, oh god, and I'm like freaking the fuck out, kind of having like a mini panic attack because I'm actually that scared of heights.
He looks so mad.
There's pictures and videos of me, dude.
I was
and
gonna
I'm
say,
like,
I need
not
to
okay.
see those if there's pictures
Whoever's
and video.
got them, I'll see if I can get them to you. I'm sure Jack's got them somewhere.
I would text him out on my
Oh,
phone.
Jack went with you? He was on the brocation, the bronado.
It was his
Yeah,
fucking idea.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He got it all together. He does a great job. Let me tell you. A condo, my ass. We had a fucking hotel room, dude.
How many dudes in one hotel
Like
room?
5 people.
Oh, that's
And eventually it was
4
6
you
when
could do.
Muratis showed up.
4 you can do.
4 is tough, especially if they're all big dudes.
Yeah.
5 is miserable if
Dude,
that's the case.
somehow we
It's
fit
awful.
9 people in one room in AC.
Yeah,
that was
Jesus.
awful. Dude.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Well, you
not
have to.
terrible,
It's like $400 a room.
Dude, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah,
I just hate it.
there's been some.
I just hate everyone.
Even 4 is pushing it, depending on the size of the room. When you're gross, because you're fucking man, you're on vacation, you're gross, and you stink.
It was
Right.
considered a condo because it had like
It was like a timeshare.
It had like a
probably.
kitchen. Like, luckily, it was 1 block away from the beach, so
Yeah.
that was sick. So we could wake up all hungover and like go fucking walk around, whatever. We literally went to the beach one day and we were there for a week.
I don't think I
We spent.
You went down
keep
the
thing going on.
shore.
Yeah, I don't
Keep
think
that
at
going.
all.
We spent more time hungover in the room watching the Jersey Shore than we did out on the beach or out on the boardwalk doing
That's
things.
true.
I mean, it happens though.
I got
It's-
sick though.
That's how you got to do it.
You ate fucking gold food, dude. He ate a fry of a different cut from a different restaurant on a different pier that like landed by our table, and he ate. Oh, dude, French fry.
Some bird dropped it. I was like, I ain't no bitch, dude.
A bird.
Yeah, dude. Some dirty fucking
You wonder
bird.
why you got the goddamn gold flu and you were sick all fucking week, dude.
Dude, I was like, the golf, bro. I'm telling
That's
you.
why I can't be mad at him. I would be upset if he didn't get it. Then I'd be like, you're an asshole.
Same thing happened to Jack, dude. We were outside fucking grilling burgers or whatever, and he comes back to a fucking seagull taking a big bite out of his burger. He doesn't even rip off the part that the gull got. He eats it, and then he gets sick. I'm like,
all got
stop eating bird food, you fucking freaks!
What kind of sick do you get from
Dude,
that?
all right, so this is me. This is my vacation. I'm shitting, throwing up, going into the kitchen, doing a shot, going back into the bathroom, shitting more, doing another shot.
At that point, what's up?
essentials,
When do you
dude.
just boof it? Honestly, at that point.
Oh, there was I had better chance keeping it down the stomach. Than
We
on
also
my
didn't
ass.
have the whole like we didn't have boofing in our lives yet. You know, we
Or
weren't.
did you tell him about our new invention, bro?
Well, yeah, what's your
It's not really an
invention?
invention. It's really more of a. It's a business venture, really.
concept.
We should get you guys
Do you want us to
investing in it.
Yeah, you want us to invest?
We finally came up with the name. It's
what?
It's anal lubrication that has THC in it to get you and your partner high while you have anal sex. And the name we came up with was Boof Lube. It's also my Instagram name
listening.
currently.
Fucking genius, dude.
yeah, I'm
yeah,
listening.
right?
No, it's not.
So-
I was just hammered, like, dude, boof.
You like accidentally said it, and I couldn't stop laughing / crying for like 20 minutes on a podcast.
That's a brilliant idea.
He came up with the whole idea. I'm just taking credit because it's
Why
my
wouldn't you?
podcast. Fuck
yeah.
this guy.
The idea,
It's actually our podcast, but I just say it's mine.
Did you just say the name with no concept behind it?
Well, he came up with the idea first. It was like 2 episodes later, Boogaloo popped out, and then we laughed for like 10 minutes, and then we decided I changed my name on Instagram right there in the spot
I do
the
think
episode.
that is something to consider, like putting money into that, because I guarantee you people would fucking do it.
1,000% buy it.
So like, if you could find someone to invest in it, that
Who
is like
doesn't
a
love
legit
anal sex and fucking getting baked?
giving anal or receiving.
Well, actually, his
Does it matter
girlfriend.
at that point?
Matter?
His girlfriend gave him a
point.
3-knuckler up the ass the other day.
Really?
And
what people claim.
She could have put some boof lube on that.
Imagine what it would have been
They
like
got
then.
ripped.
Everything else after that would have been even better. Boof lube, you got to go with it. I agree. I'm in.
It's a
Taylor,
catchy
right
name.
in
You
chat.
just said the tagline
I'll
right
Venmo
now.
you for the boof lube.
Boof loop, you gotta go with it.
That's probably what we. So once Phil Murphy gets off his fucking lazy-eyed ass and fucking legalizes weed in this goddamn state, Boof Loop's coming to fucking a doorstep near you, everybody.
Bro, show him that picture of the label. The
The fucking diddle set. That's pretty ridiculous.
Guys, I have a question.
Shoot.
This season, should you watch I Listen and hashtag shots for likes go to a Mets game?
Yes.
Yes. Dude, I've been
Should that
talking
happen?
to you.
I would
I know
1,000%
for years.
Facebook for years, dude. Dude,
Yeah.
we gotta go.
You have to understand, I commit like at the last minute generally.
you fuck.
Anything
I
in
do
advance, I can't do. Oh, fantastic. That's awesome. I'm in. Market that with pedophiles. And oh my
the best
god.
cereal ever.
Eat a bowl of pedophiles.
I made a fucking poster for
I don't
you
think
guys.
you understand. I almost crashed my fucking car listening to that, and you say it just like that, dude. Crying, laughing.
That would have been the second
Oh
time
my
I was
God.
part of something that would make you crash your
Yeah,
car.
still can't talk about that. Shut up.
Legally, you can't.
Well, one day.
Something else you can't talk. All right.
Oh,
Well, you know, it's
There's some stories we can't tell yet either. So.
Oh, okay.
you know that. Don't make me tell you guys if you say something and you don't want it in. Tell me right now.
No,
so I can stop.
no, that's fine.
I know you didn't say anything yet, but don't do that. Don't be like on Monday,
So-
like I know
No,
the
wait, here's
episode's
an idea.
posted, and you kind of like don't have
No.
any time to do it.
No, real talk. I've
It-
heard you rant about shit like that. Nah, it's fine.
How many times? I can't.
Every-
Our,
at
like
least
last
5,
like
10
6
minutes.
guests. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like I don't have time to edit anymore. Just when we're on doing the episode, you want to take it out? I'll stop and take it out right there every single
be a
time.
cunt
Every
about
single time. Yeah, dude. You think like you could spend like 4 hours of your time like just finding
no.
this one thing I said and take it out. I'm like. No,
That's why-
I can't, asshole. I don't care what job you have.
People
It's
don't
going on.
realize how much-
Girlfriend you talk shit about because you hate it and you hate her and you hate your life or what the fuck ever. Fuck off. Don't come on our podcast
Wait, how many
anymore.
people have asked you to go back and edit?
I can't even find. It's
More than
it's
half,
insane.
probably a while.
Really?
It's insane. We have people that are like, I don't know if I want to post the episode. I'm like, dude, you are fucking beat. We just can't waste a whole fucking episode.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Would
Like,
you say
I'm
it was
like-
more
I'm-
for personal, like relationship-wise, or professional purposes they wanted it edited?
Definitely both, but more professional.
Yeah, usually
Okay.
professional.
Yeah.
But I like one person asked that they like weren't sure, but then they listened to it. They're like, oh, all right, it's not that bad. Post it. I'm like, I was gonna anyway,
it's
but
never as bad as people think it
No,
is
it
when
never
it
is.
happens. It's
Never
never
is.
as bad unless certain things come out. It's never that bad.
like I've had to
So I
start.
was cheating on my wife last night.
yeah, like
We've had that too, though.
did we have? Did you have to edit it?
By the way, feel free to drink as much of this as you
his
want.
actual identity is not
Just go for it,
released
don't
at
ask,
all.
just take it.
The whole episode's
I mean-
not released.
No. The episode's released. I'll tell you which ones so people
okay.
don't catch on anything. But
Sure.
No, yeah, I had to tell my one buddy. I was like, dude. I was like, if you really don't want us to play your episode, fine. But like, you're never coming on the podcast ever again.
Well, I
and
was
I'm
gonna
not
say-
trying to be a dick to you.
But, like, you
but you
put us in that
can't waste
position.
our
Well,
time like that. Like,
the one thing I've learned about being on You Watch I Listen now for a couple weeks, like in a row, is that talking to people that aren't necessarily familiar with podcast or being like as far as like doing it and
Just
doing it
how to
itself,
banter it, right.
just
Do
to
the
cut it and go through and like edit shit out. They don't understand how much time and
it
effort
takes-
that
They
I think
actually
it's just
takes.
like here. I'm like, dude, I don't remember the exact second you said something.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly. That's not. I gotta
find it
listen
for
to the
me,
show
like,
15,000
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
times. It happens. Like when I had my own show in the pit. That thing sucked. And like I had my buddy on.
I
and
wish I knew how bad it sucked.
all he did was pause. Like he would literally talk and then just drop out every
Wait,
fifth word.
so-
Legit.
wait.
So it would take me an hour and a half to edit the episode down. It'd be 3.5 hours of audio. It made it an hour and 45-minute show. That's how bad.
there was an
yeah.
episode
I
where-
love him though. He's like one of my
Yeah.
best
There was an
friends. but,
episode
like,
of his, In the Pit, 100% that he wanted to go back and edit, but there was no option here.
I also had no idea how to do it.
It was 3 of our close friends that were coming over, and they were there late, and the one kid walks in, and Taylor like told them in advance, I'm not trying to be too risky with what I say. The one friend walks in and goes, "Sup, up, faggots? Instantly. Just instantly.
Listen,
and then
I love the kid.
You hear
He has
off
no-
mic, no faggots.
I was like, whoa, Jay, you gotta watch that word.
2018.
Dude, gotta be careful.
I was like, come on, dude.
I started to show off last week making retarded people jokes. So
Oh boy,
I mean, it gets
that's always risky.
super risky.
I just got Taylor on listening to old Opie and Anthony,
Dude.
and I don't know if you guys have ever listened to them too much, but
It's
there's
pretty bad.
so much shit in there that you could just like get ideas from your own mind. I 100% say that so much of what we do came from listening to them for pretty much their whole existence, and there are so many bits they do ripping on retarded people.
Listen, dude, it's some of the funniest shit
and there
I've
was
ever
one about
heard.
a guy who would, like definitely had like partial Down syndrome. We'd
Yeah, for
say,
sure.
And he had a cooking show on public access, and the way they were ripping on this guy. But then he tells me about one of the comments. Someone called him Doy Fieri. I was like, dude, some of
That
this
was
stuff.
just in the comments section. That wasn't even what like Jimmy was saying.
In 2019, Opie and Anthony, the way they would
never
never get
work.
away with it.
There's no way.
They did the most offensive song contest. If you've never heard this, they have a song it's a parody of the Candyman from Willy Wonka.
Okay.
And it's called the KKK Man. Oh God. It is. Oof.
It's really bad.
I can imagine,
dude, it
dude.
is. I couldn't even like say this is my song and just sing it. Saying someone else said it. It's that bad.
Wow. We did a very nice
And it
rapey
didn't- and
version of
it didn't win the
Maybe It's Cold
contest either.
Outside.
Baby, well,
It didn't
so
win
you
the
just did
contest
Baby It's
either.
Cold Outside?
Yeah, but like made it like we added
you made it-
roofies and
Oh, see,
extra
that's
weird.
fine. Why not?
It
Like-
opened up our Christmas episode. I remember on Christmas morning, me and my girlfriend were at her parents' house, and her father starts playing the episode, and all you hear is the music again. I'm like, Paul, no, Paul, no. So now, my girlfriend already heard it. We actually played it that morning, and I'm pretty sure, like, and her mom's cool. Like, she would be like, "Oh, you're an asshole," whatever. Like, she knows I'm a complete
Scumbag.
jerk off. Like, she gets it. But like still on Christmas morning, like, we all get how much of an asshole I am. Let's not bring it up.
Do you have to
All
do
trying
it
to be
on
happy.
Christmas?
I may
Yeah.
not be into the whole birth of Christ thing, but it's Christmas.
So instead of a regular U-log, you just have Darth Vader burning for on a 10-hour loop.
Oh yeah, that's
Darth
my
Vader
favorite thing.
U-log?
The Darth Vader U-log.
Yeah, you had that on when we came
I
on.
like just letting that play because it's really nice, and I like that more than I once watched a piece of wood burn for fucking 4 hours. Give me. I want to think about Return of the
Vader
Jedi.
See
in
Vader
yeah.
burn.
Yeah,
dude.
exactly.
After your podcast,
Sure.
shit got shitty.
What
on our
happened?
end.
Oh, that's when I had to go pick up the treadmill and shit, right? That was that.
Wow, at least you've been using it.
No, not my treadmill.
Oh, whose?
Not mine.
Oh no,
Sorry,
it
it was
was
just a mean joke.
no, it was
Is
my
Silver
girlfriend's
Fighter?
father got it for Christmas for her mother because she wanted
Okay.
one. So
Okay.
so it was like a surprise or whatever. So it was set up for me to get it, and I had my buddy Jeff because he has a truck go get it. So we went to your podcast. We did that.
Yeah.
And then from there we had to go get this thing. And then,
Well, I was supposed to go home and clean.
yeah, I was dropping him off.
Yeah,
and
that was funny.
We we pull up here and we're hanging out, and he's like, "Oh, he's like, yeah, it's just coming, you guys, right?" And I was like, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, all right, do I really want Keith around my future in-law family? Like, do I or family?
Wasted.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I think
Somehow her father thought you were driving, and I was like, Paul, no. I was like, not at all. But yeah, so we make the dumb decision to just bring Keith along for the ride. So first
Great
we go
decision.
to the Walmart.
By
and
the way, my
Franklin.
girlfriend's face. She's like, "Wait, so you're not cleaning? You're just gonna go drink in a car?"
And you're like, yeah, babe, I'll see you later. Like yelling at her.
See what I mean?
It worked.
I can't get mad at him. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like,
He's living the gimmick.
So we
man.
go to the wrong Walmart, and because I'm kind of like still half drunk from your podcast, and we go up. I go and show the receipt. They're like, "Yeah, this is the Walmart in Riverdale," and I was like, "Oh." So Jeff, who's driving us and stuff, who's completely sober and probably having a bad time at this point, definitely. I was like,
100% having a bad time.
It's the wrong Walmart. Come on, let's go. Ain't not a big deal. Let's go. So,
I'll buy you
he's like-
McDonald's.
yeah. So we get to
thanks, dude.
McDonald's. So he ends up spilling a fucking barbecue sauce on the side of his brand new
you know what?
leased truck or whatever.
No, this is bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit, dude. That's a scumbag move. You're a
this is
messy
bullshit.
fuck. Clean up after yourself.
Here's where
You
this is
leave
bullshit.
shit. I have to
time out.
yell at you like a child after every fucking road trip we take because he leaves his garbage
I'll tell him
everywhere.
if you can be mad at him in this instance.
Fucking worse,
What
dude.
were
You
you-
sloppy fuck.
What were you eating that got barbecue sauce anywhere?
Well, all right. Well, I was eating a chicken sandwich.
Okay, then it's fine.
But here's
having
the
a
thing.
chicken. He's in the clear.
Here's the thing.
If it was a
Should
barbecue
fries
sauce
just-
like to dip in, then he's an asshole.
He was.
Oh, you're an asshole.
Hear me out, because I get triggered
is.
by a couple things, and one of them is McDonald's not giving you enough fucking sauce.
No, they
Yeah,
fuck
I
you on the
agree.
sauce. All the
Fuck that.
fast food places fuck you on sauces.
right, except for
Absolutely.
Taco Bell.
Absolutely true.
So
They just give you too much and you feel like you're wasting it.
Yeah, and then you keep it in your fridge for too long, and then you have to throw it out because you got a whole new batch to go in.
you always get
exactly what
more.
happens.
You never just don't
It's
get
like how
it.
Five Guys takes an extra scoop of fries in the bag. They
Yeah.
do it with the sauce. Fuck
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm always bitching about the sauce. So I didn't spill the barbecue sauce. I ate all of it, and the empty packet was left in the bag. So maybe a little dribble might have came out.
Okay, dribble. You make it sound like he just went. Ha.
No,
Dumped it out.
It sounds like he took a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's and just
Yeah, yeah. You make it sound
Gentlemen,
like,
here's the deal.
Fuck your couch. That's what it sound like.
And meanwhile,
Fuck your
guys,
Dude, we're all 30 here, man. Like, you should know to throw your garbage in a fucking bag.
guy's
So you-
truck-
It's a brand new truck.
he doesn't have a, he doesn't have a bed liner.
Did you know it was
I do,
brand new?
because I made fun of him for not getting a bed liner, and his bed's all scratched as shit. A little barbecue sauce saying "fucking your lease there, bud." Put the bed liner on there, dude.
You make a
Just
good point.
because he couldn't afford to get the bed liner of the truck or whatever the fucking reason is doesn't mean that you should just throw empty
I'm just
barbecue
saying.
containers all over his fucking
I
truck,
didn't
dude.
throws a stretch.
throws it, throws a stretch.
You know, it's my fault because I was the one who I was like, Jeff, let's bring Keith, dude. Let's do it. He was like, yeah, all right. And I'm like, all right, he's Jeff said, dude, Jeff said. So it was really my fault because I was the one who brought him along.
So
but
yeah, why are you mad at him?
Exactly.
everything's my fault, man. It's
Clearly, you get to a point in your life where you just accept that you're always at fault.
yeah.
Is that
no
fair?
matter what?
Yep.
I
kinda
accept that.
Oh.
yeah.
Well, no, you're always in the clear.
Yeah, I am. That's right.
You can't accept anything then.
Well, I can say it.
I'm not. It's always my fault. Doesn't matter what it is.
So going back to scary video games, we were talking about.
yes.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
do it. Let's do this.
Fuck yeah.
So I'm the only one here that's played Resident Evil 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen
Unfortunately,
clips
yeah.
I
of it,
really
but-
want to.
I've been watching
played
people
the
play it on
fucking
Twitch. It
original
looks
game. Go for it.
fucking
Dude, it's
insane.
It's
Dude,
next. Yeah,
this
it's
is-
fucking crazy.
I might enjoy this more than when I played the Resident Evil 2
Dude,
when
how
it
could
first
you
came
not?
out.
You have to.
It's the things they added, and you could totally tell. I posted it on our Facebook page today that the way they did the Tyrant or Mr. X in this one, he
the
was only
footsteps,
part of what's her name?
second-
Claire's or no, Jill's. Who was in the second one? Claire. She was only part of her storyline in the second video game, not Leon's. Only showed up in hers.
Well, no, it depended on which way you play
Correct.
the game.
Yeah, correct.
But yeah, the second time
in this
around.
one, the Tyrant is everywhere.
Oh,
it doesn't
no.
matter how you play.
I already
And
don't wanna play
you
it
know,
now.
but you know who he acts like is Nemesis. Which means they're 100% going to remake Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
That's gonna be so
that
sick,
might be
dude.
my favorite Resident Evil game.
I
that
love
might be the
Nemesis.
one.
Nemesis is really sick. But like it's so the
Dude.
jump the scare factor of just him popping out of
Dude,
everywhere
that-
all the time. It's like the dogs in Resident Evil 2, right?
The first time you see the dogs in
where they
Resident
jump
Evil,
in that window in the hallway. That's like
Resident Evil
Nemesis
1.
every time
that
Nemesis
was
shows
Resident
up.
Evil 1, the first time the dog comes through the hallway. That's
It's
Resident
one?
Evil 1. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I
just wanna
played
these
all of
Resident-
them.
I just want to play these Resident Evil games, so I
Dude,
know what the fuck you're talking.
You
You
can
never played them?
You can
I
never.
mean, not really. The only one I played was Resident Evil 5, and I know a lot of people don't like
I like
that because it
5
was
was
more of an
alright.
action game.
It was just more of
than
an
like the
action
survival
game than
horror type thing.
It wasn't survival horror. At all.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think it was
Because
like
I
a
played
third person, like
Yeah, it was
co-op,
it was-
fucking.
it wasn't
third
even that.
person. You played as like Chris Redfield.
Yeah,
and
you
shit
played
like
as
that.
Chris, and you could switch between. You could do 2-player, which was kind of cool, and it was
Yeah.
fun. But it led to 6, and 6 was a disaster.
6 was just.
I like Leon's version.
Leon's storyline was great because it went to the zombies, it went back to the T virus, and then
Right.
it got weird. And
Yeah,
then,
like that
Was
Russian
five
dude
was
punching
five
people.
Was 5 the one that everybody got pissed off and so that
was racist.
Capcom was racist
No,
because
yeah,
it was
'cause it was in
it was
Africa.
set in
Correct.
like fucking
Correct.
Africa
It was in
and all the
Africa,
zombies
yeah.
were black.
Even if you go to 4 kind of almost led the direction for 5 because it changed the original dynamics of Resident Evil. It was the first one that wasn't the set camera,
Right.
which you go back and try to play the old Resident Evils now.
We
it's,
just-
it's
so-
impossible.
2
It's
years ago,
impossible.
Dude, I went back. I looked at like all the games I did because I'm an Xbox guy and I have all the games sitting
That
there.
sucks, man.
I know.
Yeah.
It just, I used to be both, but I had no cash at the time. I sold my PS4. What a big dumb idiot I am.
Yeah,
But-
he's gonna get it
Gotta
for
get that
MLB.
crack
He's
rock,
gonna
baby.
get it for MLB The Show
I
now.
have to.
'Cause
I
it's
really
the best
have to.
sports game every
What
year.
you need to
It
get
is.
for is Last
Dude.
of Us 2 is what you need to get
So
it
if there's
for.
one thing I do,
That's what I'm
if
gonna
there's one
buy
thing I do when I'm
PS4
fucked up,
for.
I buy stupid shit. And
I
like,
watched
remember,
this kid once buy a movie we wanted to watch that he had on Blu-ray in the other room. But we were so fucked up we didn't want to get up. So $20, and then we realized
I put it on the wrong
we realized
account.
we're on our other roommate's account. It was
Yeah.
that movie. It
sounds like he just did you a favor. Nobody had to get up.
It wasn't even a great movie. It was Dinner for Schmucks. Why?
I don't know, dude. I was about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what movie that even
The
is.
liquor takes over, man.
It happens.
The liquor takes over. But nah, like I was saying, because I ended up buying. Apparently, I bought Resident Evil 4, and
Resident Evil
it.
4 was a great game.
And I never played
it.
It
was a great game. And when
Apparently, I bought it drunk or something.
Even when
I
they
don't know.
when they originally made
Did that
Resident
shit a
Evil
lot.
1 on the GameCube, that was fucking great on the GameCube.
Well,
then they did it on the PS4.
Fucking hard, but
yeah,
it was great.
Oh, it was, dude. I remember playing that original one. The director's cut was the first one my brother and I got.
Right.
And playing the shit out of that. And that was when even if you open the door, a zombie
Just
would
dumb
like
dog
jump
outside.
through.
Okay, I was about to
I had
say.
water in my mouth. Either that or a ghost. I don't know. I have a ghost. I have a poltergeist following me and my girlfriend.
It's fine.
So we'll get into that
I was
later.
saying,
but-
Do you
The- the
actually?
only-
Wait.
What?
Hold on. You have a ghost?
What do you mean the batteries?
some inexplicable things have happened.
Do you believe in that kind of shit for real though?
Yes.
I'm definitely. I guess the easy answer would just be yes, but I'm definitely not one to be like, oh man, the fucking napkin blew by my house
No,
when the furnace turned on. Goddamn
No.
ghost! Like,
Yeah, like-
you know, like I'm gonna look into some things before I just walk around saying there's a ghost. You know what I mean?
So why do you think you're possessed and can I leave?
I'm an open-minded guy. Like sometimes inexplicable things. And
I'm watching
towards the end of my
Anderson
girlfriend's
Silva fight.
pregnancy was
Why
fucking.
is I was going to say, why is Silva fighting?
He's in the main event actually of this
Yeah,
UFC
because they pulled out. What's his name? Robert Whitaker pulled out.
The champion
You
pulled
always
out.
gotta pull out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's
Well, the champion.
Look at me. I wish you knew.
The champion that was supposed to be in the main event pulled out of the fight
This morning.
at like noon, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he was fighting in his home country of Australia. Second time he pulled out of a fight that he was supposed to fight in. So
When's the last time Silver fought against fucking DC?
No, he's fought more recently than that. He's won his last two. This is
really?
the winner of this fight, because this is the main event now,
Yeah,
is
this-
actually going to fight for the title next.
No, it
shit.
just kind of
So,
sucks because
this
Fudge
guy-
can't see, so he has no idea.
Yeah,
what we're
this guy Israel Asdanya, I believe his name
Yes,
is.
Israel is Danya.
He's a fucking animal. Watching him fight, he's like a younger Anderson Silva.
Switches
Very
stances
dynamic.
so-
He moves
Yeah.
around a lot. The strikes are crazy, but Anderson in his prime could take any punch. Now he gets dropped easily.
Yeah,
so
well, he's old.
I would love to see him when he's my favorite
Isn't Silva
fighter.
like 42 or something?
Yeah,
He's old,
he's
yeah.
my favorite fighter of all time. It's not even. There's no one else that's in the
He's
discussion.
from Brazil.
Yeah.
Dude, Chris Weidman's like slapped him, open hand slapped him and knocked him out cold.
Yeah,
That's
that was.
embarrassing, though.
Well,
Yeah.
it's guys get to a point in
Was
fighting.
it one of those fucking 360 booms?
No. It was like
what do you
because,
call
like,
that?
he followed with a left and he followed with a right, but instead of resetting, he just came back like he went left right.
Anderson
and he
was
went right left. And
Anderson
caught him
was
with the
toying
backhand.
with him. He
That
was
it.
acting like he was kind of mocking him because Anderson fights all goofy,
Right.
and then he leaned into just a lazy right hook and dropped him. And then he's been dropped by a bunch of punches since then. Now,
nice knee.
And but in his prime, he never got dropped. His chin was ridiculous. And but there's
Take a punch
fighters,
like a motherfucker.
fighters get to a point where their chin just breaks. Chuck Liddell used to never get dropped by punches. He had one of the
Dude,
sickest
there was
chins.
points with him where you were like, dude, is anyone ever gonna
No,
beat him?
he was an animal at the time. The only person that was considered competition in his weight class was Wanderlei Silva.
Yeah.
And they didn't fight in their prime. He fought Wanderlei much later in both their careers, and Rampage Jackson, who beat him twice.
Dude, he has one of the most famous flurries against Tito Ortiz. Like, in
but,
UFC history.
But he got
It
to a
was
point, and then he just came out of retirement a few months ago, Chuck, and
Dude,
fought.
it looked terrible. And he
fought-
fought Tito.
He fought Tito Ortiz, who he's beat the shit out of
Didn't he
twice.
fight? Didn't they fight in that different league? That's
Yeah,
some-
Oscar
Yeah.
De La Hoya, Golden Boy MMA, was running it. One of the greatest boxers of all time, and he signs two old guys to main event.
Aren't they
And-
both in
and
their
Chuck-
50s at this
Drew's-
point?
Dana
I'm sure
White
Drew's
talked a bunch
something.
of shit about that league, right?
Yeah, he talked his shit about De La Hoya, called him a cokehead and shit.
Well, it's also because De La Hoya really doesn't know
wrong
nothing
with
about
Coke?
MMA.
Yeah.
He knows nothing about MMA.
and he
Boxing
puts
is
it-
one thing, but as far
Yeah,
as
of
MMA,
course.
nothing.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Bellator than that bullshit.
Yeah,
I wish I
no.
still got in
Bellator's
MMA.
legit
like,
now.
Once
Bellator's
I
so
moved,
legit. They
people
got so many
stopped
great
showing up at
fighters
my
on there.
parties.
Anderson's fucking toying with him now.
Yeah, already. Like, it's fucking
He's never gonna
ridiculous.
stop doing that.
No,
though.
that's
Like,
just part.
but nothing
Ooh,
made me
nice
laugh.
kick.
Nothing made me laugh more than when Anderson Silva's fighting Forrest Griffin. He's bobbing and weaving.
Oh, that's
Forrest
one of the
lunges
best.
at him, and Anderson has his hands down and just boom,
Hands
hits him,
behind his back.
knocked him out. Dead.
That was like prime Roy Jones Jr. when he used to just fuck everyone up. He literally-
Let's take a shot. I like where Taylor's at there.
yeah, there you go.
I didn't even. I
Hey,
fucking.
we got you. You have to get more wasted than Ralph was.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Take Taylor, take another shot, dude. I would pour a shot for him.
I was pretty
already
fucked
45
up.
minutes in. So
I was pretty fucked up because when I got home, my girlfriend was going to bed, and I was like, I'm getting changed, and I went to go like take my socks off, and I just fucking fell head first down onto the floor, and she's like, "What was that thud?" I'm like, "My fucking skull." That hurt.
Stop asking.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said this when we were on your podcast, but the best part was listening to the next podcast you guys did the day after this one.
We're like, oh.
You're like, oh, Ralph, you look like you'd be on a binge. Or he's like, I was just on the fucking Shots for Likes podcast.
Screaming it. Always fucking yelling.
Always yelling. Just like this fucking guy.
I do love Ralph, but I know there's every single time when like we're all in the same room together. It happened like a couple weeks ago where it's like, Taylor, out of everyone in this room, who would you punch first? And I immediately go, Ralph.
Yeah,
the first person I would knock
I think
out is
everyone
Ralph.
has that friend that like, if shit goes down, who are you gonna hit first? Like, who would be the first one you take a punch at?
Ralph, my buddy Bob, and then honestly, believe it or not, he's at the bottom of that list.
Yeah.
Like it really is.
I would.
He's got like the fact, like he has, like he's the biggest cocksucker you know, but somehow, some way, you don't want to knock him out.
That's
you
not
know?
like it's the weirdest thing because I mean, listen, I've gone through my shit. I've had my own personal demons, and I mean, as long as I've known him,
a lot
Dan,
of hot dogs.
Dan, yeah, that's very true. But Dan is
Dude,
always.
I love hot dogs.
I know,
Dude,
man. Me too.
I'm one of the biggest hot dog aficionados there is.
Every 4th of July, he texts me, not normal barbecue hours, right? He texts me at 9 in the morning and goes, "How many hot dogs have you had?"
That's how I
I just
judge you.
fucking woke up.
You
dude.
are, you are like a really big asshole friend. Like you're waking up early on 4th of July specifically to make fun of your overweight friend. Like,
Dude, he does it on the radio.
It's hilarious.
Dude, there were times when we lived together. I come home from work. I work like a 14-hour day. There's a horse head in my fucking bed.
Not like Godfather.
Not
horse
like
head,
the Godfather,
The mask.
the
The dumb
mask.
mask. I would just find dumb shit and throw it in his bed so he'd come home and go to
why
sleep.
would
There was one time he took all my fucking Doritos, put it in a blender, and put them back in a bag.
He goes to me, "What happened to my Doritos?" I'm
I
like,
don't know. You
must
might have stepped on them.
And then he goes like this with it.
You know
it wasn't
what?
even a blender. It was a fruit ninja. It was dust.
It was the cinnamon challenge with the spicy sweet chili Doritos.
Yo,
it
he
fucking
goes-
sucked.
he goes,
A cloud of
cloud
Doritos.
shoots out.
A cloud of Doritos.
So without missing a beat, you were just like, "What happened to these?" And you just ate the
what
dust.
else would
Yeah, I
you
went
fucking
for it. Didn't think
You're
about
like,
it.
dude, you're a tick man. Oh, I just went for it.
It
Here's
actually
the thing.
sounds like a
Well,
great
here's
idea.
the thing.
I don't know what my Doritos go to waste.
Dude, it's so hard for me to differentiate between Prozis being genuine or being a cunt. It's honest, like
This
that's the
actually
God's
is
honest
always a
truth.
cunt.
This happened to we have a group text with a bunch of our friends, and one of them starts getting like telemarketing texts for like a mortgage and calls, and they're asking for Jeffrey, and he goes, "Perozzi, you're the only person I know that would do this to me." I'm like, to be honest with you, I would take credit for it at this point. Like, it got to that point where you had to say something, and he had the same thing.
Dude, it happened to
him.
me. I was getting a text alert for to find out our next Jewish newsletter. I'm like, why the fuck am I getting a Jewish newsletter alert on my phone? And I immediately text Dan, why are you fucking with me?
Yeah, he was getting things
he
about.
could be going for the long troll.
No, at this point,
He
listen,
could
we
be.
have a few long trolls with a bunch of our friends.
Yes, we do.
That one is in my style.
Yeah,
That
but
one's-
that's what you would say when you're going in the long troll.
No, I believe the guy.
It's
I believe the man.
It's 100% his style
Fuck you.
because this is the deal.
Because
this
I-
is the same guy that texted me in caps for an entire fucking month, and I bought it.
I told him that my phone was stuck in caps lock. So for a month I texted him.
What's the reason?
He had an Android, so I'm like, it's
know.
possible Android stinks. Like maybe he's
Do
got
I need
one.
a reason? No, I just felt like doing it.
Don't say stinks anymore on the. Come on.
No, I know.
You can say sucks.
I like saying stinks for certain things.
Yeah.
Because like sucks is so common. You hear stinks less and less as an adult. If it fucking stinks, you don't want to be near it.
Yeah, if you like
Stinks.
eat
I don't know,
carrots
I-
every night for dinner and fucking sniff your
What
own
you got-
farts
what
when
you
you
got on
jerk
camera?
off, who the fuck says stinks, dude?
I say stinks all the time.
Wait, you trying
I
to
say stinks
Are you
all
trying
the
to say
time.
if you fart while you're jerking off, you're going to move to a different position? So you don't have to sniff it?
No,
Is that
you
what you're trying to
finish.
say?
How many positions do you have while masturbating?
No, I'm just saying, like, I mean, you're just laying there wherever you are. You're going to move.
I'm in the
to a
overhead.
different-
Is there a number of positions that be considered weird
You're
if
gonna
you
move.
have them?
You're gonna move 6 inches to the left. Fuck that warm spot.
Here's a good one about something I did to Taylor. So it was we
It's
went to go
terrible.
see,
There's so many of these
we went to
fucking
go
stories.
see.
Let's see how weird this is because we were just talking about masturbating.
Okay.
Good segue.
I did eventually. Did it get to a point where I was just regularly saying, "Taylor, will you have sex with me?" And he said no every time. Fucking asshole. So So eventually,
See, that's
what
jerk off, right?
You fucked yourself
little
because
bit
if you
nicer,
said
man.
yes,
Yeah.
you probably would have dropped
yeah.
it.
But I'm still the jerk off, no matter what.
So I got to a point where
should have said yes.
I was having my 14-year-old sister text him and say, "Hey, will you have sex with Dan?" And just random strangers be like, "Can you text my friend and ask him this?"
Dude, I got a text from a random number at a bar asking, I saw your ad on Craigslist. I can't wait to meet you. And it was Nick Diaz fighting Anderson Silva. I got a
And
text
it was
from
one of
his
my
buddy
friends from Ohio that he doesn't even know.
And I
Fucking
go,
with him.
he's like, it's gonna be a great fight. And he goes, how's wherever bar we were at? He goes, the bar we were
Miller's
at.
Ale House, yeah.
we're at Miller's Ale House. And he goes, I can't wait to meet you. What are you wearing? And I go, fuck you, Jarvis. God damn it.
No, so it's on one of his birthdays, we went to go see Interstellar in IMAX, the day it came out.
Next
Is that
one.
movie good?
It was great.
I've been dying to want to
Interstellar
see.
is incredible.
Is that
good
the one?
movie.
Is that the one with McConaughey?
McConaughey
Yeah,
and
that movie
Hathaway.
was
McConaughey
awesome.
and
That's
Hathaway.
dude. That's
really
one of
wanna
my
see it.
favorite
Mike
Christopher Nolan
O'Kane.
movies. It's fucking
That's
great.
a good Stone movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God, it freaks me
Not
the
that
fuck
we
out.
smoke weed.
No,
I don't know what you're
But
talking
if you have
about. I heard
medicine,
it's
if you have
cool.
medicine, it'll make, if you have medicine,
I heard weed's great.
Yeah, take your medicine and you're good. Watch
Yeah.
it like that. So we went to go see that. We got out the movie at 11 o'clock. Had to drive back. I was driving back to my mom's up the mountain, right? And it's 11:59, and I'm right at the red light in the middle of West Melford. Comes midnight. I'm like, all right, what can I post on Taylor's wall? I obviously Googled naked black dick.
Yeah, what
so I
else would you
found
Naturally.
a picture of the biggest.
Isn't that the only thing you Google? I don't.
Yeah,
Dude, this fucking thing is hitting this dude in the chin.
Dude,
how
it's
big this dick
it's
is.
a massive, girthy,
Like,
triumphant.
listen,
bastard.
take that motherfucker,
It's
add
probably
10 inches.
Yeah, it's probably
Legit.
no, it's probably girthier, probably about the same length, maybe a little longer. We're
That's
talking.
hot.
It's huge. And I went to his Facebook and I posted on his public wall. And it was.
I'm like, dude, I'm friends with my fucking college professor and my mother, my father,
So-
my aunt, all my family.
Why would you do that?
So it started going a little
don't
bit
know.
deeper.
I don't have a good answer.
It started to go a little bit deeper than that though, because I kept posting like horrible things throughout the day, and then I decided in the days.
We're really only at 49 minutes.
It feels like I've been here for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
So
I'm gonna take a shot to that. Keep going
Yeah,
with
yeah,
your
me
story.
too. Fuck
every
up,
day for a solid month and a half after his birthday, I posted happy birthday on his wall just once a day. And it got to the point where other people that we worked with at Best Buy started doing it as well, just saying
Where
happy
people
birthday.
stole my fucking phone and changed my
Wait,
birthday
yeah,
to the
yeah,
actual.
you're giving away the punchline, the climax of the
You
story.
cocksucker.
So eventually it got to
Cheers.
a point where, cheers.
Homies.
So eventually this
I already
was
took it, Taylor. Leave me alone.
No, it's fine. I'm just happy I'm here.
eventually we got to a point where we're going for a couple of months of just saying happy birthday, and he's getting pissed about it because some kids that he really didn't like started doing it that we worked
See,
with.
I get that. Yeah.
Nothing. It goes back to
Yeah,
when you said,
exactly.
dude,
So he got
don't act like you're my friend, man. I don't like you. Like, just stay
So-
away from me,
so-
dude.
It's a miracle in and itself. I haven't smacked him or hit him once.
Yeah,
Legit.
not that he wasn't a special needs employee or anything.
Oh, don't be a retard.
So,
Tom. Come on.
so
Don't.
yeah, it was just a waterhead, whatever, and old pudding brain, and so
Notice how Taylor
So
is
eventually, I convinced
Pudding brain.
I
That's-
eventually.
Oh, we're going to hell with that one.
I convinced
Is an
my
egg
buddy
white frittata?
I convinced my buddy Bob frittata. My buddy Bob that still works with him at Best Buy. Take his phone, get into his Facebook, and change his birthday to tomorrow. So we got it and he did it. And literally the next day, everyone got a notification that it was his birthday, and everyone wrote on his wall.
That's the worst thing.
Yeah, you build it
because
up.
everybody. It's like all of a sudden you have friends that
Yeah.
day on your. It's like everybody's like, oh, happy birthday. It's like I haven't spoken to you in 3 years, man. Like, why are you acting
Dude,
like we're friends
I was
now?
getting weird happy birthdays, and then someone posted a picture of a Nazi cake on my wall. And I
that
was
was
like,
me too.
Dude, that was you. Yeah, you
Okay,
fuck.
so he's definitely been like a big punching, like a big punching bag, and
Oh,
we
God,
had
but
two
Taylor's
games.
getting mad. I like it.
We had two games.
start screaming.
We had two games at Best Buy that we
Everything's fine.
called Taylor. It was just called Taylor.
Fudge,
And one of them.
this fucking game, is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever been a part of.
He's getting drunk, boys.
There
I
were
like
two-
it.
there were
The
two
game,
versions
hold
of
on,
it.
hang on.
Let Taylor speak his piece.
The fucking game was called Taylor. It's essentially nose goes, who doesn't win kicks me in the fucking sack. Yeah. So literally, this
Good
cocksucker.
concept.
every single time would say, Taylor, in the middle of fucking work, and next thing you know, the nicest person on the planet would have to kick me in the dick.
Didn't matter
And
who
then
it was.
one time, my piece of shit friend Josh did it, and I threw a printer at him, like a legit
Dude, he
printer.
literally
While their
picked up a
customers
printer
around.
that was for sale and just wailed
That sounds
it
like
at
an
him.
expensive
$400 printer. Fuck
We
that
literally
printer.
got like a kid that
Yeah.
was a minor, like a 17-year-old, to go up and kick him in the balls. So one time,
I don't know how you didn't like lose your like the first person that played Fudge, right? Right. I would be like, all right, well, you're knocked out on the floor bleeding, and now I don't have a job. Like that game, I couldn't play that game like
listen,
that.
Well, you would have won the game then.
Listen,
fair. Yeah.
I would have been the winner, I guess. Now, I'm not doing that.
The
Man. Like
worst
people
one I did
touching
to
my
him-
face, touching my small dick, anything like that. We're not.
Wait
it's
a
not
second
happening.
now.
The worst one I
Well,
did.
you
to
can't
him-
aim between. You have precise aim if you hit one or the other. It's
Oh.
one small package in itself.
Yeah.
You're just hitting the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Well, I got him with one
You're
of the
not
worst
missing
ones.
either.
Dude, I think I got him with probably. I only got lost once, or one technically for me. Lost for him.
I always fucking lose.
He was at the
There's-
registers.
there's-
He was
there's
at the
a theme
registers
here.
at
You
the
just
front.
let this dickhole kick in the fucking
Wait,
dick.
wait, I didn't just kick him. So we were all in our Best Buy clothes, like we're all working. It's a cashier.
Is this where my ass fell out?
Yeah, and literally he's saying,
You're still employed at Best Buy?
yeah,
No, not now.
No,
Not
not
now.
now. So he's
I
like,
was like,
That was like
Jesus
5
Christ.
years ago, dude. How we didn't all get fired?
he's
is
standing against the register.
Retail,
we're
baby.
talking to this girl who was eventually my girlfriend at one point, and I Muay Thai kicked him, like a straight up Muay Thai kick, shin
No
to
snap,
balls.
right in, yeah.
And I hit him. It had to be as good a kick as I've given anyone to the sack.
Dude,
ever.
he moved the entire
drops,
register.
His fucking pants fall down, and his bare ass is out. He's like this.
fucking screaming.
Oh.
Meanwhile, someone's buying a Blu-ray. Like,
Yeah.
are you
So
gonna ring me up,
eventually,
dude?
when he threw the printer and then he got mad, he almost punched a minor because a 17-year-old lost and did it to him.
He walked up to me and goes, dude, I'm so sorry, bro. And then
Yeah.
right in the fucking, right in the cock.
Yeah.
dude.
Was
It
Was
sucked.
everyone giving you like a full on, or was it
Yeah,
like a
legit.
somewhere-
No one held back. That's the worst part.
I think I would have been respectful, give you a little tap.
See,
I think.
thanks. He's a great guy. You cunt.
Yeah,
100%.
well, eventually,
No,
once-
he's a cunt too.
I'm
He's a
a
cunt.
great guy.
They're
I'm a
both
gentle-
cunts.
I'm a
Taylor, we're on
gentleman.
the same team here, but they're both
We are on the
cunts.
same team. Yes, I completely agree. We're on the
That's versus
same
less
team.
fats.
We're on the
Yes,
same
it's
team.
fair. That's a good point.
Everything's fine.
Once he got fed up with the dick kicking.
Already?
We
We're 45 minutes in, but
I haven't drank in.
Why won't
3
time
weeks.
pass? It's 54 minutes.
It's dude.
Why won't you pass?
you trying to get rid of
Goddamn
it?
hour.
Dude,
Time is relative,
It's
okay?
taking a solid minute. Well, the fact that we're doing almost like 5.5 hours of podcasting today
Yeah,
is
to
fucking
be fair.
crazy.
That's
I
right, you
dig
guys
it.
recorded, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
recorded already.
Oh, by the way,
fucking
boys, how much better is it drunk?
Okay, so about
You
that.
guys were in rare form when you did the snow
it
song
was
one.
about that.
Probably
I
my
was
favorite
fucked up.
podcast.
And on my birthday, I was fucked
He
up.
was fucked up, and I
No one
was.
cares about your birthday, Dave.
I
does.
was sober as a bird. That's the thing that sucks because like I wanted to be drunk, but also I kind of have responsibilities, and I got to go to work the next day. That's the part that sucked.
Yeah,
I wish
especially
I was
working
drunk.
in oil.
I say from
Shut up.
In oil, I could even work at a gas station, bitch.
Okay, well, there's no oil in a gas station, stupid.
Tomato.
No, it's not the same thing.
Potato.
Some people think that cucumbers are better pickled.
in there.
9 years you've been
Nicole
saying
Sims
that.
can't rap. I want answers.
Top, yo,
Some
by-
say cucumbers taste
One of my favorite little Chappelle show
It's so
moments.
fucking
is right there.
I still don't get it. I don't even know like what he means. Is that the point?
It's from Chappelle.
No, I know that. No,
Why?
Some say cucumbers taste better pickled, huh? What? No, I just don't get like what it means or
That's
what it
why
meant.
it's great.
It means some people like
What's your favorite
cucumbers.
Chappelle show bit?
We the people of the white delegation select Colin Powell.
You like wait, what's your number one? Like,
I honestly do the racial draft. It's
The racial
fucking
draft is
hilarious.
great.
Draft's
Bill
good.
Burr's in it, so that's a huge.
yes.
Yes, Bill Burr's all-time great, the best, dude.
Without thinking, I'm gonna go player haters ball.
Yeah, that's me. Player
Okay,
haters ball.
yeah.
But
That's
great.
without thinking.
The amount of lines
Buck
and
Nasty's
play-
mama's dish.
Dude, you got Patrice O'Neal in it alone, which fucking makes
yeah.
it. And
Rosie O'Donnell had dick holes in his.
she does a song, Papa Don't Preach. I got a song for you too, bitch. It's called Daughter Don't Sin. Dude, he says, click your heels together 3 times and go back to Africa. That's one of the funniest lines ever.
And that
Was it the fucking internet as the mall? It was one of my favorite.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
there's so
Is
many
that
like.
Paris Hilton? I don't know. He comes out zipping his pants up. That's her, all right.
You ever want to see her get Paris Hilton get along with a horse?
Yeah, I want to see that.
Of course I do.
There's so many. First off, the first 2 seasons do not have a bad episode. I don't count the Lost Tapes.
Chappelle
The Lost
Show is
Tapes
so
have some
fucking
funny
funny.
stuff.
Well,
but
they had their best skit from the Lost Tapes was the Tupac one.
that one was great, and the Howard that Beyond's great. That's a
I love
classic.
lesbians. Beyond.
What's the L word on Showtime? Dude, that's a great one. But the first 2 seasons, there's not a bad
Flawless,
episode.
No, he's right.
It's
Just think about how that show opened, dude, with the KKK
Chappelle.
skit.
Dude, no.
He comes out, he's like,
that was
I think
the
I
first-
sent the African people back a couple
Clayton
years
Bigsby.
here.
Clayton Bigsby, yeah,
First
dude.
episode.
The first episode.
And
There's
the copy,
Condoleezza
I'm sorry, sweetie, I
Rice.
gotta go take a shit with fucking Rappaport, Mike Rappaport.
Dude,
Fuck that guy.
I hate Michael Rappaport.
Why does everybody hate Michael Rappaport?
He's
Okay,
such
I'll
an
tell you.
asshole,
You want to hear a
dude.
story about?
I'm sorry.
I have
So
actually-
are you two.
I actually have a story about him.
Yeah, but they're funny.
I have a story about him that actually something he did to one of my friends.
Michael Rappaport
is
is
that-
kind of funny.
No, listen, dude, he's a scumbag.
Yeah,
Is that
he's
who you were
legit.
talking
if he's
about?
I said a Barstool employee.
listen
Michael
to
If
this.
he's a
Rappaport.
piece of
Listen to
shit, then fuck him.
Dude,
No,
he
listen to this,
doxed my
legit.
buddy and started having his agent.
He doxed your buddy?
Doxed him. He found out like his personal information. Like it was like from a random Twitter account.
No, but he said docs like
Yeah, no,
dicks.
there was no. I wish
Yeah,
there
like
was
a-
docking, but
the
there's
skin
none.
over.
I wish there was docking, but none.
Thanks
he,
for that, Fudge.
he found out what my buddy's real identity was from his phone, his burner account, more or less. Found out who his underage sister was and his family, and
Yeah,
started
yeah, right.
harassing his family. Michael Rappaport's agent. There was actually like almost a lawsuit about this. There was a settlement.
I remember hearing
Michael
about this.
Rappaport is a sensitive bitch ass scumbag.
I liked him for
He's
all of
burned
20
every
minutes.
bridge in the industry there is.
I
He
liked
has
him
no
all-
friends.
I liked
Everywhere he's
him-
been is gone.
Dude, all of
Think
20,
about it.
all of 20 minutes when he said that shit about Lonzo Ball, said fuck LeVar Ball because
Yeah.
he sucks too. But like
Oh,
when he was
fuck
doing-
the whole Ball
No, who
family.
gives a
though.
fuck?
Well, I said, well,
He's just
because
a
Lonzo
scumbag.
Ball was at UCLA at the time, and they're like LeVar Ball's like, oh, Malik Monk sucks and shit like
No,
that.
I don't even want to talk about that guy because that's all he fucking wants anywhere.
Well, that's what I'm
They're not
saying.
worth like irrelevant, like triple
But,
A player.
no, what I'm saying is that's like the 20 minutes I like Michael
No, there was
Rappaport
never
because he
a
made
time-
those videos
First off,
saying fuck the Ball family.
Barstool sucks. I'm sorry, Barstool sucks.
The only
not a
good
fan.
thing about it
Videos-
was Pat McAfee, and he
Oh,
left.
Pat McAfee, he's with
Pat
WWE
McAfee's the
now.
best, dude. The Pat McAfee.
Yeah, he
shit
just
on
announced
WWE.
yesterday. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Pat McAfee just signed full time with WWE.
Good for him.
I don't know if
Deserves
he's
it.
I don't know if he's a wrestler yet.
I think
but-
he's going to be like a
I think he
backstage.
could. He
I think he's
could.
going to do commentary
Oh, he
and
definitely
stuff like
could.
that.
I'll tell you
gonna
what,
be awesome.
I'm stoked on this because it might make me start watch wrestling
Dude,
again.
we got WrestleMania ticket left. Let's go. Come on.
no, I'm cool on that. I'm cool.
Dude,
Thank
where
you.
are you
High five
sitting?
me right now.
I have no idea.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't
Probably
like go and have a
fucking-
good time, but it's
yeah,
like
I'm up top, dude.
Hold
I
on,
don't give a fuck.
when you become a father, like there's only certain things you can say yes to, man. Like
Right,
there's-
right.
you only have so much time, man.
keep forgetting
I'm still
about
trying
that.
to play video games. You know how
Right.
hard
Well,
that
listen,
is.
if you happen to figure it out, I'm not trying to go to the show, but I'm gonna be at the tailgate. So
Yeah,
like, if you
we're
always
gonna
show
do
up
some
to that,
stuff
that'll
for-
be sick.
We're gonna
Can
do
you-
some- we're gonna
you
do
know
some
what I
stuff for
mean?
the show.
I'm
for that.
definitely going nowhere near WrestleMania. I'm just letting you know now.
That's fine.
I might
You know,
have
we
some.
do-
I might have
Bro,
some sex with a woman that I had a kid with, like not gay sex.
But you might, but you
know?
might not.
No, but everything's fine.
Might not.
She might give you a
Well, listen, we went over
I
there.
win either way. I
We
have
went all the way
sex,
to
pray.
fucking
If I don't have
Four-
sex, I play video
four.
games.
A four
That's fine,
knuckler.
dude.
What's a four
knuckler?
knuckler?
It's just four. The
four
whole fist
knuckler?
is going in.
Oh, because I was just going by knuckles.
No.
Like one finger,
No,
three
no,
knuckles.
I want
Well, yeah.
4 fingers.
What's the
just
fourth
in.
knuckle?
What-
Is
you're
that
only
like
going
that
one
part of your
knuckle.
Like
wrist?
the top half?
Is that the fourth
That's what I
knuckle?
was trying to figure out.
Fuck yeah,
Well,
dude.
just some fisting, maybe. Just like a puppet.
Everything just stops. Just some.
Yeah, just
fisting,
isolate
maybe.
that and just
and
play
on
that.
and on fisting, I'm gonna have a shot. God
I
damn
say
it.
this all the time, dude. I gotta get your number because I want to meet up with you on the WrestleMania. We always.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
we're
always
gonna
No,
get
listen, we'll do that, and then like
I'll just have Fudge give
and,
it to me
and
when I
I want to say
forget.
I'm not going to do
wholeheartedly.
anything for you.
Listen, and I want to say wholeheartedly, like if there's any possibility of all of us going to a Mets game, that has to.
Oh
Fucking
yeah,
happen,
let's
please.
fucking do.
Because
Yeah,
I would
really wanna
absolutely
do
love
that.
to do that. Because I would love to do that.
Let's do
That'd
that.
be
Check
That
fucking
won't even
great.
cost you that much compared
Especially
to
the
going to
other thing
WrestleMania.
too is that like listen,
Yeah.
as far as for the longest time, and Dan converted me. Growing up, I was
Sexually.
growing up, I was a Phillies fan.
Oh,
right.
yeah, he
I
was
was
a
a legit.
fucking
I was a
tool.
legit Phillies fan. My family never liked baseball. It was always Yankees, Giants, right? So I, for whatever reason, I just didn't give a shit about baseball after high school. And then because me and him were living together,
Baseball's the best,
That
right?
whole
It's the best
run the
sport.
Mets had
Yeah.
in 2015, going to the World Series where they probably shouldn't have been there. Went to the Cubs. Went through all
Overachieved,
and
overachieved,
Daniel
yeah.
Murphy turned into fucking Babe Ruth for all of about 15, 20
Ah,
games.
fuck Kim.
Shut the fuck up. All right, that's what I
recorded
remember.
a video of me lighting his jersey on fire.
That is very true.
You're the one who bought it.
No, but what I'm saying is
I'm an asshole.
But during that whole run is where I really fell in love with. Now, as far as I'm 1,000% a Mets fan, I went and watched Tebow hit a walk-off home run.
Yeah, he went down to Port St. Lucie and
Dude,
saw
for
Tebow play.
4 months.
Tebow.
I was down there for. I wasn't working. I went down to take care of my friend's mother, and every
By
Thursday
take
night.
care of?
No. Like she was very sick. Okay.
So definitely.
I appreciate you giving me the benefit of the doubt.
Are such an asshole. It's unfucking believable, dude.
That's
There's no
Listen,
limit.
hold on. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. He had no
appreciate
idea
that, man.
that
I
everything.
did.
Stop giving him the benefit of the doubt. He's gonna win with everything, dude. I'm fucking sick of it. That's every fucking time, man.
Everything's
Every time.
Everything's
came out
fine. I
on
watched
me on
Tebow
that
hit a fucking walk-off home run. It was great, dude. I cursed out Michael Conforto because he did a fucking DL stint in single A Port St. Lucie and he dropped a routine fly ball. I'm like, you're a Gold Glove fucking center fielder? Shut
one.
the fuck up.
But you're rooting for Tebow?
No.
Well, yeah, because I'm a Broncos fan. He won me a playoff game.
That's
Everything's
true.
fine. You know what I mean? And then I lost a slap.
Fuck Tim Tebow.
And then I lost. Shut the fuck up. And then I lost a slap bet to my buddy because he's a Pats fan and piece of shit, and he had to slap me in the face because I paid my dues.
Yeah, you just
taking a
let
shot.
people smack you sometimes.
You know, I won
kick you in the
I won
balls.
like 3 slap bats with the Challenger, but I just decided to just never slap him, and I think I made the right decision.
I think
Because
why?
he's got
Why?
anger issues. He would
Because you know the
well,
You're a better
you know,
man than me, dude. I would slap the shit out of anyone I had a slap
is
bet
it?
with.
my buddy Pat.
Oh, I know Pat. Yeah.
Pat with
Yeah.
a beard?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Pat with a beard. Pat with a beard.
I know him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends. We used to live together, and I won after we were watching. I think it was like How I Met Your Mother. They were doing slap bets, and then we started
Yes.
doing
How I
them.
Met Your Mother. Yeah.
Yeah, great show. I
that.
fucking
I
love
love
it.
Yes.
We do too.
dude.
come on.
And
It's
yeah,
awful.
I made like 2 or 3
The gay
of them.
guy's funny in there a little bit, but
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris,
No, he
womanizer.
stinks.
Yeah. Oh, shut
You
the
know,
fuck
like,
up.
He stinks.
I like Doogie
You
Howser.
fucking.
Why you gotta be a dick?
What do they call people who hate gay people? I forgot.
It's nothing to do with It's nothing to do with
Is that- is that-
As homophobic is the
Oh,
word you're
that's
looking
it, yeah.
for.
I'm a little tired, all right?
I
That's the
love
technical
him.
term.
Listen, I love
Yeah,
him
that's the-
in the Harold and Kumar movies. He's funny in that.
Yeah, he is really
Yeah.
funny in that.
I
Steals
the car
I don't
and
like
shit.
most sitcoms. Like I like certain
Yeah, I'm
ones,
hungry
but
for some fur burgers.
Do you
that's
like
one of those
Scrubs?
shows- No, don't like Scrubs.
That's
Never
upsetting.
never
That
was
hurts
for
me down
me.
here.
Not a fan either.
No,
I
never
didn't
was
hate
for
it. I
me.
just don't care.
My favorite show
I
of
used
all
to love
time.
that
I'm
show,
sorry,
but
I
now
feel
that they're
terrible.
saying that, I kind of don't like it.
God damn it.
It's actually way funnier than you
Well,
think.
what's your favorite TV show? Like, what's your like
Yeah, if you had to
number
pick one.
Scrubs is my number one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Listen, then I would never say it sucks. I never really I watched like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, and it was just didn't
Dude, you know what?
capture me.
If you follow all the inside
It's-
jokes throughout all the seasons,
I respect it
it's-
enough with how long it's run, and I know how their fan base is that I have to at least tip my cap to it. Like it's one of those shows that I know is universally like.
There's one
loved.
episode I watched
Yeah.
that I thought was funny was they were trying to bring back like the safety dance or something like that. Like I don't know. Like
Is that
some-
Scrubs?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know.
Scrubs. I don't fucking know. I just
Well, what do you mean bring that? Are you talking about the
No, no,
Airband episode? Are you talking
He
about?
doesn't know. He just said they were
What are you
doing the
talking
same.
about?
I just remember
Is there an
because like
episode of Scrubs where they do the
it
safety
was
dance.
it was the black doctor who was bald. It was like you started quoting the safety
Wow,
dance.
why did you have to
randomly.
say by his color?
Fucked up,
What,
man.
what they're, I think
That's what he is. Everyone else
they were
is
about,
white.
they were about to
What's
have a
his
kid. He's
name?
like,
You can dance if you want
would you
to.
get mad if we have a boy and he goes to and he wants to like do like fucking what is it drama club
Yeah,
instead of play
right.
football? He's like no, he could dance with us, or he could dance, or what does he say?
It's like he could dance if you want to.
Yeah, he can leave his friends behind. Because if his friends don't dance in it, they don't
Yeah.
dance, and then enough. And then like 5 minutes later, he's like, and then he started just singing safety dance.
Yeah.
It's like it's a lot of like corny stuff, but like they do it really well, and it's actually it's a
The
lot
racism
more.
in that show is funny too.
It's a lot more offensive. That show is actually like low key offensive if you actually pay attention to the subtlety of like the
that's
jokes.
when,
it is.
that's when
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
funny. That's when it's good. When
like
you don't-
Zach Braff actually says like all kinds of racist shit because his best friend's black like all the time.
Sure.
He calls him like Black Whale at one episode, which for like no fucking reason, but it's fucking hilarious. And he's like, remember the skit, the Dr. Acula,
Yeah,
the
right,
screenplay
right.
when he's like, one more time and again, blacker, and then he fucking
Why
slaps
not?
him or whatever.
Dude, one of my friends, one of my closest friends, has our black friend in his phone as the name Coffee Black. Like it's fun. I'm sorry.
Wait.
It's a good way to from
Will-
fucking
Will
If
Ferrell
that
movie,
specific
semi-pro?
black person's okay with it,
from
then you're good.
semi-pro. bro. Yeah, you can't just call them all that. Like, oh, another Coffee Black's coming
Them
over.
all?
Like, you can't
What do
say
you
that.
mean, them all?
No, you know what I mean. Them all. I'm about to start talking like Mel Gibson in a second. Oh, God.
There was one time we had a party at the old place we used to live, and his buddy Kenyatta showed up with like a half.
Pinata?
Kenyatta.
Yeah,
Kenyatta.
Kenyatta. What did I say?
If you guys got a Spanish friend, you can't call him pinata, man.
No,
That's
he's not
racist.
Spanish.
No, it's not Spanish.
He's clearly from
So
Kenya.
no, he shows up with half an empty 30-pack of Coors Light, and it's filled with like wine coolers, but like
Yeah.
it's a mix.
It's-
right?
yeah.
Oh, he
And-
did what he had to do.
right, exactly. No, he shows
Yeah.
up and he says he has some funny things to say.
No, he's
And-
one of my oldest friends. Funny motherfucker.
He goes-
another wedding I had to be in like a year ago. Too many fucking
I'm
weddings.
over the
The
weddings.
amount
No.
of weddings you've been in is astounding.
My girl and I, we did the numbers. We've been together like 3.5 years, and in that time, we've gone to 13 weddings.
How many have you been?
I've been in 5 of them.
Dude,
That's a
I've
lot of
I've been the
fucking
best
money,
man in
dude.
3 of
Dude,
them.
I have
lot of money.
I have to be the best man in my buddy Eric's wedding.
Oh,
I'm co-best man, thank God, so
He
not
asked
all the
me first,
responsibility.
but I'm busy.
Yeah, it's a running joke that Eric's better friends with him.
You don't have time to get fitted for sandals.
Dude, they're getting married at the Mohawk House. Like,
Oh, Mohawk
I
House
had
is
to like
great.
stay up in front of
That's
like
where-
150
that's-
people and not be
Mohawk-
super
No,
drunk.
no, you're
That's
thinking
a
of
lot
the
of
country
fucking
club,
people,
not
dude.
the Mohawk House.
Mohawk. Wait.
Oh no, you're right. I'm sorry. What's that place called? Just
The Mohawk.
Country
Rick's
Club?
Mohawk
just a
Country Club.
cunt. That's what you said. Just a cunt.
So no, are you nervous about
sure
speaking? Are you
no,
nervous about speaking in front of that many people?
No,
gonna say-
because
No, you'll be
You've
good.
been in
dude.
bands enough that you
No.
shouldn't be nervous about that.
I'm definitely writing everything
Okay.
down.
Yeah,
for
sure.
sure. But it's just like
I'm gonna heckle
his
you.
fiance keeps being like, "Please don't let Eric be fucking hammered." And I'm like, I know that was
Like
my plan the
before
whole
the wedding,
time.
you mean?
But they're putting us in this room, like the country club.
Oh, it's a terrible idea already.
They put.
I've been to
put
Mohawk
the-
House. I know exactly where you're
Yeah,
talking
they
about.
put
Yeah.
the male side of the wedding party in this fucking room with like a cooler stocked with fucking drinks, and they bring you any bottle you want. There's like an Xbox, you can just get
Sure,
hammered
yeah,
for like
dude.
5 hours. I'm like, how the fuck are we gonna succeed getting this dude to the altar?
Right, dude.
It's fucking
Well, what they
ridiculous,
need
dude.
to do, so
the ultimate obstacle course: booze and Xbox.
Seriously.
Seriously.
I was at a wedding once, and they were like, "All right, you guys got to meet at fucking 10 a.m. for a photo shoot." We're like, "All right, whatever."
And you sit there for
early,
8
dude.
hours
dude,
with
so
all
we
this
show-
alcohol.
so
Don't
we
drink
show
it
up-
though.
No,
Right.
they locked us. They tricked us into being locked into a room. So we show up. We're like, "Where's
Yeah.
photos?" They're like, "Oh, it's like 4 hours away. Go upstairs though." So we're like, "All right, whatever." Go upstairs. There's fucking subs. There's chips. Charcuteries. There's fucking all of it.
jeez.
I'm so
And then
hungry.
there's a huge cooler filled. Sorry, bro.
The story of his autobiography.
Why you gotta do that, Taylor?
That's the
Like-
title of his autobiography.
I'm so hungry. That's hands down the best bad joke that'll be said all fucking night.
I'm not even mad, dude. I'm starving right now.
You're like, he's right. I'm literally that hungry.
Oh, you're gross.
Take him to 7-Eleven, get him a hot dog on the way
No,
home.
but
will you?
that's
about it,
absolutely
dude.
true. They
Dude,
about that life.
7-Eleven hot dogs,
dude,
bro.
dude,
Fuck yeah.
Free cheese and chili.
My buddy Danny Appel, when he got married, they let us. They took all the groomsmen.
Someone married that guy, huh?
Not for long.
That makes sense. I could have guessed that.
So they took all the groom's party over to the church where the wedding was, and we just saw a bunch of bottles of booze. We just started fucking drinking. Wedding's over. They bring everyone back to go back to the place where it is, and they're like, "Oh, there's bottles of booze in there." We're like, "Oh, we weren't supposed to drink those yet." So there's like one bottle of champagne for this entire limo, the whole
you
wedding
guys are
party. Yo, we're hammered. And then literally,
awesome.
so this was a Greek Orthodox wedding because the bride was Greek Orthodox, and there's some
It's got
dance.
lamb and white sauce everywhere.
It was great. It was great. There was some.
I love it,
There was
dude.
some dance that like
Falafel.
the youngest kids in the family were supposed to do, and no one can find Danny. He's just gone. Me and him were at the bar just fucking doing shots like right when we got there.
Sounds like
What else are you
And I'm
supposed to do?
It's a
and
fucking wedding. What else are
they're
you
all
supposed to do?
freaking
That's what I'm
out, and they're
saying.
like, "Where is he? He was missing at this point for like a half hour."
That's awesome.
I'm like, "Oh,
and it was
God."
all your fault because he was with you drinking?
Probably, yeah, in theory.
You're like, I don't remember what happened, I'm just guessing.
I know where he is. I go in the bathroom, I look around, and I go,
He's jerking off.
I go, "Danny," and he goes, who's there? I'm like, it's Perosi. He goes, are you ready? I'm like, for what the fuck? You in a glory hole? Like, what's happening?
I'm not gonna blow
he
you,
opens
dude.
the door. His fucking suit is covered in puke.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, let's wash some of this off. You're gonna puke the rest out. We're gonna put your jacket on in some way. I think there was something more on the shirt than the jacket. And keep your fucking jacket on all night and take off the vest.
Yeah.
The vest has to go. Yeah, really
Flush
nice.
that motherfucker.
Dude, it was fucking gnarly.
That's awesome that you were a part of that.
Yeah.
I actually, I'll give that kid respect. I mean, I don't really know him, and I don't know if I really liked him, but the fact that when you walked in, he was like, "Who's that?" And I didn't even realize it was you. And then he was like, "Are you ready?" That's actually hilarious. I like him now.
I was probably the only person that had dealt with him enough like that, because that's all me and him did in weekends in high school. We went to places, got shit faced. Dude, had a lot of trouble.
What else did you do in high school?
Dude, the first time I met him, he goes, "Hi,
we're
my
getting laid."
Dude, the first time I met him, he goes, "Hi, my name's Danny. You want some snow caps?" And we went to go fucking see Taking Back Sunday.
You want some snow caps?
That's literally how it happened.
exactly
that was the
what he said.
roguish group we were talking
Wait, are we talking about snow caps, the candy, or Coke?
No, the candy.
I actually thought the same thing. I was like, wait, hold on. Are you guys doing Coke? Watching Taking Back Sunday?
That was no, it was just Danny was offering him candy. Like he's a fucking
Snow
pedo.
caps suck, by the way.
Yeah.
I actually
dude.
I like snow caps.
I mean,
On a
eat
scale
them.
from 1 to 10, they suck balls.
They're
eat
just
Fuck 'em.
Hershey Kisses somebody came
With like
on.
some
Chocolate
white
chips that somebody
what's wrong
fucking
with
nutted.
that?
like white sprinkles on there, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that
Dude,
is?
that Taking Back Sunday concert was a rogue crowd. It was me and Taylor, Manfro,
Yeah, that
Danny
was
Appel,
rough.
and Ashley Galimi. That was the whole, or Lopez, whatever I have to
well,
call
you
her now.
fucked that up, dude.
What? Rogue crowd. It was a weird crowd.
Manfro drove, right? And I remember specifically on the way
He
back.
drove because he drives into the city every day. He's like, I know my way around.
He's like,
I know where to go.
He's like,
We're
oh,
fine."
I'm not going to get
guys,
lost.
yeah.
Everything will be
He's a
fine. Blah, blah, blah.
sandhog. He works in the
Within
city.
3 blocks of leaving PlayStation Theater, he just starts screaming, "Where are we?"
He was lost in the middle.
Like-
he tells us, we're fine, I'll drive. No, in his dad's old Volvo.
Yo, he had the
that has
fucking
the suicide fucking wheel on it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Dude, he's
He had
like,
the knob
look,
on it.
guys. And then they made me shove an ice cube up my ass in the car.
No one made you do anything. You
Hold
did it
on, wait,
voluntarily.
Taylor. All right.
Yeah, let's...
Can we hear all of this story, please? Something's going up your ass. You got to tell it on this
Manfro
podcast.
was saying
Just
that
hide your boner over
okay,
there, dude.
Manfro told us.
Tell the story, please. Pretty please.
Manfro said that he had some girl that liked putting ice cubes on his asshole.
Bigger or smaller than
Oh, it was like a full-size ice cube.
Ooh, that, and the
Wait,
edges
wait.
were probably sharp.
So wait, this is what Manfro told me. He said that when he was with the girl, he's like, it literally melts.
Ice
the
cube?
second it hits your asshole.
A
That's
little bit
good.
smaller than that.
So
a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
than
no,
that.
it was probably a little bit smaller than that.
Well, you
Fair.
put it in
Well,
your
it comes
ass now.
self-lubricated.
So I
Well, you
put
put it
That's
in
what I'm
your
saying. It
ass
does
now.
half the job for
I don't
you.
want to put it in my ass right now. No, I can't
I'm
right
not
now.
asking if you want to, will you?
No, I won't right now.
no ass
No,
play right
no,
now.
not
No,
right
you
now.
come. You say you.
If I'm doing ass
someone
play,
comes
I-
in your podcast, you
Listen,
think you're friends with them.
Listen,
Yeah,
I've
you're
done it
wasting
before. How
time.
about someone that hasn't done it does it, to be fair?
He's got a point.
Yeah,
You took a
I've
free
done it.
knuckler the
I have
other
one
day.
witness.
Yeah, so Taylor, it's gotta be you, bud.
I had
No,
one
I'm not
witness.
doing that,
So
nah.
literally, the second it hit my asshole, it melted and just fucking duty ice water in my hand. Dude, I'm telling you, I wipe it on Manfro's arm.
Hold on. There's a video of this somewhere, and literally he screams as loud as he can. It feels like there's a starburst in my ass.
It was just there, and my asshole was cold for a little while.
Yep.
And we got a lot
There's
of
a video of this somewhere.
Then we got a
legit
lot of
video this
Taco
somewhere.
Bell. So, and poor Ashley had to be in the car for all of this.
Oh man, well you know, what are you gonna do?
You know, I hate
It started snowing that night. We're
Yeah, it
walking
was
back
a
to the
fucking
car. Started
weird,
fucking
weird
snowing,
night.
and I'm in shorts and shit. It was
Yeah.
fucking awful.
Every fat guy's in shorts when it snows, dude.
That's
I'm in
true.
shorts right now. It's fucking
my
3
legs-
degrees
yeah,
outside.
my legs don't get
Yeah, I
cold.
just-
My legs don't get cold.
You're at least you're wearing
Like, that's
pants tonight.
interesting to mate with. Or so, my legs don't get cold. My legs don't get cold.
Thank you for the Bill Burr bit.
Of course,
Take
of
it.
course.
Taylor's at least wearing pants tonight. You guys are both in shorts, I see.
Always in shorts.
Yeah, even,
Dude, I
even when it was
woke
in the
up
zero
wanting
the
to
other
commit
day.
suicide. I was like, I'm not putting pants on. I'm just going to get to Keith's house and do this stupid podcast so I can go and go back to sleep.
It's not stupid, okay?
Dude, I literally walk out of my house.
It's
My
definitely
dad,
not smart.
I walk out of my house. My dad looks at me and goes, "What are you going out tonight? You're all dressed up." I go, "I'm wearing a fucking flannel and
Yeah,
jeans. What are you talking
his
about?"
dad, that to his dad is being dressed up.
Me
Because
wearing
when
a
he's-
flannel, like I have one shirt like that. And it's
Yeah.
only because my brother and his wife bought it for me for Christmas, and I like wore it once, like a New Year's party, like I think 2 New Year's ago at like Eric and Steph's house.
Right.
And like that is me looking nice.
Well,
catch me a
Apparently it's the same thing for me too.
I
For the
feel
worst part,
defense.
I looked in the fucking mirror. I'm like, shit, dude. I look like
What's
Opie
sad
from
is
Sons.
I'm the best dresser in this room.
Everybody loves Opie though.
Yeah,
Taylor,
that's the best.
I'm the best dresser in this room right now, and that's sad.
That's like your opinion, man.
No, no, 100%.
I know it's
true.
not me.
No, you're fine. Dude. You're much better than
I
you
like
are.
your
He's
shirt.
wearing
If there's
fucking-
just a dump truck and it just says
No,
Soprano.
it's a Soprano. They own
Waste
Oh,
management.
Soprano is okay. I didn't see
Yeah,
the
waste management. Yeah, it's
Where
not
do
just
you
a
work?
fucking
Waste management.
Soprano. Just throw something on it. Put a dragon on
That's
it.
what I thought. Because the shirt was folded like that,
You
so I
still
was
haven't.
like,
You
that's a
still
good
haven't
shirt.
watched Sopranos, right?
You've never seen Sopranos?
I'm like,
Oh, shut up! You
I've been
just
to
started
season
watching it for the
3.
first
Suck
time.
my whole ass. I still watched it.
To be fair, he's watched
Only
all
if
of
there's
it.
an ice cube in there.
Have you watched it? Oh my god! You guys are a bunch of
I
cocksuckers.
understand. I'm fucking up.
I still haven't watched The Wire either.
The
like,
Wire is like another one. If you never watched it, like, what are you doing?
I don't know, dude. I'm living my fucking life. That's what I'm doing.
The Wire is fucking incredible.
Okay,
like
well-
The Wire, Sopranos, Breaking Bad are like the 3 for me.
Breaking
cool.
Bad I've seen, and I've with how many shows that like go on too long, the ending you're like, fuck, that's what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Breaking Bad, in my opinion, just the right amount of fucking
Yeah, I
time.
agree.
Wasn't too long,
Perfect.
wasn't too short. Ended fucking
That's how
amazingly.
Sons of
Like,
Anarchy
it's-
was too. It was like
No.
the perfect time. You didn't like that show?
no, here we go.
What show? Hold on.
I love Sons of
Anarchy.
Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy started to piss me off in like season 4 when the cartel came in with rocket launchers. I'm like, get the fuck out of here! They're a bunch of
That's so
white
long
dudes
ago.
on motorcycles. Goddamn rocket launchers! Other than that, I loved Sons of Anarchy, and it pissed me off how long it took to fucking kill his mom. It was like the second to last episode he finally kills. But I'm so
spoilers.
It was
Gemma,
awesome.
Jesus.
Katie
Who gives a
Seagal.
fuck?
Well, I was
dude?
gonna say the whole thing with
person.
the whole thing
Yes.
with Sons of
Her
Anarchy I got
real-life
annoyed with was that
scumbag.
like
Really?
at the end of the show it literally turned into just a series of discussions with Jackson Teller. That's all it did. It's like every 5 minutes, hey, you got a minute? That's literally what it turned into. That's the thing that annoyed me the most. But I love Sons the most.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love it the most.
What they just probably did like all the fucking because it was all preparing leading up to him fucking offing
Well,
himself.
obviously, yeah. I mean, it made perfect sense. But I mean, I think the way they ended the show was perfect. I just think you're right. I think it dragged on a little too long.
Well,
Maybe
that was
when
like
a
Dexter.
season too long.
Dexter
whereas
fucking shit the bed
I
terribly.
don't know what it is with Dexter.
I like
just don't
Dexter a lot.
care.
I watched like 2 or 3 seasons.
Dexter was one of those ones when it hit the wall after season 4 when it just went.
Dude, I'm like
just
super.
dead.
I'm super into Ozark, dude.
Ozark's
Like,
great.
I'm like
Ozark
halfway
is
through season 1.
As
Ozark
far as
is
current
fucking
shows,
awesome.
is incredible.
You know what
I
show?
have never even heard of that.
It's
fucking
It's on
great.
Netflix. I've heard a lot of good things about
very
it.
Breaking Bad like.
Yes, it is.
Gotcha.
You know,
But
what's
it's its own thing.
darker.
You know a show that my girlfriend randomly found on Netflix and it ended up being one of the sickest shows I've ever seen, and it's the perfect fucking example of a show that's like, don't go on too long, just make amazing content and end your show.
What's that?
Penny Dreadful.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
heard a
I
lot
heard
of
that was
people rave
awesome.
about Penny
I never even
Dreadful.
heard of it until right
It's
now.
only
really?
3 seasons, right? And I didn't. After I heard it was only 3 seasons, I'm like, oh, does this just end abruptly? They ran
Yeah,
out.
it's
Nope,
good when
it
a show-
ends fucking dude. Front to back, every fucking episode, bro. My girlfriend,
What's
she's
it,
like, oh, let's watch this.
That sounds like The Leftovers on HBO. It was only 3 seasons.
I've never heard or watched it, but I didn't hear anything about Penny Dreadful until my girlfriend just randomly started playing it on
The
Netflix.
Leftovers is fucking trippy. Each season is like complete. It's all the same characters, but it's completely different in tone and the things that are happening. The whole premise of it is this event
Yeah, I got a
happens.
shot ready, boys. Let me know.
The Leftovers, the whole premise of it is that there's an event that happens where I think it's like 7% of the world's population just disappears.
It's a fucked up show,
70
dude.
or 7?
7, like it's still a few million.
Are you
'cause
thinking about
towns
the
are-
Avengers or you?
No, it's they took it from this.
Thanos, dude.
But it's basically about
Big dumb
like
blue guy with 5 stones in his head, right? Are we thinking about the same thing?
The Leftovers is the sequel
it's-
to the Avengers.
no, it's a prequel.
Oh, prequel. Word.
Prequel.
What did I say?
Leftovers started before
What did I say?
a sequel. Stupid.
It's the same thing.
But it was only
Fuck
3
off.
seasons, and where it went because it was from the same
fucking
guys that
hate
made Lost, and
It
Lost got
happens,
super shitty really quick. Lost got into a place where they were just making it up as they go.
Lost was one of those shows that, unfortunately, because I
Well,
love
aren't people
Lost.
pissed about that ending?
Oh, it was
Everyone's
horrendous.
pissed about that ending,
The Lost
yeah.
ending was horrendous, and it just got the writers admitted just a few years ago. Yeah, we really just kind of rewrote as we went. We
Dude, I
didn't have an
remember-
end game in
So
sight.
do you
could work at some
think
point,
do you think
but-
the
Not
island
with that kind
do
of
you think the
storyline,
island was
yeah.
purgatory?
Yeah, it was 100% purgatory.
Well, I was
Okay,
gonna say,
that's
I
very
remember
clear.
my father.
Oh,
watched-
we have to talk. I'm sorry.
no,
to
you're
interrupt.
fine, you're good.
We have to talk about American
We talked
Psycho.
about. I'm down to talk about America.
Yes, so
like
am I,
the
dude.
fact that he
Holy
never saw
shit.
it.
But the thing is,
never
like, I
seen it
remember,
either.
dude.
What? You never saw
Dude,
American
I
Psycho?
don't watch
We're about to
movies,
ruin it
man.
for you because it's been
No,
long
that's fine,
enough.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
sorry.
care.
No, but I was
Yeah.
gonna say my father watched Lost live, literally after the final episode aired. He turns the TV off, looks at me, and goes, "Well, that was a waste of 7 years."
Yeah, because
That's
to
what
them
most
it
people
was,
like.
I
it
don't
was
know, but he, like-
basically the dream idea. Like
Yeah.
the end of the show is you wake up and the whole thing's a dream. And I know like the only people that like it are really religious people that like the Lost ending. People that are because to them it's like you were repenting for your mortal sins, so you were in purgatory for
Well,
X
it wasn't.
amount of time.
I was gonna say it wasn't a dream. It was they
they-
finished
they-
purgatory. They went
but
to
people,
heaven.
people wanted
right?
an actual result of what happened beyond they died. The
You
truth
know
is
who-
they died, right?
I think the
Well,
best.
that's,
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way I always thought about it, was that
Yeah,
it was purgatory.
correct.
You know who did Purgatory good? South Park.
South Park does everything
And that
good.
Michael
South Park
Jackson
is
episode
great.
where they're all fucking in purgatory on
Yeah.
the plane, and it's just Michael Jackson as a baby, like I'm a baby.
Choose me, and the fucking slap chop guy who died and shit
Oh
too,
my
right?
god!
There's so many dead celebrities in that.
all the dead
Mays or
celebrities.
something?
Yeah, Billy Mays.
So American
Billy
Psycho.
Mays here.
American Psycho. We talked about
Oh,
it. like-
real quick, just to
Yeah.
fucking throw Penny Dreadful, because I feel like you guys.
yeah.
Have you seen Penny Dreadful?
No, I have
You
not.
have to.
I'll
It's-
watch it. I'll watch
it's
it.
a
I'm
show
gonna
that
write it
mixes
down.
all like the classic, like.
I've heard enough people rave about it that I trust that I'll like it.
Yeah, I hope it's still on Netflix. I would love to run through it again, but it's
Yeah.
basically like all the classic like bad guys of like Dracula, Frankenstein, or
That's
Dr.
okay.
Frankenstein, I should say. All that stuff like
That's the kind of shit I'm into. I like old horror.
it's like a crazy like Van Helsing's in it or whatever. He's the guy who kills Dracula,
What
right?
about Hellboy?
I don't like Hellboy. There's never a
The
film.
guy named fucking Hellboy. Best movie ever, Haggard. No, it's
Think
just
of
like
a guy named Hellboy, and
Sorry, I thought
that's
that, I
what
thought
he
that was
looks
mine.
like.
you were hoping to hit him.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, it's just like a classic mashup of like all
Cheers.
those things, and it's just done fucking
I'll
really
check it
well.
out.
Take a
dude.
shot, Fudge.
It's
I'll
very
fuck
fucking good.
I'm actually super excited about the new Hellboy movie. I really
I'm
am.
not.
It looks pretty cool.
I didn't even like the
It's better than
Ron.
the Golden fucking Army, probably.
I never really knew anything about Hellboy or whatever, but I mean, I don't,
Stings the nostrils, dude. Holy fuck.
American Psycho. So Fudge, how have you interpreted the ending? Because I like talking about.
Christian Bale's
because
a
I
man,
very
by the
much,
way.
I bet
Dude,
he is.
crazy good movie. You really
Oh,
love it.
good for you! You guys ever watch that rant? Of
course,
You're ruining my fucking scene.
Terminator rant is fucking great. That's a classic.
He is a big cocksucker, but he's just an amazing fucking actor, dude. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I'm like just assuming, or I just because the way I watch movies and pay attention to shit, sometimes like I'll get into it and like just think things that might be happening or like trying to interpret whatever. Sometimes I just make up whatever I think I want to fucking think the show or movie is about, whatever. But I could have swore at the end when Christian Bale was talking to the lawyer was like giving him a face like, nope, none of that happened, sort of.
No,
thing.
that's kind of the vibe I got when I was watching it.
there's
for
supposed
sure.
to be a
yeah.
level
But he's
of
trying to claim to tell me that like none of the
There's-
murders were
okay,
fucking real.
There's a level of it being ambiguous. That's kind of how it's supposed to be. That's
well,
kind
you're
of
coming on the
like
podcast using big words. I'm going to take it as
ambiguous.
disrespect.
Okay, when someone is
completely
sexually,
agree, dude. Finally, a simpleton like me.
Let me explain. When someone
gotta
is
take a piss.
sexually ambiguous, that means that you never really know which way they're going to go sexually. So that means that
It's
there's
funny
multiple ways
every
you can
time,
take it.
dude.
It's supposed to be like
Every time.
open to interpretation
Okay.
how an ending is. Kind of like Inception.
I was reading an article-
Was Inception? Was it a dream or was it not a dream? That kind of thing.
Oh no, it was a dream within a dream that was also
was
a
it
dream
real?
too.
What was happening, or was it a dream?
I actually never got.
so
I
that
own it, and I
everyone
never
fucks
got
with
to watch it.
It's a level of ambiguous. Just means like it can be interpreted multiple ways.
Yeah.
However you want to say.
Still
Everyone,
disrespectful.
you know the Sopranos ending, even though you've seen it. Everyone knows it. Correct. The famous. Everyone was angry
The
about
whole
it when it
world-
happened.
Well, because
The whole
you don't
world
know
went
what
crazy.
happens.
It cuts
right?
to black, yeah. Ambiguous. How you want to interpret it. And for me, with things like that, there's things you have to look to. There's things in the Sopranos ending that make it very obvious to me what happens in the ending. And in American Psycho, there's a few things that are very obvious that tell you that he didn't. If there's any murders he committed, it was probably the homeless guy. He committed.
That's the one that makes the most sense
When
to
he
me,
goes
for
to that
sure.
guy's apartment, like Jared Leto's apartment or whatever,
Yeah,
and people
yeah.
are cleaning, why do they just happen to be there spackling, painting, cleaning? To me, that's that lawyer backing him up, taking care of the fucking murder he just did.
Okay, so you have to
why isn't it that he just walks into an open apartment with nothing there and nobody going on, and it's just furniture, and they don't make it obvious that it's just
But they
you
don't-
made that whole thing up in your head. There's people like they make it seem like they're cleaning up after his murder.
No, I'm definitely with you on that because now that you say it like that, yeah, you know,
That's
it
the way
sounds
I
like
always interpret it.
You understand?
No, it makes
But okay,
sense now,
if that was
I read an
hypothetical-
article saying real quick too to interrupt, but to let you go. The director didn't want it to be interpreted as. I mean, he wanted it to be completely open ended, like he didn't like nothing
Well,
was
the
real
book,
specific.
the book is open ended as well. The book is.
Yeah,
It's
who the
called-
fuck
Fuck reads.
I do. Sorry.
I don't know how to read.
The
Dick.
book, the book is it's open ended as well because that's why they confuse names throughout the movie. They think someone is someone else besides Patrick Bateman.
It does a great
It's supposed
job
to
of confusing the shit out of me.
Exactly. There's certain things that people think he's someone else. Paul Allen, Jared Leto's character, thought he was someone else. The lawyer thought he was someone else. There's supposed to be a level of what's actually reality. But in the whole
much poon
end
does
scene
Jared
leading
Leto
up
get,
to
by the way?
it, the one thing you know did not happen is the ATM, even though he saw it, the ATM reading, "Feed me a stray cat." That's what it said. That didn't happen. There's a moment when he shoots the cop car, right? When the cops are coming. Two shots in
explodes.
it. And he even goes,
Walker,
like you said about the lawyer's face.
Yeah.
So, and then when
about sucking
when
dick?
Gene, his assistant, sees the diary, all that in the book is what he was doing, what he thought he was doing. There was a level of restraint, but he was so in his own fucking head and obsessed with superficial things. For people to accept him, the things he actually wanted to do is what he was writing down. All these things were playing out in his head because he knew he had to live such a level of being committed to this superficial image. That's 100% what it is.
So what do you think about when he calls the lawyer? When there's like helicopters outside and all that shit.
I think he had trouble separating his fantasies from his reality. So when he saw the lawyer, he was saying that, thinking that he actually did that the cops were looking over him.
It's not funny anymore.
Exactly. If the cops were overlooking him and not going crazy, he wouldn't have been able to go out in public for weeks, correct? You've played GTA. 5 stars don't go away. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a suicide mission
and
once you
again,
get the 5 stars.
you know that an ATM didn't pop up and say, "Feed me a stray cat." So it's supposed to kind of tell you that there's something going on here. The car blowing up after 2 shots. That's not reality.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's one of those ones, but there's other points to make like that where you can determine it. So it's
with
hard
the
to
shit
say.
with the shit with the hookers, like wasn't. I remember like weird shit happening with like because it was the same hooker he kept bringing back.
Yeah.
And he was like violent. He was like abusing her for sure,
Janice?
right?
That kind of stuff
that's what they're meant for,
could
no?
have been real.
What was that? What was that whole part with the fucking?
I think that he-
with the clothes hanger. That one I didn't understand.
He was
that.
like physically. He was like.
doing
The
his
old,
thing.
he was giving her the old in out love with a hanger. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like good for
Was
him.
she
I guess.
pregnant?
No, he was just torturing them more or less. Okay, so there
That
you
is
go.
a very valid question. and I
One of the
appreciate
best
it.
parts of that movie was like, don't just look at it, eat it.
Dude,
That's one of the funniest
spoiler,
fucking parts
here's
of
a
any
spoiler.
movie I've ever seen.
After opening track, I have that sound clip play for this
Just
week.
look at it, eat
Hey,
it.
Barbara, Sabrina, don't just stare at it, eat it.
Yeah.
Look at the camera.
But I will say,
Oh, yeah, when he's like,
dude,
yeah.
dude, I honestly felt like a fucking idiot. I've never watched it before. Like, it's literally one of my
I only
all-time
saw
favorite
it.
movies
I only
now.
saw it a couple of years ago.
Dude, it's
Well, because
I feel like I've definitely seen more movies than most people. He's seen a lot, but I've seen way more than him.
Yeah, for sure.
But you guys, I feel like haven't seen a lot.
I'm bad. I'm such.
And you've seen more than him.
I'm not a movie guy,
Probably.
man. The ones
You're
I
more of a TV guy.
You're more of a Transformers type of
Yeah.
guy, right?
What are you
like
into?
Transformers?
Fuck Transformers, buddy. Come
You
on.
like that little bee or whatever?
My thing
Bumblebee.
is, I love every movie. I'm like, dude, I fucking love this movie. Right?
So you
If I
like it?
movie.
What movie do you hate the most? And you have to hate a movie.
Yeah.
What's
Ooh,
the
do I
worst
hate
movie
it?
you've ever seen? It's got to be one. You like everything?
No, I just
He'll be very judgmental before even watching something. So, like, something he would
I
have
am too,
hated,
so-
he probably wouldn't even watch. But you watch everything, though.
He literally does watch everything.
I won't
watch
watch.
everything.
I am not going to watch
Yeah,
Aquaman.
it's called You Watch For Example.
I won't watch Aquaman.
Well,
and
there's no
He
point to
watches
watch it.
everything.
I have zero interest in Captain Marvel. Negative interest in Captain Marvel.
He
Not
would
gonna
Not
say
only
it.
because she's abroad, just because.
Well, no, that's actually the only reason. No, I'm kidding. No, it just looks like a fucking Dragon Ball Z movie. Like, it just looks fucking stupid. I'm not
Was
into
it a
it.
Dragon Ball Z movie? How
There was
bad
a
that
Dragon Ball
was,
Z
dude?
movie.
Live
Dude, it was
action
so
Dragon
I
Ball
see. I didn't
bad.
even know that. I don't need to see it. It looks
You
like
so
shit.
fucking-
You
And I
should
loved
watch
Infinity
it. It's
War.
funny.
Watch it once just to see how
All right,
fucking
I can do.
stupid
I
it
like.
is, dude.
I like movies that are so bad that they're good for sure. I
So-
love watching bad movies.
You like
Sometimes-
Sharknado, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked about that today. Shit's funny.
Tara
It's
Reid
fu-
looking all ugly and
Dude,
shit.
we went
Yes, he's not the only person that goes to Sharknado for Tara Reid. Not American
Reid
Pie.
took like
Thank
shit.
you.
Tara Reid had like a year and
was
a
hot
half
in
window
Scrubs.
where she was hot, and then it was gone.
Yeah,
it was
well,
literally
Scrubs was one of those
American
things
Pie 1 and 2. She was
She
in some Ashton
injected all
Kutcher
the
movie.
badness into her face.
Did she
Yeah.
like right now? She looks like Little Nicky's cousin. That's
Yeah,
what she looks like.
she looks fucking horrendous.
I got hit in the face with a shovel.
My thing is I'm more of a nerd with video games.
In the left
than-
tit, right? The one tit.
Well, if you're more of a nerd video game, what's your favorite video game?
Yeah, yeah,
ever?
yeah.
You
What's
gotta
that?
have like a
Come on.
definitive answer.
Like
Everyone's
the
got a
actual
number.
game or like a
Game,
series?
game
He's gonna
series.
say Legend
No,
of
let's
Zelda.
say I want to hear.
from
Okay,
that.
we'll do that. A series, an individual game.
It's definitely Legend of Zelda and
Okay.
then Breath of the Wild's my favorite game.
Okay, which
of the Wild's
which one
really
is that
favorite?
from? Which
The Switch. It's the
Okay,
newest one that
dude,
came out with.
my buddy Adrian, the one that
Yeah.
works at Jimmy the Barber's,
I've
Jimmy's son.
played
He's
them
like a
all.
super huge Zelda fan and
Right.
always talks to me about it. I'm like, I haven't played one since Majora's Mask. I don't think I'm gonna
Majora's
play
Mask
one.
Solid game.
great.
I know,
Dude,
dude, I loved Ocarina of Time. It's one of my favorite
Ocarina
games
of Time is
ever.
a top 10.
I don't know
classic.
what kind of video games you like, but Breath of the Wild is fucking.
I literally
It might be
want to
too
play-
much for him. I think he's kind of
don't-
like Jack, where like it's too much.
Do you like Skyrim?
No,
No,
I can't play
no, no.
Skyrim.
You won't like
don't-
this game, though.
I like
It's
a
like
certain
Zelda and
level.
Skyrim.
I like a certain
Oh,
level
shit.
of
You
art.
shouldn't have said that. You really shouldn't have said
I
that.
like a certain
I'm gonna
level
buy
of
a Switch
RPG.
tomorrow. Fuck, I'm gonna buy the shit out of that.
Just order it
literally
online right
Zelda.
now.
I want to. I really
so
want
good.
to.
I have a certain level of RPG I can go to, but
Right.
Skyrim
I
is
really
too
need
much.
to play. I really need
Like,
to fucking
I love
play Breath of the
KOTOR.
Wild.
Like Knights of the
bad.
Old
I love
Republic is
Zelda.
amazing.
So good, dude.
Knights of
I
the Old
like-
Republic's amazing. I like Fable was enough for me.
Fable was cool,
But
yeah.
Skyrim, when it's too much of an open world, like my least favorite GTA is San Andreas because I didn't like when I had to eat and I had to work out.
Yeah,
that's
see-
not part of It's cool if you
Yeah,
put it in
that
there and
was-
I can do it.
Yeah, see-
but I shouldn't be punished for not doing
I was
it.
gonna say, you
Just let me
didn't-
walk into a club with a minigun and gun people down. That's all I need
You
to
literally
do.
don't. You don't look like a guy that's gonna spend minimum of 50 hours just mining getting your mining skill up.
To be
That's
fair,
what I do.
I say that, and then
Terrible.
but then I played Red Dead 2, and that had all of that in there, and I
Right.
committed. I was like all in on Red Dead. I played
still
the
haven't
fuck
bought
out of it.
See, now I'm just upset with you.
Why?
Because now you're missing out on so many fucking great video games, and just because everybody was
you're-
like Red Dead, and then you just happen to fucking put all your time and effort
I
into
loved
that.
the first Red Dead Redemption. I played the first one, and I loved the first one.
I'm not
Red
saying
Dead
they
is
probably
great.
aren't great games. I haven't played them yet. I'm sure they are, but like. You're like, oh, fuck Skyrim. Dude, Skyrim is
I
a
played-
fantastic
I
game.
tried-
Skyrim's an all-time
always-
classic at this point. It
I
honestly
tried
is. It's
playing.
an
I
all-time
tried
classic.
playing the first one that was on the original Xbox, which was Oblivion
Morrowind.
or Morrowind. I tried Morrowind.
Morrowind
wasn't
was
for
rough,
me,
dude.
I tried
It's
Oblivion. Wasn't
Yeah.
for me. I tried Mass Effect. Not for me.
What about
There's-
Fallout?
Same thing. It's just.
I would say
it's
if-
too much.
if you don't like Skyrim, you're not gonna
and
like
it's the
Fallout. No
pace
shot.
with how
Yeah.
much is going on that doesn't do it for me. I do like a little more upbeat action, but I like I said, Red Dead to me was like the perfect balance of it, kind of like KOTOR was.
Yeah.
KOTOR was about as
Yeah,
far as
dude.
I'll go with that kind of stuff.
Knights of the Old Republic, the first
Yeah,
one
dude.
specifically.
No, and
was
Knights
so
of the Old
good.
Republic
Amazing.
2 was great too. The first one is just a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
And I
too
wish
good.
they would remaster one of those because I'd play the fuck out of that.
I still need to play it.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
dude, it's
Really?
so.
I think it's on Steam though, so I
It's
should
on
be
Steam.
good.
You can get it on
You
your
never played
phone,
Knights
dude.
of the Old Republic? Yeah,
I still never
they're
fucking.
definitely the first one's definitely on your phone.
Yeah, you
like
could download it on your phone
But
for
I'll
$8.
just, dude, maybe that'll be like for like April or May's fucking
Dude, yeah,
Nerdcast.
let's do a Nerdcast with that, dude.
How many hours do you think is that game?
It's a while for sure. It's a
it's-
while. Like there's a couple. I couldn't put an exact number on it.
Yeah,
I really
it
don't
goes
know.
pretty fucking deep.
So
I'd
it,
say
it was
it's
the
a 20-hour game.
I would say that's fair. Like
That's
it's
it?
the first RPG I really put my time into, and it took me years to.
Yeah,
beat
that was
it.
original Xbox,
Years.
man. That was one
Yeah.
of the. They had a bunch of really good Star Wars games on Xbox.
They did.
The Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast games.
Jedi
were
Academy wasn't terrible.
Dude, that was a game that was great because you could do online play with 30 people with lightsabers,
That's fucking nuts.
battling and make your own custom lightsaber.
You know what I love?
Just throwing the fuck down, dude. It was awesome.
One of
is
my
pretty
favorite
cool.
Star Wars games was the last MMO they did.
That was
the Old Republic.
the Old Republic.
Yeah, the Old Republic.
The Old Republic. was
My
fucking
brother
great.
still plays it. He still
I went
loves
Sith
it. Yeah.
and I just
good,
lightning the shit out of everyone.
I only go
could.
Sith in
I
those
played it
games
for a bit.
generally.
I played it for a bit.
always.
With
It
it.
was-
That
it
was
was
what
fun.
that was what I liked so much about Red. I always go bad guy route in almost
You
any
have to.
video game.
Yeah.
So with Red Dead Redemption 2,
go good guy 'cause I'm
starting
I always
off-
go good guy.
I
See,
think
it's-
yes.
Dude,
That's what I'm
you
saying,
get the
dude.
funnier
liberals
shit.
over
The shit
here.
is funnier when you're the bad guy. So like in Red
Yeah,
Dead.
but in my first playthrough, I'm trying to get like the most out of the main story I can.
Okay,
But it's
so-
funny you're saying, but dude, I mean, how am I supposed to take you seriously, man? You're just like the only like intricate game you've
Well,
ever
here's
played is
the thing,
Red Dead
Perosi,
2.
No, that's
It's
fair.
because
I'm not- so-
I was surprised because you're not one to just like follow the shit, but like every single why you even playing it? It was pissing me off so much. Like these people that are like barely nerds that
Sure.
you're like, dude, you're having way too much sex to tell me anything about a video game right now, bro. Like, okay?
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
oh, why does that game even matter? Red Dead 2. I'm like, fuck off, bro. Like, I'm sure Red Dead 2 is a fucking great game, but it's been one of those things now that it's just everybody's been so cunty about it. Like,
No,
like
that's
they're
it.
like, no, dude, okay? Like, I've been willing many times in my life to put sex off to play a great video
Absolutely.
game that you don't even know anything about. Don't tell me about a video game, you fucking asshole.
I play a lot of video games.
It
It's
just-
the
it just
RPGs
sucks.
aren't my.
Yeah.
It's just
He's never been an RPG guy. As long as I've known him,
I
he's
played.
never been
I
an
played a lot of the
And he
Final
has, and I've
Fantasies.
always respected that
Right.
until he came out with the Red Dead
But
thing.
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
you-
saying,
I loved Red
why
Dead.
are you so willing to put all those hours into that
yelling.
game?
Time the fuck
not
out.
Skyrim.
What's the fucking because the story is a little more intricate in
It's
Red
not
Dead.
really-
It's a little more plays like a
it's
movie.
not like an
The
RPG.
story plays like a
What?
movie. That's
Red
my
Dead?
point. The story in Red Dead. So
Yes
this is what I was
and
gonna
no.
say. So we
Yeah.
were talking about
Yes
the
and
whole.
no.
There's so many games you refuse to play that I guarantee the story's better than Red Dead.
Yes.
But the way it plays,
Like
I'm, not,
1,000
listen, I'm talking about the
times
way
over.
the story plays in the game itself, not the way the way the combat goes to the specific things. RPGs, my first memory of them is like when you're playing the old Final Fantasies. You're
Right.
walking, you stop, battle. That shit, I know they don't do that in those games
Are you
anymore.
talking about like the turn-based shit?
Yeah,
kind
like
of?
the Pokemon games, that kind of stuff.
Well, I was gonna say
so
even like-
I like when a
JRPG,
I like when a,
Japanese role
yes,
play.
Right,
I
for
like
sure,
when I
yeah.
like when a video game the story is seamless with the gameplay more or less. And the RPGs, I feel like there's a lot of they're amazing games. I get that. I can understand all that.
I get
but
it.
The
I get
pacing,
that.
the pacing of it. But if you didn't play Red Dead Redemption, let me explain why I like it
understand.
so much. So we were talking about if I took it as a typical video game, I go the bad guy route the entire way. I blow everyone's head off.
Let me interrupt
I do
you
two.
real
I
quick.
do two play.
So the
playthroughs.
reason me and Perosi go bad guys and you guys go good guys because me and Perosi are gentlemen in real life.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
So we
We
have
get to live out our
let
fantasies.
You guys
guys
are-
Two of the biggest
Gross.
cocksuckers I ever met in my entire life.
So the thing in Red Dead is that there's a morality rating
Can't help
based
it.
on the decisions you make. Whether
Yeah.
you save someone, I would when I started the game.
So like
I
I
would-
like Fable.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
save
Fable's
someone,
amazing.
and based on your morality, the prices on things are either cheaper or more expensive. You can get certain weapons, you can't get certain weapons. But the way they wrote the story is that this character, they made him. It made it such a redeemable story
baby.
as it played
Go big.
that I found myself making the good decisions based on the way the story was unfolding. So the game hooked me storyline wise like that. If you can hook me with the way the game is playing, as far as related to the story, like Last of Us, when Last of Us fucking hits
I
you
don't
in
wanna
the
talk about Last
when
of
Last
Us,
of Us
dude.
hits you
Last
in
of Us
the
is rough.
Last of Us hits you in the stomach in the first 15 minutes of the game, and you're like, holy fuck,
That-
like sinks you instantly.
The Last
so
of Us, when it comes to like, when I say newer, I'm talking about like the last decade because I'm a huge
it's a
Japanese.
top 10 game in the last decade.
I'm a
Last
huge
of Us.
Japanese
sure,
RPG
yeah,
fan.
for sure.
I'm really into RPGs and stuff. And when it comes to like a newer game, because like I end up playing a lot of older stuff, I'm always like way behind everybody, and I play fucking like I just started playing Fallout 4 like a month ago. You know what I mean? And that game's like fucking 3 years old. Like
Correct.
when I played The Last of Us finally, which I was like 2 years late to, that game I haven't had a newer game like around the
Hit you
time when I
like
played
that.
it. Blow me away. So like that instantly became like one of my like top 10 fucking
And it's only like a 12-hour game.
I
If
had
you're
that
really
with the,
like
even
It's
even
so
before Red Dead.
amazing. There's some gameplay thing that's a little annoying, like a fucking crowbar breaking.
Sure,
Get real.
sure.
It's fucking
Yeah,
of course.
that's
Little
kinda
things
like
like
that.
that.
that you
Well,
can
that's all
use
survival
shivs
horror
that
shit.
break.
Yeah.
But the dumb cunt that's following you has a knife.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why can't
It's
you
fucking-
have a
But
fucking knife?
a game before Red Dead that I was
Right,
shocked at
what's-
how much I had fun playing was that fucking Spider-Man game. Was a fucking
I heard
blast.
everybody
Everyone said
loves
it's
Spider-Man.
amazing.
Dude,
Well, because
yeah.
my buddy played it. He's like, dude, you can get all the different suits and
Dude, I mean, that's,
I'm like,
that
all
part's cool.
right,
But dude,
give me a fucking break. I'm getting drunk here.
It's a fucking full map in New York City, like perfect.
It's
And
probably spot on. I would
it's
assume.
spot on.
How many
And-
Starbucks?
Dude, they have like little fake ones
Speaking
all
of,
throughout.
I can use a fucking Starbucks right now. Holy shit.
Literally, they have a
Why
quick.
do you think I came here with a coffee, man?
I'll make a coffee.
I'm taking your water,
They,
dick.
they have a quick travel option in the game because the map is huge. I never used it because just slinging around the city.
Yeah, it was probably one
a
of the funnest fucking
blast.
things, yeah.
So as far
I
as
heard. I didn't hear one bad thing about that
no,
new Spider-Man
there's nothing
game.
bad you
It's a
can
lot
The
say
of
only
about it.
bad thing you heard was Xbox fucking guys like, I want to play it.
Yeah,
Oh, I wonder who that
Why
sounds
can't I
like.
play it?
No, I really
I
wish
really wanted
did,
to rip
honestly.
Xbox people, but I like you, Taylor, so I'm not going to do it.
I really
I
appreciate it.
fucking-
Now, listen, here's the truth.
Xbox is a great media console. That's it.
I've been an Xbox guy from the inception, from OG Xbox to Xbox One. But like when both Xbox One and PS4
So
were
you've
coming
dealt
out,
with horseshit red rings of death almost your entire
Dude,
video game
I
career.
actually
Listen
no,
to
I
this.
haven't, dude.
His
I-
original Xbox still works,
white-
and it's in our fucking studio.
the white one.
It
the
still
white one. I
works.
still
Why is it got to be
haven't-
white though?
I never had
that's all they
That's
wanted
what it
for us.
is. That's the original one. Talk to Microsoft.
You know,
They're the
we
racist.
don't put up with racism on our podcast.
I,
Like,
listen,
so-
I completely understand it. Neither
let
do
me break
I.
this
Talk to
down.
Microsoft. The
Listen,
fucking asshole.
the original
Bill Gates
the original
made a
Xbox
racist console, and that's all I have to say about that.
The original Xbox, when it first came out, was shit. But around the time Halo
No, hold
dropped,
on, wait, hold on. Let's
just
let's
having
be,
a hard drive on there and being able to put your own fucking music on there.
Let's be real.
was
It
a
was
whole
shit
different
The load
bags.
times were a million times faster on the
Yeah.
Plus,
Xbox.
they were the first one to do like the
Online play,
Yeah.
dude. No, they had online play. SOCOM on PS2, but it would cost you $80 an hour to
SOCOM
play.
was ridiculous.
The legitimate online gaming was when Xbox
Yeah,
came
dude.
out. And it
When
was
Halo
fucking-
2 came out
Xbox
on the
Live
Xbox,
changed the game.
on the original
Yeah.
Xbox.
Oh yeah, big time.
And then I had a
But that's why
I-
everybody loved Xbox. Like they put up with all the bullshit of the hardware and how fucking
Yeah,
shitty
no.
it can be.
Well, it's like having
With
a PC.
I even got an Xbox 360 just to play COD with people. And after a
Right.
few months, I traded it in because I had my buddy hack it for me so I can get certain titles that were on both. And I was
And
like,
then we
oh,
both got banned.
yeah,
Yeah, you
we
would've gotten
would've been-
banned.
I eventually went to like 3 or 4 different GameStops till one asshole finally took it, and then that's when I bought
I had-
Skyrim and a new
I had it on
PS3
my
controller.
original
And there's
Xbox.
karma. Now you have a kid.
I had my original Xbox.
You don't talk about my daughter. You don't talk.
I had
I
my-
did
my
promise I
original-
would make jokes about your kid once it was born.
That's fair.
Hold on, wait. Speaking of your kid, I was trying to be so fucking nice when I heard like
Continue to do that if you talk about my daughter.
when your daughter was born, I was like, oh, dude, Fudge, congratulations, pal. You know, I'm so very
You
happy.
guys are very kind,
And-
man. You like took a little second to like throw.
And literally, I was
oh
like,
no, that's right. You
dude,
were.
it's like the devil and angel on your fucking shoulder. I'm being all nice, and all you hear is Dan's like, you dumped the load in her. Fucking asshole.
See, he didn't say anything about my daughter though. So he's,
No, I
he's
didn't
safe.
say anything.
Just
Nor would
speaking
I.
the truth. Well, no,
You're such a piece-
because you've already went out of your way to
Because he's a
congratulate me
gentleman.
a few times. I
Yeah.
think.
Dude.
So when you did, so even when you did it, it was like you were like, oh, he fucking left her loaded, or who cares, or that. And I thought it was fucking hilarious.
You celebrate it once, and then it's like, all right, fuck
Dude,
off.
yeah.
We get it. You have
Yeah,
a kid.
how many nice tweets is he supposed to send out?
Dude, there's
I mean,
enough people out there that I hate because they got married, and every day for the year after they get married, it's wedding pictures.
That,
And when
listen,
they have we get it. Your kid fucking took a step. Woo! It's gonna wear a helmet to bed for the next 10 years. No one gives a shit about that monster.
listen.
No, truly, I don't care about your kid.
I
No
gotta say
offense,
wholeheartedly,
don't care.
the one thing.
I haven't posted a single thing, and not
Thank
because
you.
I don't, and not because she isn't the most important thing in my life. That like every day I come home, it like completely blows me away.
Dude.
It's because I don't need,
and even,
I don't
like,
need that
you
satisfaction
said-
of everybody being like, oh my god,
From the-
Fudge,
from the
oh my
random
God,
fucking
you're doing it.
people.
So
You
you
said,
yeah,
like,
right,
two-
Who
exactly.
gives a shit? I know how important my daughter
said,
is to me.
like,
I don't
two
give a shit if you
Snapchats.
people
said,
know.
You
Right,
said two
exactly.
Snapchats, and that's perfect. They're spaced out. I'm like, oh, okay, it's kid, cool.
Oh,
But-
my Snapchats are funny.
yeah, sure.
Stick out this, seeing this fucking baby.
No,
they are.
but it happened before. Just naturally, like, listen, I can't help myself. I'm just naturally a nice dude. I was
Yeah.
raised that way, right?
And I
naturally-
appreciate
He's
it.
too
No,
nice.
but I'm
He's the
saying-
nicest person I know, so I have to treat him like the absolute worst person.
it's totally
I
fine.
also appreciate the comedic value as well. There's
No, but listen, it's totally fine because if he pisses me off, don't worry, I'll smack the shit out of him. Everything's fine. But what I'm saying is that like
No, he
even
won't.
before you were walking out to get
he
classes,
said
I go,
He
Fudge.
needs to. He
Dude,
needs to.
I literally go, I go, Fudge, you need any help? He goes, why are you being so fucking nice? Fuck you. And he closed the door up. I was like, I don't know what it is,
Wait,
dude.
so
Like it's just the way I was
wanted
raised.
to,
but
I wanted to
it
talk
needs
to
to
you.
be added because we're just too much of assholes
no,
too
listen,
much. So
and it's
every
totally
now
fine.
and then.
Listen, I could run with anyone, and that's the truth because I've just lived with this. I've lived with this guy.
Yeah, I like
and
breaking
he's
in. It's like
literally
Full Metal
fucking-
Jacket.
He's
I think-
made my life a living hell for
I think
3.5
Perozzi's
years.
a gentleman.
See?
I don't see what the problem is.
That's like your fuck off.
After
no.
an hour and 43 minutes on this podcast, I have no idea why you're friends with Perozzi.
Listen, I don't know either.
I've been
I don't
trying to
fucking
make it
know
end.
Clearly, and it's not working. I don't know why.
I don't know what it is, dude.
So,
like,
wait,
listen,
wait.
I'm the little engine that could. I'm the little engine that could of getting
Little?
fucked. That's
Dude,
I
what?
saw that coming 2 sentences ago. You were like, little?
and I was
Could
like,
ya?
oh, here it goes.
Could you?
you know.
That
Listen,
one you get. That one you did yourself. As soon as you said, I was like, here
listen,
comes Perozzi. with the back throw.
here's what happens. Listen, I'm really good at setting myself up. I just throw you a perfect alley oop and you slam it.
Yeah,
every
of
fucking
course.
time.
Well, it's also chemistry because it works. It's funny. It's chemistry.
You're
You
dead,
gotta get
right?
it.
Michael
In your
Jordan
fucking
and Scottie
twisted mind,
Pippen,
it
right?
works.
Yeah.
I fucking hate everyone. Let's be real. I can't stand it.
Well, why not?
No,
Yeah,
it's
at,
fine.
at this point,
I specifically hate that piece of shit across the table from me. I can't fucking
fucking
walk.
Let's take another shot, Taylor. I don't want you to stop talking. I'm liking what's coming out of
No,
you
listen,
right now.
it's totally fine. And listen, I've been saying it for a couple hours now.
if you throw up tonight,
Listen, I'm not throwing up. Everything's fine.
Do it on his pillow.
I'm-
He
do
deserves
it and you're cool.
Do it. Listen, if there's one thing that's happening tonight,
Cheers, Taylor.
it is the most drunk I've been in a solid minute. And I couldn't be happier
like
to
that.
say it's
That's
been
how
a
it
while.
goes on this podcast.
Legit, for real.
I'm putting you to bed like the second we get home.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, like I'm gonna
Alright,
go
cool.
lay down and shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna start screaming in my sleep.
Please, you probably will.
Everything's fine.
Everything. I wouldn't worry about it. Not too
What's
worried.
your favorite dinosaur, bud?
Favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. Fuck that thing.
So is your favorite or it's your least favorite?
It's both. It's my favorite and my least favorite. It's got a fucked up shield, and then it also fucked up a T-Rex.
A shield.
It protects its neck and back.
Do you think that's what they called it back then? You guys like my shield? I don't think that's what it's called.
Yeah, what I don't know.
No, you don't. I wanted to continue a conversation you
Keep
guys were having
talking
a
when you
couple
don't
weeks
know.
ago.
That's what the goal is.
Wait, I want to talk about the
I'm having so much fun,
baseball.
Dan. Fuck you.
I want to talk about baseball. The
Why?
Hall of Fame.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Roy Halladay.
Yeah, we have to argue. We
Roy
have to argue right
Halladay was a first ballot Hall of Famer, alive or dead.
Do me a favor. Favor.
Well, what are you saying? I'm not going to shave you.
No, it's fine. But do me a favor and eat shit.
Shave you?
No, Roy Halladay was a Hall of Famer, alive or dead.
I'm pretty sure I said that.
So let me explain.
I think he was a Hall of Famer regardless.
Let's start this
but
off with I don't really know anything about baseball.
Okay.
I like baseball a lot. I've always liked baseball like my entire life.
Okay. So
I'm in my later adult life now. I'm liking it a lot more because just all the games.
Sure,
and sometimes
sure.
you just
Sure. So
you need to do something.
Okay, Roy Halladay. I think he got 80. I think he got 88% of the vote
You
to get
really
in.
think
Yeah.
100% he would have been in first
Okay,
ballot?
so he had a
Not first ballot,
He had a,
no.
he would have gotten in first ballot regardless, alive or dead.
That's my argument that he died,
Okay,
and that's
let
why
me
he got in
explain.
first ballot.
So-
Not that he wasn't a Hall of Famer, period, because he definitely, obviously,
No,
is.
100% was. I
Okay,
completely
so
agree with that. Yes.
you need 75% of the vote to get in the Hall of Fame, correct? Okay, so he got
Okay,
88%
I
of the
don't know.
vote. Could he have gotten a few votes because the guys that otherwise would have snubbed their nose? Possibly. We know what these writers are like. They're a bunch of twats, right?
Cunts is the
However,
exact word.
Roy Halladay had a decade stretch where he was no worse than the third best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah,
10
he
years
was a
of being
pitcher,
1,
man.
2, or 3.
Yeah.
That's
And this is
unheard
coming
of.
from a Mets fan.
No, listen,
And
man,
he killed the Mets
Dude,
when he was
and
with the Phillies.
and I wanna say-
he,
oh
he
my
killed
God.
the Yankees when he was with the Blue Jays. When the Yankees had A-Rod and Posada going,
That's
and
the
all
best
those.
time. I loved him.
Jason Giambi, he was killing him. Yeah, it's no
Giambi.
doubt
Oh.
he was an Iron Man in an era when baseball stopped having guys go the full 9 innings. He doesn't have the longevity numbers, the 300 wins, the 3,000 strikeouts, which are guaranteeing the Hall of Fame. But that's not the way baseball works anymore. Pedro Martinez doesn't even have 300 wins, and for my money, he's the most dominant pitcher I've ever seen over Randy Johnson.
His first 5 years, dude.
And he did it in the AL East, the toughest division to be a pitcher in at the height of the steroid era,
talking
at
about Pedro?
5'9" and 190
Montreal, right?
pounds.
To be fair, he still cannot speak English, though.
No, but he's
You watch him commentate, he's like, I do baseball.
he's funny as fuck, though.
And in the baseball.
He is funny.
He's funny as shit.
Fuck him, he's a Red Sox. Who gives a
He
fuck,
should be in
dude?
the Hall of Fame just because
He
he
was a Montreal Expo.
Pedro?
Yeah, just
Don Zimmer? That's
was
the
an
funniest
expo?
shit of all time.
Yeah, hold on,
He started as an expo, correct.
I wasn't wrong. Yes.
No, he started as an expo.
I'm
Pedro.
usually wrong, Fudge.
But Roy
I just told you
Halladay,
5 minutes ago I don't know
as
anything
far
about
as
baseball,
Kurt
so.
Schilling goes,
Fuck him.
Kurt Schilling isn't even on the level remotely at his best of what Roy Halladay was.
He also went bankrupt twice.
Never,
Fuck him.
never won a Cy Young. Roy Halladay won a Cy Young in the AL and the NL.
Yeah.
Only 6 guys have ever done that.
No hitter in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, Roy Halladay, he had a perfect game in this regular season, then a no-hitter in the playoff, which to this day is the most dominantly pitched game I've ever seen in my life. So there's 2 types of Hall of Famers in there. There's your compilers, like Craig Biggio. He's the only hitter in the Hall of Fame with 3,000 hits that's under 300 in his career.
Shortstop
He's
for the
one of-
Astros?
No, second baseman for the Astros, Craig Biggio.
I was 30 feet off.
So he has
Not
a
bad.
280, but it's
30 feet
3,000
off.
hits. When you have that kind of longevity in baseball, you get it. Because you have those numbers. For Omar Vizquel's a guy that will get in eventually because he doesn't have any dominant numbers, but he was so long and he's one of the greatest defensive players ever.
Was he over 20 years or something like that?
Yeah,
Like 17,
22
easy?
years, I think.
Yeah.
So then you look at the guys that had the dominant stretches where they were clearly the best, by far the best for a long period of time, or just such a dominant stretch like Sandy Koufax. Sandy Koufax has none of the overwhelming numbers, but he had a 5 to 6 year stretch where I think he won 97 games and lost 20.
That's ridiculous.
He won 4 out of 5, or 3 or 4 Cy Youngs out of 5 years, some crazy number, and the highest ERA he posted was I think 2.2, and he was striking out almost 400 guys a season.
Dude,
but he had to retire right after winning a Cy Young because of his arthritis. They hit a cliff
Those are
and he was
fucking
done.
video game stats.
Sandy
Yeah.
Koufax.
Those are
Sandy
video
Koufax
game
is
stats.
at his height for my money is the greatest pitcher of all time. It's the dominance that was there was unbelievable. Greatest pitcher I've seen in my life is Pedro Martinez. I would take Pedro over Randy Johnson, and Randy Johnson was ridiculous.
Well, he killed the bird, which is cool.
but it was spring training. so it didn't
That
count.
was one of the craziest
That
fucking
bird
things.
exploded and then imploded. Like that, like 100 mile an hour
Randy
fastball
was
just
more intimidating. He was 6'10". He was fucking huge.
big motherfucker.
But Pedro, the swagger he had on the mound,
Well,
he
I-
just killed you.
I was gonna say, as far as like the pitchers in Major League Baseball that I loved watching was like Trevor Hoffman.
Trevor Hoffman is a closer, but he
was or someone like, or even like an Eric Gagne or
Eric
Brian
Gagne is the
Wilson.
most. Eric Gagne was the only close. His most recent closer. He won the Cy
Cy
Young,
Young,
I think,
yeah.
in 2004, and he still has the record for most consecutive innings not being scored upon.
I'm saying like someone
But
on
he
the
was
mound
juiced to
who
the
had
gills.
that swagger on the mound. Like no matter what,
like
he
Matt
was a
Harvey had
reliever
for a
of-
year.
Right. But what I'm saying is that like
Never
like,
bring that up around me again, right?
Trust me, I get it with Matt Harvey.
As a newfound Mets fan, I
Trevor Hoffman-
don't understand fully, but I get it.
So
I get
Trevor
it.
Hoffman, I can't put in that category because he had the numbers, but he was never the best closer in baseball.
But-
at his height, Mariano
I'm saying-
Rivera was still the best closer in baseball.
No, I understand. I'm saying like, but as
no,
like
it's
an
a dominance
imposing
thing.
presence on the mound.
And
I would say this about Roy. Back to Doc Holliday.
Sure.
I love Doc.
When the Mets trade for Santana,
yes,
and I went, we got like the best pitcher in
sure.
baseball.
And he had a few good years for us. A
He
few.
did. And then Roy Halladay, it's like, no, like Santana's not the best.
Well, and
pitcher
what's
in
crazy
baseball.
is, so Santana's a guy that got bumped off the Hall of Fame ballot after his first year of eligibility. But when you look at his run of dominance, he won 2 Cy Youngs in
he
3
was a
years.
monster.
He was ridiculous. He got to the Mets his first year with the Mets in 2008 to this day, I will say, and it's not biased, he deserved to win the Cy Young. He had the lowest ERA in the National League. He had, I think, 10 less strikeouts than Tim Lincecum and 2 less wins or something. And they gave it to Lincecum. He actually finished third because Brandon Webb won 22 games that year, and his ERA was like 3.2. But these two guys, Johan had an
Numbers.
unbelievable run.
Decimal points.
And he's off the fucking ballot. There's certain guys that I think get bumped off the ballot too soon. There's certain guys that should have got in right away. And there was guys before Mariano that should have been 100%. Who were the 3 guys that did not vote for Ken Griffey Jr.? The best player I've ever seen.
They were a bunch of cunts.
The best
Assholes,
player,
dude.
him and Mike Trout were the 2 best players I've ever seen play, talent-wise, without question.
Oh,
It's not even
actually,
close. And
I-
fuck you for thinking the Mets need Bryce Harper, by the way.
I don't think they need him. I think it would be cool.
No, why would it be cool? Tell me.
Why not? Because it's Bryce Harper in New York. Why would
Okay,
it be
tell me
cool?
what the fuck Bryce Harper has done.
You have to understand I'm a new fan, damn it. So you
But,
can't
okay,
say this.
that-
Ask me
okay,
these
we-
questions.
We went over his
I know.
stats. We went over his stats a week or 2 ago, and like
You're like,
I don't.
oh.
I'm on the side. You think he's like when he's up to the plate, he's like, oh my god.
Well,
fuck,
he
Bryce
has
Harper.
that- he has
I'm
that-
on
he
the side
can-
of like his stats are nowhere
His
near
stats are
impressive.
not that good.
And
Well,
in
nowhere near
this
a
case,
$300
So
million
why pay him
contract.
$30 million a year for 10
Because of
years?
his
No
youth.
one is,
$100 million
though.
contract.
Although I know-
upside, the upside.
I am one of those guys, even though I'm a Yankees fan, I am one of those guys that are like, it would be exciting if the Mets signed Machado or Harper just for the fact
I would
that
much rather Machado than Bryce Harper.
I'm
for
also
sure.
on that side too, where it's like I don't hate if the Yankees do well. You know what I mean?
A young
Like,
player
it's the
should
same
not be getting
thing.
choked out by his
I
teammate.
like the Jets. I like the Mets like that.
Well-
I just hate him.
Yeah, well,
So there's-
I mean, that's fine.
You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate New York sports all around besides, like, who gives a fuck about the
Let me
Islanders?
just bring this up, boys.
But,
Or hockey
no
in
one cares
general,
about
really.
no one cares about
How
hockey.
good
Fudge.
is it that finally all the teams, the owners, the management has been like.
By the way,
"You
he's
know
at a 5 right now.
No, I'm not.
No.
Are you
They're
at a
like-
5? I'm at a 10, dog.
Well, is this 1 to 5 scale or your 1 to 10 scale? It's a different.
No, yeah,
His
he's at a
5
5.
is
No.
your 10.
Everything's fine,
He-
dude.
no,
I'm in
he-
my safe zone,
Don't
dog.
listen to him. I know exactly what's happening.
Okay. Anyway, I'm just
go on.
Another traditional or two, he'll be at a fucking 8.
contracts.
I love it, dude.
Are you gonna love it when there's a lockout in baseball in a few years?
It's
about
absolutely
it?
going to happen.
If it stops this retarded amount of money that's going at these
Here's
players,
my thing,
yeah.
though. If the teams are making more money than ever, shouldn't the players be making more money than ever?
Yes.
I'm
No,
always
but
on the
that's
side of the
different.
players over the
Yes.
owners. Even the players I don't
No,
like.
I agree with you, but not in baseball.
I think the thing that needs to reset in baseball, and that looks like it's kind of happening, is teams need to stop paying free agents for their accomplishments with other teams. The Angels gave Albert Pujols an absurd amount of money that they're
And he's
wasting.
basically was terrible. He's been terrible. right?
He didn't retire yet.
He's still hitting a lot of home runs. He's still a good slugger. But they signed him coming off a borderline MVP season. He just won a World Series, but he was 31. They gave him crazy money.
Wasn't that the David Freese year though?
Yes, David Freese MVP, but he was
nuts.
still great. Albert Pujols next to Miguel Cabrera is the best right-handed bat I've ever seen. Period.
for
The
sure.
most dominant bat I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But now they're wasting Mike Trout's prime because they have it tied up. But the fact of the matter is the Angels can spend more money. The revenue in baseball is higher than ever, and the players are making a smaller percentage than ever. So where's the balance of what's going to happen when the CBA is up? The players are going to be like,
Was that 2021?
20 or 21, yeah. 2021, I think.
They actually
is
just
the
talked
year.
about it on the fan the other
Yeah,
day, where
it's-
it's like these players are asking for
'Cause
these big
this is
contracts,
how
but they
many straight
deserve it,
years?
but the franchises won't pay.
How
it.
many straight
'Cause
years?
Also the market is fucked
absolutely.
up.
How many straight years have we seen free agents sitting out this long?
2.
Let
I would
alone
say 2 years.
It's
Well,
been
especially
about three- it's been-
high-profile free
yeah, and
agents
not, you're
in
talking
any
about
major
guys
sport.
that people thought were going to get 250 minimum.
Well,
right?
dude,
Well,
weren't they saying
you know what's funny?
400 million.
Correct.
That's what I was gonna say.
I
Bryce
think-
Harper, they were gonna say was like the
I think
biggest
Bryce
contract
Harper's
ever.
first offer that he got from the Nationals
taken it.
is going to be the best he
320
will get.
million, 10 years, I think it was. It was something like
No,
that.
yeah,
That
30
was the
million,
contract?
Yeah, 300, 10
Yeah.
year.
Okay,
Yeah.
I know the exact. Like,
Yeah. And of course, he has
details.
Scott Boras.
He might get near that like per
can't.
year, but he's definitely not getting 10 years,
Look,
I don't think.
Listen.
I
Would
like to-
Bryce Harper make the Mets better? Sure. How much better? I don't think that
If
much.
he was a center fielder,
No, he's a terrible fielder because he's a lazy fuck who doesn't
if
hustle.
he was a good center fielder,
Like Michael
it'd make it much
Conforto
better.
isn't half the athlete, and he's twice the fielder that
And
Bryce Harper is.
I cursed
Yeah.
him out in a single leg game.
I know you
'cause he
mentioned that
fucking
earlier.
dropped- yeah,
You did. You mentioned that before, you stupid asshole.
Did I?
Well, Conforto,
Everything's
yeah,
fine.
Conforto,
You gotta be a dick all the time.
Someone's got to tell you.
That's fine. Everything's
I,
Get him a hot dog on the way home.
No,
You-
but you look
owe
at
him that.
Bryce
Give
Harper's
me a
had.
shot and a case Dorito, you
Bryce
fuck.
Harper's had one really good year. The year he won the MVP, and even then he got 99 RBIs. He didn't even break 100.
Yeah.
If you're my slugging
He was
outfielder,
one RBI away. What the fuck are you talking
because
about?
if you're my slugging outfielder and you're supposed to be driving in all the guys, you better be
I
driving.
hate
in-
being a newbie with baseball. I
Wanna know
really
who
hate
was-
it.
You want to know who was better?
Yeah, I
than
know,
I knew
I'm
more.
kind of like I've liked baseball my whole life, but like to be, it's actually insulting to Dan to even talk to him about it. The fact that I'm trying to like make it seem like I
as
know
long as you're
everything.
insulting
let me
Dan,
relate
everything's
something.
fine.
Bryce Harper, I think I don't understand. Like I do, but I also don't. It's his stats are completely underwhelming for
has
the
a
money he's
presence,
expecting.
though.
Let me ask you this question then, as a Mets fan that's been watching. So the Mets.
I'm
had
taking
pl-
a piss
The
and
Mets had a
fuck
player. I
Thank
believe
God.
they
Fuck hockey.
I ain't breaking the seal. Fuck hockey. You're right.
I definitely am right now.
So there was a player on the Mets that got signed to I think a 6-year contract, $180 million. He was an
You're fucking
outfielder. And a lot of fans didn't appreciate him, but he put up 35 home runs a year, 120 RBIs. He won a few Gold Gloves, and he got paid, like I said, $180 million total over 6 or 7 years.
Who are we talking about?
I'm gonna give that away. now.
Okay, I'm sorry,
But the
dude.
fans did not
Shit.
appreciate. You need to pump the brakes, big boy.
I do need to pump the brakes.
the brakes.
I'm
Slow
fucked up.
down.
Pump brakes
You're
anymore,
rambling.
but, yeah.
Pump the brakes.
I'm the drunkest I've been in a minute.
Okay,
dude.
then pump the brakes, big boy.
Yeah,
I'm
that.
sorry.
What'd you expect?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't expect nothing. You told me
like I
about
said,
it.
a lot of Mets fans did not appreciate this guy. So now you're telling me to sign a guy that's had, I think, 100 RBI season in his career.
We're talking about Harper.
Now Harper, yeah, for the $300 million. Okay, the player I was talking about in the Mets was Carlos Beltran.
All right, cool. I did figure it out. Cool. Oh, nice.
Okay, so you're going to tell me that Bryce Harper hasn't once matched the production of Carlos Beltran, and you want to give that guy $300 million?
It's a lot of money, dog.
No, all right. Well, Beltran
You wanna
was
give that
best
guy
center fielder in
250.
baseball, dude.
Yeah, exactly. And Bryce Harper hasn't even come close to that. We want to give him more than we gave Carlos Beltran, who never lived down, and he should have, taking a strike that anyone would have taken against Wainwright. Anyone,
I know, but
anyone would. If you swung at it, you were striking out. That was a 12-6. It was a 12-6 curveball.
No,
right before
I understand
You got a
that.
chapped ass over
and
there. or
Beltran
what?
always killed for us. He
didn't
was
shower
clutch.
today, I can tell you
He's
that.
the
If
greatest.
it
I
wasn't
didn't
for
do
that, fans, he would be the biggest.
He's the best Mets outfielder in history, Carlos Beltran. Period.
Yeah.
He's better than Darryl Strawberry. I'm sorry.
Oh, for
Darryl was
sure.
a better slugger. Carlos Beltran
Well,
at one point
Strawberry
was
was good coke.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
coke.
cokehead. Carlos Beltran had a run where he was a top five at worst, top 10 player.
Yeah, he was insane.
Was
Bryce Harper
Strawberry
has-
the one that missed the
Bryce-
fucking
And the Mets
parade,
still
right?
haven't won recently.
No, that was Doc Gooden. Doc Gooden missed the 86 parade.
Same thing.
So yeah, would Bryce Harper put
Wasn't
up?
Darryl Strawberry with him though?
No, he was not. Doc was at a crack house in Harlem. He woke up and the parade was on
How
TV.
else are you supposed to get
Yeah,
cracked?
that's
Give the
true.
guy some
Living
credit.
the fucking dream.
That's true.
My thing with Harper, like,
Crack.
I
It's the
don't
dream.
want to give him $300 million. Like, it's too much money for him.
That is a lot of money.
To me,
No, I agree
he's
with
worth less than what we gave Beltran.
What did Beltran get? 180.
He got 6 years, I think 180. If he can't produce like Beltran, why do I want him?
I think if the Mets offer him 200,
Beltran, even his
I'd be
last
okay
year
with
before
it.
we traded him for Zach Wheeler, was fucking great. He's the reason we got Zach Wheeler out of that deal.
Yeah, thank
So,
God.
exactly. So, you're telling me Bryce Harper can't even come close to the production of Carlos Beltran?
Everything you're saying is making sense, but I want to come from a different angle here.
Sure.
Being a Mets
Please.
fan, right?
Sure.
Ooh, I like that. You sound good saying that.
Yeah, you do, dude.
being a Mets
You
fan,
should
isolate
stick
that.
with it. Stick with it for sure, dog.
Now I
Come
forgot
on.
what I was
That's
just-
like the old carton clip. Yankees fans like myself.
Yeah, big
I
fan.
didn't,
of this.
oh wow, that's
right.
what you meant. Okay.
So-
How
He's going to
upset
jail,
were
dude.
you that like Brody Van Wagenen came out the gate? Everything was like, oh, flew it to the top. We're signing this and that. But and I understand the moves that they've made.
Yeah.
I get that. But like, it's just
I don't think
all of a
there's a bad
sudden, all of a
move.
sudden, the Wilpons were like, shut the fuck up. Stop it. No, we're not. We're not doing that. Stop saying
Sure.
that. Like, you know that's
how
exactly. And
do
all of
I-
a sudden he's like, yeah, well, we're gonna see what happens.
I'm gonna have the fluid
Like-
to the top, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the
So,
half
as far
empty
as
fluid.
being a Mets fan-
I was really excited for the Mets season in general when they got him, just because of like he was trying to really hard to make moves. It's like, but it's
He
always
did
the
make
same
moves.
thing. No, he did. He did. But
We
it,
no, he
probably
made
made the
moves.
most moves in Major League Baseball.
Listen, I can,
Yeah,
tell,
among that,
I can
yeah.
tell you from a newfound Mets fan, like even I've been a listen.
You don't need that. You're rambling enough.
No, it's fine. Wholeheartedly,
Do that for him.
give it back. Give it back.
I
Everything's
see.
fine.
I see how this night's unfolding.
No, it's fine.
it's gonna be your problem, so we're not gonna stop.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
Listen.
Cheers to Perozzi's problem.
Yeah.
But like I said, listen, I've been a Broncos fan, or I've
What
really
does that have to do with the Mets?
No, I've really followed. I've followed like major sports in a long time, and it's been a while since a GM has really made a lot of key moves in the same season as Brody Van Wagenen
Absolutely.
has. Bringing in someone like an Edwin Diaz, even someone as like a JD,
Cano, getting Cano.
Robinson Cano,
The Cano was the baggage that came with Diaz,
Dude,
really. And if you guys are looking to win
What did
now,
I tell you guys when you were on the show? DH is coming soon.
JD Diaz.
Well, you better hope. You better hope within 2 years.
I'm not worried. It's going to be within a year.
Well, didn't
Or even
what's his
someone
name
like-
say
like, Jed Lowry.
2021?
Maybe around there.
Or
Got
even someone-
Jed Lowry.
Jed Lowry,
They made a
like,
lot of moves
lame
this
name.
offseason.
It's
Real lame
it's
name.
been
Good player.
It's been a lot of fun watching this new GM was wheel and deal.
The
Just do what he's got to do.
The teams that
Now-
historically make splashy moves in free agency don't always fucking pan out. Hey, when the Yankees made a trade for Giancarlo Stanton, did they get as far as they did the year before without him?
No.
Correct. The splashy moves in
That
football.
it's
fell
also
in
been
their
fun.
lap, though. That
What?
shit fell. Giancarlo
Sure,
Stanton.
but it didn't make
did
them a better
kinda, yeah.
team.
I think
It did not make
Well,
them a better
I'm
team.
gonna say the other thing with JT Realmuto.
You're
look at
acting,
fucking
you're acting
Phillies,
like
too,
the Boston Red Sox didn't have one of the most historically insane seasons ever.
Of course.
The fucking Yankees won over 100 games.
Exactly.
They should have fucking had the AL East
What's your
fucking
point?
title.
But Thank-
What,
you would
wasn't
think-
their offense that stopped them from advancing further this past playoff, or was it their starting pitching? And what did they not improve in the offseason going into last year?
No, I agree with
Starting
you.
pitching.
So I agree with you.
They would have been in the. They probably would have gotten further. Frankly, they would have won more games without the offense if they got a better starting pitcher. They neglected their starting pitcher because they still don't have an ace. Severino is not an ace.
He is for the first half of the season.
Yes,
the second
he
half
is.
of
The
the
first half of the
season,
season
he's
he
terrible.
was.
He
yeah.
has ace potential, ace stuff for sure.
they'll make the playoffs. The Yankees will
yeah,
make the
they're-
playoffs.
yeah,
they
I
need
mean,
someone to
I don't-
show up in the playoffs.
They need a pitcher to show up in the playoffs. They're
Yeah.
telling me. I know they got what's his name, the pitcher from
Hap
the
showed up.
Mariners.
Hap showed up the entire. Well, actually, no. He's one game.
Who's the pitcher they got
I
from the
love it, dude.
Mariners?
I
What's his
fucking
name?
love
The pitcher that the Yankees got.
Sonny Gray.
No, the new pitcher. It's
Sonny
came
Gray's
over this
right
year.
there.
Paxton.
Oh yeah, James Paxton.
James
right?
Paxton. Yeah.
Okay, he's an upgrade, sure. His number, I hate saying it, but very similar to Sonny Gray. And now he's moving to a smaller park. You're going from fucking where the Mariners play.
I actually
In the
love
words of
Sonny
Ralph,
Gray.
he is not a number 4.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not a
He's a
number
number
4.
3 at best, and I'm on my fucking wire, cunt.
Everything's fine, dude.
Oh yeah, try to like put the slack on the table so the dog doesn't
Yeah.
eat it because
Oh,
the
yeah.
dog will eat it.
So
Looks good.
The dog will eat
there's,
it.
there's certain things I see like historically
hungry, dude.
the odds are that the odds
gonna
are
get that food, we don't-
dude.
the odds are the Red Sox are probably going to take a step back this year, as most teams that just won. a
They
World Series.
re-signed everybody.
Yeah,
they
but
have to.
the odds are of that, but
Was it
they still have a
Milton?
better ace than the Yankees do in Chris Sale, and having an ace a lot of the times is all you need. The Rays are still a weird team. You never know with them. I want to see the Yankees actually get a fucking number 1, a guy that you're confident is going to go 7 innings 90%
As
of the
long
time.
as it's not from the Mets, I'm cool.
Yeah, right. No,
Dude,
I'm with you on that.
when
yeah.
I heard that Syndergaard rumor or whatever,
Well,
I would have been fine with it.
What about for real Muto and then
And
like the
Syndergaard,
Marlins
yeah.
had Andujar or something like that?
and then
That's how it
the
went?
fucking Phillies just got Realmuto for nothing compared to what the
Nothing,
Mets were going to
dude.
give up.
Jesus
Well, I'm happy with
Christ.
getting what's his name, the Ramos, Wilson Ramos,
yeah.
fantastic offensive
It's
catcher,
beautiful.
calls
Yeah,
a
it's
good
nice,
game.
dude.
Resign Mesoraco to a minor league deal.
Yeah.
See what Darno could do if he's more productive as a backup.
if the Mets starting pitching, like half of them stay healthy,
If DeGrom, Syndergaard, and Wheeler stay healthy and pitch like they did throughout the year when healthy, there's no way they're not the best rotation in baseball, without
it's
question.
fucking great,
And if you look at
dude.
what Vargas did after the All-Star break, where he was a solid number 4 after the
that's
All-Star
what
break.
people aren't talking about. Maybe he
Yo, we're
comes
going
back.
opening
Maybe
day,
he's
dog.
2
Yeah.
years ago. You know
But
what I mean?
again, how much better does Bryce Harper make the Mets? It really depends on how healthy their
Believe him, bro?
outfielders are.
Where you go?
I gotta fix my hat.
As much as I agree with you with like just heinously, just sign him, just fucking do, just
Well,
sign him. I'm all there with you, but like, the Mets, it's like sometimes
But
it's
that's
like
why,
they don't want to try.
as a Mets fan, I'm not mad because I don't expect them to do these things. They've been playing with Bernie Madoff money for fucking 10 years now.
I think it's
and
Brian
being
Madoff.
cheap. Brian, yeah, shut up. Brian Madoff. I was so mad when you said that. I'm like, who the fuck is Brian?
That shouldn't be as funny as it is.
You're supposed to know more about sports than me, and he's constantly correcting you. It's insanity.
Brian
You're
goes up.
always drunk.
I'm drunk right now. Everything's
He's at a
fine.
6. He's at a 6. I'm feeling it.
Is that what's
Oh,
happening?
wait, let me take a sip.
There you
I
go.
mean, take a
There's
sip.
still,
I'm gonna
there's
take
still
another
like
shot.
weird free agents out there that guys can get. Like you could still sign.
Taylor's going to be a serious problem for you later, and I'm stoked on it. Take the shot.
That's
Don't
your
listen.
last. That's your
Can I
last.
say
I want you to do me a favor.
Don't
and
let him tell
suck-
you what to do. Don't let this cocksucking asshole.
I absolutely.
How
tell
many
him what to
times
do.
I've taken care of you at night, you cocksucker?
whoa.
Yeah,
What do you mean
calm
by-
down,
wait,
Taylor.
ask
Me
again.
and you, buddy.
What do you mean by take care
Free
of?
knuckler? Or like, what are you talking
No,
about?
if anything here, Taylor's the bottom.
it
Let's be
depends.
fair.
Powerbomb, though.
Yeah. No,
Because
no,
I'm
no,
fat,
no,
you
no.
fucking jerk off?
No, you don't
What?
have the
What?
stamina to do the moves.
That's very true.
Don't shame him like that.
I don't have any stamina. No.
He could go on top, and he
Shame.
would be marvelous on that. He would look beautiful.
I've been an athlete my whole life, dog. Don't understand.
Oh my god, you need to see.
He made it. He got it. He got it out.
Dude, this
Don't
is gonna.
underestimate me.
I don't have any idea what you said.
People are gonna think that like a record was skipping when they hear him talking. Yeah.
Bro, all right, I want to talk about this real quick. Bring it back. We were talking about hot dogs before.
Okay.
So bring this back.
You don't
The
even
show's
like hot
coming
dogs.
I love it. I love it.
He doesn't like hot dogs.
Show's coming first.
Oh my god, it's contagious.
He's at a 6.5.
It's contagious.
So we made pigs in the blanket. For Super
Okay,
Bowl.
I'm listening.
I ate a lot of them.
We shoved American cheese. in
Okay,
those.
of course. Why wouldn't you?
So why don't we have them now? Is my question.
What I'm saying is,
I don't remember the American cheese.
Oh no, I'm sorry, not for Super Bowl. The next day when me and Chris were
you missed
wasted.
out.
Yeah, dude, we were wasted. We
Fuck
fucking
you,
made those,
dude.
dude.
We deep fried hot dogs
Fuck
at our old
off,
place
bro.
once. We had
I've had deep fried hot dogs.
Oh hell,
You
we
need
go
to
to
put them in a
Woodside.
blanket with some cheese, though. Have you ever had a pig in a blanket with cheese?
Yes,
Yes,
had
I
it.
have, dude.
Dude, there's
Oh,
a
see,
place.
I
that-
thought it was
The
ground.
guy who doesn't like hot dogs talking about hot dogs right
Dude,
now.
there's a place that I just heard about that opened up like 40 minutes away, and they have it's like garlic knot everything. So they have hot dogs wrapped in garlic knots.
Yeah, we
So like
pretty sick.
sliders that are
Sounds
on garlic
amazing.
knots.
Yeah,
like,
we-
I need to go,
Dude,
I need to be
everyone
there.
needs to
Dude,
go.
legit, we were talking to our buddy the other day, and he goes, "What the fuck is a garlic knot?" I go, "What do you-
Vincent Lobo Sound didn't know what a garlic knot was.
Yeah,
in
he didn't know what a
Chicago.
garlic knot
Fucking
was.
Chicago.
I go, "You don't understand. Listen, it's literally fried dough covered in garlic, though.
Yeah,
it's
I'm like it's a little
next
crispier
level.
than a Zeppeli, but it's just garlic,
Little
and sometimes you get a
parsley,
little
a little Parmesan
little
cheese.
Oh,
parm.
different dough for sure.
Yeah,
Listen,
for sure.
If there's
but
one
I will
thing,
eat
if
Zeppelis
there's one thing I
anytime.
figured out in this life, I can't stand the Northeast. But as far as the food is concerned, it is fantastic.
You like the food everywhere I've gone with you.
That's except for Whataburger, dog.
Yeah, but
Whataburger
you
sucks
still like food
butt,
in
dog.
Texas.
Hey, a pretty solid hot dog place right in Newton. I think they're just called like New Jersey Hot Dog or something like that. Whatever the fuck they're
Real original.
I think
What
it's
we did-
John's
oh,
yeah.
Dogs.
What we did
I
for
don't know what the name, but it was.
Dude, the
Yeah,
birthday.
I like hot dogs a lot.
Okay, you'll like
I'm
this.
a big fan
His
of hot
birthday, the day of his birthday, when I did the whole posting the big naked black dick on his wall. Me and our other buddy, we took Taylor for his birthday. Instead of doing like a beer crawl and getting beer at all these different places, we did a hot dog crawl in North Jersey.
Can you please invite? I don't give a fuck who you're hanging out with. Can I just be there for that, please?
There was a rule. We started at Paul's place and we worked our way. We stopped at random hot dog cars.
It's a shame what happened to their sauce.
People who don't like Paul's place can fuck themselves.
No, Paul, what
Seriously.
happened to the sauce?
I just had it not that long ago and it was
Paul's
fine.
place is fantastic.
I'm not saying the sauce is terrible now.
It's
but
fine.
At a certain point, I remember like it was a long time ago, like maybe like 6-7 years ago. They got a new
it's
cook
fine
with
now.
sauce.
It's fine again because it's fucking great. I'm telling
it's
you.
fucking
But we
awesome.
started there. We went to 12 total places. And the deal was you had to get a specialty dog at each place, whatever it was, the all the way, whatever.
Everybody ate 12 hot
You
dogs.
didn't-
I made
even
it
say
to
the
10.
funny-
I made it to 10, and I was
I
done.
know you invite me to these things, man.
You didn't even say the funny part. So the entire time
You didn't even say the funny part. I didn't say the funny part.
When we were building it up, I told
This is
him
the truth.
I was teasing
he
what it
texted
was.
me the day before and he goes, wear clothes that you don't care if you get dirty in. And I was like, okay, cool, Doug. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Not that flannel because in West Milford,
That's what
dressing
yo,
up.
Yeah.
so that's what I'm saying, dude.
So
like,
he
yo,
thought-
this is
he was
high class.
convinced
You going to a wedding after this? Why you look so
I'm a
nice?
classy broad,
Yo,
Doug. What do you want from me?
he thought we were going to make him run Tough Mudder. He thought we were going to
I
make him
really
run
thought. And here's the worst part: I would have ran Tough Mudder out of spite,
Dude, and then he
100%.
thought still at the
I
end of
was
the hot dog
legit
run, we
not
were going to
gonna-
make him run Tough Mudder after eating 12 hot dogs.
Is that like some cunty
No one
Spartan
can
thing
do
or
that.
something?
Yeah, where you run through like a mud track and
You
shit.
run through a mud
It's-
track. There's like people with fire, with like
they're climbing rope and
flamethrowers
shit.
and shit.
It's
It's
out of
fucking
control.
stupid.
All right, you guys can hate me for this.
I hate-
Anyone who does that is a cunt. Run a marathon.
I don't disagree.
You know, run a couple miles. Like, oh, I ran through the mud. I'm a tough fucking mudder. Dude, you're a cunt.
All the people that post
you, dude.
their
I think we all agree.
I don't like when people post about their 5Ks unless it's like, if you're doing it for charity, sure, but the people like, accomplished another one, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Who gives a
Did ya?
shit?
Right, yeah.
Like, no one.
I just drank a
my
six-pack.
fat ass
What's
can run
harder?
3 miles. Well, maybe
No,
give me
dude.
a couple weeks. I probably get back up to it. If my fat fucking ass can run 3 miles, you shouldn't be happy about your accomplishment.
How long would it
running 3
take you both of you to run a mile right now?
Ooh, I'd
Okay,
say
listen.
about 18 minutes.
So here's.
miles. I am willing to bet money on this. I could easily run a 12-minute.
you're out of your damn mind.
Dude,
I used to run 9-minute miles.
how long
That's
ago?
not even
How
good.
long ago?
Listen, I
Like
don't.
2 years ago.
Shut up.
Here's the deal.
8 minutes? 8 minutes?
I said
Are you
9.
high?
First off, I said 9. I wish I was, but I don't smoke weed. First off, I said 9 minutes, not 8.
I'll put $100
Second of all,
that you cannot run a 12-minute mile right now.
right now in the middle of the fucking night, I don't even have running
tomorrow.
shoes.
Dude,
I'll give you $100 if you can run a 12-minute
I'll throw in
mile.
50. I'll put
So-
50
so
down
listen,
on this.
That's $150
No. Get your Venmo ready, boys, because I'm fucking taking your $150.
Well, can you record this tomorrow
so-
to time it? Are you capable of doing this tomorrow?
Ooh, I don't know.
So hold on. This
My
is not.
girlfriend,
This is,
the bro can do it.
Here's the deal. I've always been fat my entire life, but
No way.
I'm
he's such a cunt.
but it's funny. I'm surprisingly athletic for how fat I am, man.
That's this son of a bitch too. Like, seriously, but athleticism and stamina are two different things.
Call me a son of a bitch.
I just
You can
told
do
you.
a 12-minute mile.
You just told me
no
about you
problem,
were
Listen.
breathing heavy from setting up the computer.
Yeah.
It's been a rough 2 months, all right, man?
So you're telling me, okay? So, but wait, is the deal that if we lose, he has to pay us $150?
Well, the problem
or
is
do we
you
get?
just-
Can we get?
I'll have a heart attack before I give you people any money. And that might happen tomorrow.
There needs to be
You're
some type
not
of
making
punishment
tw-
at least.
Dude, no bullshit. Like this is the truth. Like when I was in shape.
I know.
5
I've seen you. I
Dude,
know.
5.5 minute mile. No
Dude,
bullshit.
I know you were a fucking
See, I've
animal
never
in high
done that in
school.
my entire
No.
life.
Dude, he was a
I'm not
fucking
even
animal in
Dude,
high school.
I was all state in fucking football and shit. It was fucked up. Well, like I wasn't good in I wasn't good at school. Like they're like, oh, do your homework.
You're not
Fuck
good at
that.
speaking either.
Yeah, it's fine. I've had like
Homeworks are fucking
easily
pansies.
10 shots of vodka. Everything's fine.
You know what? You know what I feel
You
bad
want
about?
11?
Real quick to interrupt you, Taylor. I feel like every time Taylor starts talking, I'm like, "Fuck, man, they're just gonna insult this poor guy." That's what I think every time
And
I
he
talk.
keeps talking. When do you learn?
It's not. It's because you're like, "Oh, these are my accomplishments athletically." I'm like, "Dude, don't do it. Don't
do
talk
it.
about it. What are you doing?"
He has no recent accomplishments. The ones from fucking 10 years ago are still being leaned on.
If it
Sorry.
helps, Tyler,
Now I'm getting mean.
if it helps,
all
at
of a
least
sudden
you're not
you're
wrong.
apologizing?
If there's anything
I
I've
didn't
learned,
apologize.
if there's anything I learned in this life is that Perozzi's a cunt.
Yeah,
that's the
yes.
one thing I've learned.
Yeah,
in
there's two
this life.
constants.
I just
Yeah.
can't stand people, and I can't stand Perozzi.
Yeah.
There are two completely different
Perozzi isn't
things.
people. He's a whole separate
There are
entity
two
of
complete.
cunt.
Yeah.
There's the two P's, people and Perozzi, and I can't stand both.
You have a
actually
part-time
three, and it's
job
the
with
third
this
one's in your
asshole.
mouth.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's the worst. I get paid for the other one, and this one just fucking calls me fat, and it's like, oh, your
I call
music
you more than-
sucks,
I
and then
call
you
you
guys
more than
say it
fat.
too, and I'm like, fuck this.
Do I have to pick this dog up? Will he jump?
I don't know. Everything's fine. I'm
He
drunk
will,
as
but
shit.
he's being lazy.
Nah, fuck
probably.
him.
So you
How
can
does he
pick-
like being picked up?
Fuck the dog.
him.
Like this?
Everything's
Yeah,
fine.
right by the gut. Yeah, there
Hey,
you go.
fatso.
Yo, homie's just chilling, dog. I don't know why you gotta call him fat.
Yo, he's trying to make out Perozzi right now, dude.
Oh yeah, he's trying to make out with me. Yeah, that's right.
So am I taking your money tomorrow? How is this going down?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
how's
We
it
need
going
someone
down?
to.
What's happening?
We need
First
someone.
of all, oh wait,
we need
first
someone
of
to
all,
document this clearly.
Well, what's happening? Because
We can
listen,
document, but first of all, it's gonna be like fucking 20 degrees out. You're
Yes.
not,
yeah, tomorrow's gonna suck.
you're not
balls.
going outside, Fudge. I
Yeah,
know
I'm
you have
running
the,
up.
you have the
I am.
blubber to do it, you know, but you're not
I just said
going
that on the way up
outside.
here.
The blubber to
I
do
just said it on
it.
the blubber, dude.
Yeah. Well,
I cracked the window and you're like, why is it so cold in here? I'm like, I got blubber, dog.
yeah.
Everything's fine.
I told him that if he was in the ocean, they'd feed him krill. That's mean.
You know,
He
it
called
happens.
me a whale. What a fucking asshole, dude.
I mean,
You know what the bigger dick move is?
What? Yes, I'm a whale.
No. He took the good seat.
yeah. Oh, I saw it and I said, "Yep."
You have like, there's a word I can't think of at the moment.
You're gonna say cunt. Yeah. Okay.
Cunt. He's a cunt.
You're always gonna
ergonomically,
know the word.
ergonomically
dog.
provoked.
Seriously though, when can I win your guys' money?
Whenever you're
Not
gonna
to just like cut
I'm
you off.
betting on you, dude.
Whenever you're not going to
I'm
be a little
betting on
bitch
you.
about it, it's 20 degrees. Whoop-de-doo.
Shut the fuck up. We got stickers and
you're
shit.
from
Everything's
Jersey.
fine.
It's a little cold, faggot. Fucking run. See what's up.
Well, we're in 2019. You need to be more acceptable of
sorry.
the cocks that people decide they want to suck. Okay.
Whose cock?
You're. That's the stupidest fucking joke
No,
we've
it doesn't.
had
It doesn't make any sense if you
for
weren't
10
there.
years.
It's been too long.
It's literally been 10 years for the.
Yeah, I don't understand what you guys. Are
Yeah.
talking
So
about.
why are you talking about it?
Because you keep fucking bringing it up.
No, that was one time. Ooh, this dog's giving me like he's like rubbing on me. It's nice.
Yeah, he does that, man.
Ooh, I'm gonna get a
He'll
pink
bite.
lipstick.
You drawing wood, dog? Yo, Perozzi's drawing wood from a dog.
Well, you draw wood from things.
The
it
dog
happens.
starts lifting up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, wait. Are you
This dog's
Irish?
got a stupid.
Are you
fucking-
Irish?
Sparky, Red Rocket,
Little
Red
Irish,
Rocket.
yeah.
Oh, you won't see the dog.
But I'm
move at all.
Italian. I'm Italian mostly.
Oh, then never mind. The dog. will move.
Sicilian, so I'm more black than white,
I don't know,
frankly.
I don't know
Yeah.
what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh, you're fake.
Oh, so you
then.
can say racist
No,
stuff.
I'm a
then.
real wop. Because
Well,
I'm the
I thought
ones that got treated
Sicilian-
like shit. We got treated as bad as anyone else.
They got whopped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, both my grandparents on my dad's side were from Sicily. So it's more or less African at that point.
How do you feel about Sicilian pizza?
I love Sicily. It depends on where it's from. Good
Who the fuck
Sicilian.
is Cecile? Sicilian?
Seal, like Kiss from a
He,
Rose?
he
Yeah.
did that Batman.
Kiss
movie.
from a rose.
Can I, dude, I've gone to bars and put that on the jukebox on repeat for like 6 times.
I'm not the. Now that the roses are
He knows the
blue,
words.
kids are blue on the grave.
Can I just say a top 5 Fudge moment on this podcast is when he starts screaming like Samuel L. Jackson, a fucking shark ate me!
It'll get you drunk. You'll be fucking fat girls in no time.
You might even fight a nigga too.
Bitch. That open season 2 is again one of the funniest fucking things. Oh, Taylor's hurting.
No, I'm not hurting.
You're so
I'm
red.
glad you're drunk,
Dude, you
Taylor.
are so
Dude,
red
I'm
in the
glad.
face right now.
Am I really?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude, I'm hammered.
He's ready for it.
I think
You
it's
better buy this man a
diabetes.
hot dog.
I'm not buying him shit.
I'm ready for 3 steak quesadillas and
Fucking
2
looking like
Chipotle
Wilford
chicken
Brimley.
grillers, dog. That's what I'm about.
You
Diabetes.
gotta get
but
cheesy gordita crunchies. and-
Cheesy
Taco
gordita
Bell's gonna
crunch.
be closed when we leave here.
I'm gonna spill all over your fucking car. And you
fucking.
fucking.
Oh,
What are
okay.
you spilling?
Taco Bell's not gonna be
Cheese.
open, dude.
Looks you in the eyes. Cheese.
Oh,
That's what I'm spilling.
what's up?
So the Mets suck, right? Is that what I'm talking about?
If the Phillies get Harper or Machado now with Realmuto, that's a
Oh,
pretty
dude,
fucking good team.
Someone.
That's a good team.
This is fucking stupid. I can't.
They still
stand
have a
it.
bullpen, and that was their big problem last year. That was
Bullpen's huge.
people
man.
realize, dude, how nasty were the Mets in the second half in 08 after they fired Willie Randolph and Jerry Manuel took over. Delgado went on that fucking tear.
Dude, he's
where he was
literally-
crushing everything.
I was at a game where Delgado hit a grand slam.
Yeah.
Like,
he
holy
went.
shit,
He was
he's
just
back.
hitting 3-run home runs every fucking game, but their bullpen was so fucking bad that year. David
feel like
Wright,
that was all
Beltran,
last
and
year, too.
Delgado had over 110 RBIs each, and
insane.
Johan
Okay.
was absurd.
So the other
But
thing that was-
everyone else got hurt in the bullpen.
So the thing that was crazy was that like during that whole 11-1 like run last year, like the beginning of the season.
you mean
I
the
went-
good
11
times?
run?
11-1 when they
I
started.
went to
11-1.
like 8 of those games, and the one game I went to with this cocksucker
It's when the
was when
losing
they
started.
when they blew the lead to the Nationals.
That was, like,
when
when it
Bryce
started,
Harper
yeah.
hit the fucking broken bat
how
home
many?
run.
When Bryce Harper hit the broken bat home run against the Mets, we were at that game.
I just remember going to get like fucking
I also got-
cookie dough. Like
yeah.
they gave us like the cookie dough stand, and they like I'm sitting there
Right.
eating my cookie dough, and next thing
that
you know,
night was
They have
things-
those?
Wait, let me
Yeah,
explain.
dude, it's great.
I'm going to tell you about
and
this
then
night,
and then the
Fudge.
fucking Mets gave up like a 5-run lead, and I
Yeah.
just threw my cookie dough across
Oh,
the
who gives a
fucking
shit about the Mets? Let's talk about
Fudge,
the cookie
let me
dough.
tell you about the food first of all, because this night is as much as I've eaten ever. I threw up on the way home, and I came into work the next day, and they all thought I was hungover because I was so like. I was just dehydrated from throwing up from eating. I felt hungover. So we got to the game
So
and
much
instantly
salt in your body.
Instantly got 2 hot dogs and pretzel bites. Instantly fucking nacho cheese. Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Then we
casual.
found this place called Bash Burger that had it was something called bacon jam on it. I was like, oh, I got to try it. Obviously,
fucking stupid is
I
what
had
it
to
was.
try it, so of course I got
Yeah,
one.
dude, that's pig nut, dude.
I don't give a fuck what it is. It was
They're
delicious.
jerking off pigs.
I'll jerk the
With those
pig off
curly
if it
dicks and
tastes that
shit.
good. I don't care.
Those pigs are smarter than me. They
so
deserve it.
This was the thing that really kind of fucked me up. Was they had a pastrami dog? Okay, so it's a
Yeah, it was
foot long.
So it's like a peppered hot dog?
No, no. So it's a hot dog bun, foot long bun, and then they put like 4 slices of fresh cut pastrami on the bottom of it. Okay,
Next level.
Foot long hot dog. Another
I prefer salami.
another 5 to 6 sticks of or
Salami.
slices of hot pastrami. They put
I don't
fucking.
want to get in this argument.
Wait, so
Continue,
they put the hot
Who
pastrami
gives a
on.
shit about pastrami, dude?
Well,
I
Americans
love-
do, cocksuckers.
Yeah,
so shut
I
the
love
fuck
both,
up.
but you can't- pastrami and
It's a
salami are different
pastrami is
things.
a manly meat. It's the kind of stuff you fucking chew on.
Pastrami is great, but salami is divine.
I love salami
Let's be
too,
real.
but in this situation,
salami's the
do you-
best
you
deli
don't
meat
want
of all
salami
time.
on a
Thank
hot
you.
dog. Pastrami and a hot dog makes sense. Okay, Trust me on
Pastrami and
this.
hot dogs
Plus,
go together
so
like
wait,
lamb and tuna fish.
So listen. So then they put another 5 to 6 slices of pastrami on top. You can't just start quoting Big Daddy. So they put another 5 to 6 slices of pastrami. Then they put. Dude, you just can't.
Well, you like spaghetti and meatball? That's a better
no
analogy.
more Big Daddy quotes.
Would you prefer spaghetti and meatball?
You don't like
That's a
spaghetti
really
meatball?
great
Get the
movie.
hell out.
That's a really great
So
movie.
then it's melted Swiss on top of it, and some other.
Swiss is like,
No,
if
but
you melt
it's-
it, I'll eat it. But like, Swiss is the
No,
cuntiest
dude,
cheese.
it's
of all
the
time.
single,
dope,
the
dude.
single
Come on.
heaviest food item.
Fuck you, man. Swiss is cunt cheese.
No, Swiss is good.
Swiss is cheese made of
I want
guns.
a
top
Reuben at
5.
all times.
That's top 5 funniest thing I've ever heard in my
Yeah, I want a
That's the
Reuben.
biggest waste of a sandwich ever. No,
Another
you
mayonnaise
out of
in
here.
mine? Yeah, you're a real piece of shit.
You don't like a Reuben?
Wait, here's the real crunch. What's your number one condiment to put on a hot dog?
Don't
And
you
this is how
dare
I'll
say
judge you.
ketchup.
No, you
My-
are ketchup,
Not
fucking
anymore. I've
cocksucker.
grown up since
My
then.
favorite hot dog right now is chili, red
No,
onion.
I want the basic of condiments. You're at a fucking barbecue where they didn't fucking do all that. It's
These
like
are-
ketchup, mustard.
Tell me to ketchup on. Please tell me.
I always put both.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
homie,
acceptable.
I'll take that,
If you're
for
an
sure.
adult and still putting just ketchup on a hot dog,
Embarrassing.
I'm not going to be mean, but kill yourself because you have no purpose.
Well, I'll tell you this. If,
Why do you look at me while you
if-
say, you cunt?
if there's hot dogs there and the only condiment is ketchup,
Well,
of
it's not
course,
the only
I'm not
condiment.
going dry. I'm going to put ketchup on
Okay,
it.
that's fair. But if it's okay, but if you had to do ketchup or mustard, which one is it?
Mustard.
Mustard.
Ketchup.
Mustard. Be a fucking
I mean,
adult.
Ketchup.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I like ketchup a lot.
You know what?
I like the mix. The mix is
I
good.
like ketchup
It
on
makes
mix.
sense.
the mix, obviously.
the mix is
The
fine.
mix makes
the mix
sense.
is
I'm
fine.
All right,
fine.
so here, all right, your
There's no
question, your recent
manliness.
question is a cunt question because no one's just
Sure.
picking either or.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
Of course you're gonna put both.
in my eyes, they are. 'Cause
Gentlemen
I
like
do this.
me and
Your eyes are
Brosy.
stupid.
Because listen, if you're
You
like
have
me,
stupid eyes.
you have stupid eyes, and you're a douchebag.
I have beautiful blue eyes, and it's the only reason I've ever had sex with
great.
anybody.
So
And I definitely am a
Okay,
douchebag.
so I will every Memorial Day, 4th of July, I have at least 7 hot dogs. Okay,
Okay.
most
Minimum,
of them are ketchup and mustard. Okay,
Okay. So what the fuck are we
but
talking about,
I will
Perosi?
always, because I'm a fucking adult male, will have at least 1 or 2 with just mustard on it, and then a
Goddamn.
couple with chili.
'Cause you're a cunt.
No,
my
because
Just to
I'm a
make a
grown-up.
point. You're just making a point to be a cunt.
Because I'm an actual fucking American and you're not. There's nothing American
You know
about
what?
fucking tomato vinegar on a fucking hot dog.
He's got a point.
Something with some fucking kick, some spicy brown mustard on a fucking hot dog.
It's gotta be none of
It's a
that
fucking
yellow
manly
bullshit.
thing.
Dude, I really feel like battle
Which,
lines have
you know
been
mustard
drawn.
has
Nothing-
vinegar in it too, right?
Not the same taste as ketchup does with vinegar.
I'm
feel
not
like-
saying it
No,
does.
the taste of vinegar and ketchup is overwhelming compared to the taste in mustard.
You realize that you realize on every except
point.
Wendy's,
Of
you realize on
course.
every single burger
course.
across the
There's
entire
mustard and
planet.
ketchup, yes.
No, well, no,
I
every
asked
single
for no
fast food
mustard.
place is just ketchup.
I always
I
ask
would prefer mustard and ketchup all fucking day.
No,
Mustard is an amazing condiment.
On a burger, I want barbecue sauce.
Ooh, I hear you
What
on
the
that.
fuck
It's
are
great.
you talking about?
It's
No,
good.
I agree with
A sweet baby
100%.
Ray's on a burger is what most people I know.
Sweet
don't
baby
eat.
Ray's on anything is fucking
I know most people.
fantastic.
I agree.
Most adults I know they put barbecue sauce on burgers. 100%.
Who the fucking
No, they
ketchup
don't.
on-
No, they don't.
100%.
No, they don't.
100%.
Who? Name one. What are you talking about?
Pretty much everyone in our friend group, 100% will put barbecue sauce on a burger.
nah,
Because I
that's
barbecue for
fucking
everyone.
shit.
I
Let's
know
go. All
back
right,
on.
let's relax, gentlemen.
About
Let's.
to put the chef coat back on.
Okay,
Why are you
Let's
arguing
argue
about
about
this?
it.
We have a
Let's-
chef. We have a chef. Please.
Well, no, don't
Barbecue
give him all the
sauce?
credit. It's ketchup
Barbecue sauce
with
is
molasses
superior-
and sugar in
a
it.
bunch of shit. Superior ketchup.
Yes. Thank you.
That's
Barbecue
thank you.
sauce is
It's
divine.
superior
I'll give him
ketchup.
that.
Dude,
Yeah,
if
for sure.
a good grilled burger, why do you want to put ketchup on it when barbecue
have a
sauce is
decent
there?
barbecue.
Ketchup is great.
It's not great.
It is
It's
great.
only good on French fries. It's the only time I give ketchup credit. And
no,
if I
that
have
is
barbecue
not
sauce,
Cheesesteaks, dude.
what?
yes.
cheesesteaks.
Mix it with a
Okay,
cheesesteak.
I'll give you
yes.
cheesesteaks, 100%. I'll give you
yeah.
cheesesteaks. That's 100%. I'm not anti-ketchup, but it should be the last priority when it comes to the condiment chain.
And for
that's
some
true.
reason, it's top of the chain.
When you're a child, sure. But if you're a motherfucker and you're 27 to 30 and you have chicken nuggets and you're dipping them in ketchup, I hope you die.
No, cunts dip nuggets in ketchup, dude.
I've seen him do it. So don't
I'm
tell
not saying
me.
I wouldn't do it.
Fourscore and 7 years ago.
I'll dip any meat in any sauce. I'm not saying I wouldn't do that. All I'm saying is that if you're preferring ketchup on your chicken nuggets, you're hands down one of the biggest cunts
Anyone
I've
that
ever met in my
dips
life.
chicken in ketchup in general.
Listen,
you
the-
can't
yeah,
do it. You
no,
can't
that's
dip chicken
Creamy
in ketchup.
sriracha sauce from Wendy's is divine.
That's really good. The dipping
Holy
sauces,
shit.
but anyone that puts ketchup on any sort of chicken should die or dips steak in a ketchup.
no. I'm with you on that.
Nothing
That's
sets off the
an
taste of a
absolute-
steak like some good ketchup.
When I hear
That's
that
an
people do that,
absolute
if you
fucking
get your
sin.
steak well done or you use ketchup, just
That's an
kill
absolute fucking
love.
sin.
I
I
have a
agree
good
with
question.
you.
I have a good ketchup question.
sure.
How do you assholes feel about ketchup?
How do you assholes?
Yeah, because you're all assholes,
Sure.
including myself.
Oh yeah, and you're the perfect
He's
guy.
a chef.
You're the exception of the rule, dude.
Ketchup on eggs.
On egg
okay.
sandwiches, not on eggs independently
Yeah,
of themselves.
I don't. Yeah, I'm all about
like a
leave
Taylor
that
ham, egg, and
yolk
cheese?
uncooked. Get that yolk all over everything I got.
Yes, I agree.
100%.
Throw some Frank's Red Hot on
over
there.
easy all day.
If I have nothing else, I'll throw
hot sauce
ketchup
for
on there.
sure.
Salt, pepper, ketchup is a must.
A Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, salt, pepper, and ketchup.
sandwich.
I'm
I
cool.
accept that.
Yes,
if
a
you're an
sandwich.
asshole
He
that
never puts ketchup on a
scrambled
sandwich.
eggs.
I'm not a ketchup guy.
No,
Not on
listen.
scrambled eggs, ever.
If you put
someone
ke-
does that, go fuck yourself.
If you
Hey,
put
chicken,
ketchup on
what do
an
you say
omelet-
about that? Go fuck yourself, dude.
If you put ketchup on an
scrambled
omelet-
eggs,
No, if you put
I've
ketchup
seen
on
people.
omelet, it's
I've
fucked
seen
up.
people
If you
dip
put Frank's
pierogies in ketchup.
Stop. That's that fucking
I've seen a lot
disgusting.
of people
As someone
do
who's
that.
Polish, that is a mortal sin.
That's a sin, I
Sit
know.
The fuck
you're Polish.
outta here.
That makes sense.
Yeah. A lot of sense.
But anyway, no, dude, don't put fucking ketchup on an omelet. I had a steak
No,
and
that's,
egg.
that's heinous.
Dude, I had a steak and egg omelet today with a tiny bit of Frank's Red Hot, and it was fucking divine.
You could dip a knish in ketchup. That's acceptable. Because
Okay.
a fucking knish is just
That's
potato.
fair. I give you that.
I love a knish. A knish is
Well, that's
fucking
what I'm
awesome.
saying. That's what hash browns are. It's the same fucking thing.
and
A potato pancake.
Potato
What's
and
the
ketchup,
difference?
it goes together. I mean, I
Dude,
don't want ketchup in my mashed potatoes,
An omelet
but
is made.
That's gross. Yeah,
that's
that's
fucking-
gross.
that's heinous.
That's what. Let's be honest. We want gravy on everything, right? Can we just be on the
That's
same
right.
page?
I agree with
gravy
that.
fries, gravy
Fries,
fries.
burgers,
Disco
dude,
fries?
dude. I will never
Chili
not
fries,
put,
too.
I will
Chili
never not
fries.
put
Chili
you
fries,
you don't shake your head like you're agreeing, you fucking faggot. You were giving me shit You were giving me shit about putting fucking gravy on my ham a couple weeks ago on fucking New Year's.
That's interesting. I would eat that though. That sounds
No.
good.
Here's the deal. Not that bullshit honey spiral ham. A fresh fucking pig ass or whatever the fuck. part of it.
Gravy's acceptable.
Dump gravy all over that motherfucker, dude.
My argument was
I want to try gravy on a hot dog.
I
now.
didn't
I'm
know what
thinking
kind
about
of
it.
gravy you
Hell
were
yeah,
throwing
dude! I will throw gravy on my goddamn fucking Cheerios, bro.
So we're talking about food again, and I'm starving. What the fuck?
Dude, nothing is gonna
Buy
be
this
open on our way
man
back.
food. No, 7-Eleven's right there. You're
Okay, go in and get some 7-Eleven.
Can you
dogs.
think of a...
Monterey Jack taquitos all day.
Oh, dude.
Let's say
you
that
want
we'll grab
2
hot
a.m.
dogs. I'm
Monterey
in.
Jack taquitos. I've gotten hot dogs from some rogue gas stations before, like gas stations with like no working
That's when they
security
taste the
system.
best,
They have
dude.
like they only have Diet Snapple, and you go to the bathroom, and literally it's a hot dog. It's probably been in there for a week, and I'm like, yeah, why not? And then you get the bun.
there's
The
shit
back end of the
everywhere.
bun is stale. And I'm like, all right, once you get to the middle, it'll be better, and it's not. Then you most likely have hepatitis
That's why you
C.
douse it in that free like chili sauce, so it gets a little
that
wet.
might be as questionable. The most questionable thing you could ever eat from like a Quick Check or Wawa were those pre-packed hard-boiled eggs.
I think the grossest thing I've ever had. I had a fucking Crunchwrap Supreme from like.
Oh, he got it from
Newark.
He got it from Penn
Penn
Station
Station
Taco Bell at
How I
3 in Brooklyn at 3 in the
I won't
morning.
even
How
take
I
my
didn't-
school shootings from Newark, let alone a fucking quesarito,
How I didn't walk
dude.
out with hepatitis
No, it was a
C is
Crunchwrap
beyond
Supreme.
me.
It was after a Brooklyn
fucked up,
Nets
dude.
playoff game. It's like we missed our train. It was like 2 in the morning, and he's like, "I'm getting Taco Bell." I'm like, "From here?" I was like, dude, and he like didn't feel good on the drive home. Josh starts.
shit!
Oh no, it was our friend Will was driving,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, Will.
And he was sitting in front of me in the driver's seat, and I just reached in front. I was like, "Will, can you see?" and cover his eyes while he's driving. Scumbag.
Dude, can I just tell you, I shit my ass.
Dude, one time when he was driving,
Next
I
level.
put on my like strobe light effect while
Yeah,
he was
what a
driving.
fucking
He just runs
asshole,
through
dude.
a red light.
Dude, they probably say like this fucking fat crack motherfucker coming there fucking taco and
Dude,
trying
I'm
to close
I'm
and shit, all pissed at you
The
and
worst
shit.
part was that I was
They
driving.
definitely farted in your
Dude.
quesarito, dude.
I was
this white piece of
driving.
shit.
I was driving my sister's car.
Oh, yeah.
and we're,
And I'm
and we're
strobe
driving
lighting
back,
him.
and Perosi turns all the lights off, and then immediately hits me the strobe light. Dude, I
He
drive
goes
right through a red light,
Oh no!
sober as a bird.
I
It
like
was
taking
fucked up.
risks. I like getting risky. You ever just take your glasses off when you're
Don't
driving and see
ever
what
get
happens?
in my car, dude.
Do you ever just take your glasses off at night while you're driving, see what happens?
Oh, you did that to me too, asshole.
You know what I will do? Every now and then, when I'm feeling froggy, just shut the lights off for a quick second. You're like, this is
Might
what
as well
driving
leave.
would be like with no lights.
My
It's
favorite
fucking-
thing I ever did with
Like
my
a split second, you turn it
the
back
first car I ever had, it was an old Camry, and I took the windshield wiper fluid sprayers and I turned them out to the side.
boofed it?
No, dude, we sprayed it out to the side, and on
Hashtag
these
boof
old Camrys, the fluid would shoot
Come
out like
to
10
a
feet.
store near you.
It was a fucking super soaker. I remember when I was with Dan Boyle. And we're driving by the battery.
Ken Boyle. His name's Ken.
I know. I know.
Yeah, that's what
Ken,
I'm saying.
Sorry,
Say his
Ken.
real name, asshole.
Ken.
Show some respect.
Piece of shit. Sorry. We're driving by the battered women's shelter, and there's some woman like waiting for the bus. And I'm like, oh, she had like a stroller. Yeah, put in my wiper fluid sprayers and fucking drench all of them. Dude, I'm at the McDonald's drive-thru.
That's nice. You just drenched some battered woman in a window washer
with their
fluid.
fucking
You
crack
fucking
baby.
asshole.
Dude, I used to. Do you guys remember Dan Ide? Do you remember him?
We call him.
I do.
We call him
Dude, I know who
Burpee.
you're talking about.
we don't
I
say
called
why.
him before, like everybody got cunty and burpees were the cool thing to do, like in exercises.
it's
I
never
called
the
him
cool
Burpee
thing
because
to
he
do.
had a like a boil that looked like a herpy.
Always had
Burpee.
it. Yeah. So one time Josh and I were
That's
driving.
amazing.
We were
And
driving.
that's before burpees got cool, man. I'm just saying, I'm a little bit of an innovator.
Cool. So one time, Josh and I are
Trendsetter.
driving around Upper Greenwood Lake. We're going the long way around past the beach and shit because I'm from the island section area. And we're driving by and I see Dan Ide and I slow down and I'm like, "Yo, dude, you want to ride?" He's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And he comes to my door. I had him locked. I just drive away. So then I'm like, "All right, I feel bad." I drove like 50 feet. I put it in reverse. I back up, right? And he just lit a cigarette. I'm like, "Seriously, man, you want to ride?" He's like, "Oh yeah, thanks, man." And I hit him with the wiper fluid, put out his cigarette, and drive away. Dude, I used to wreck people.
Wait.
That might be one of the biggest scumbag moves I ever heard in my life.
I thought, are you still friends with that kid?
I don't want to
Does
say
he
I was
listen to
ever
this?
friends with him. I don't care.
I could tell a story. The first night I met him, I made him cry at the coffee house. And I think it was See Him Burn the Bridge, actually. Because he was like an Uber fan,
That band
correct?
sucked.
Wait, no, you know what happened? I don't. Well, yeah, I think he was a big fan of Brother Bridge. You know, like I was always like, okay, I never had a problem with him.
No, I never had an issue with him. He talked tough was his problem back then. I've no issues with him.
When he got hard into like shitty drugs and like he had a kid and the kid like had a lot of problems and like he just wasn't like.
Well, he got.
That's never gonna be okay with me, dude. Like when you have a kid, your life is that kid. Yeah, I'm never gonna be okay with that shit. If Brandon Tuttle cannot be a deadbeat dad, then you cannot be a deadbeat dad, you piece of shit. Plain and simple.
So the first time I met him, I think it was at the coffee house, and he liked talking. He had a big mouth and
big burpee.
He was running his mouth or something. I said something like, "You're adopted. Your parents don't even love you." And then I said
something like that.
He's actually adopted.
Something like that.
Yeah, and he got all fucking welled up in the face, and then he walks away, and they tell me he's actually adopted, and I was like, "Whoops! Like, what do you want me to say?" Like, he was being an asshole, and nothing I said was false at the time.
So I feel like I went to West Milford with the amount of stories and the amount of people I've met over the years.
Yeah,
I met this same Dan. Right, we went to go see.
Oh yeah, you went to a show with him and some girl he was trying to hook up with.
Yes.
Yeah.
So and you were trying to bang the girl?
No. I wasn't trying. I was just wanting to go to the show. Listen, no bullshit. Like Newfound Glory is one of my all-time favorite bands. They've been one of my
Their
all-time
self-titled album's amazing.
Yeah, it's great. So they were playing a show at Starland Ballroom, and this guy showed up with a friend of mine who
She worked with us at Best Buy.
He was trying to hook up with her, and the entire time he's
Dan
like,
Ide was.
Yes.
Okay.
So the entire time,
Burpee, yes or no?
Yeah, he definitely had a boil.
Yeah.
He had the.
Yes,
Oh, it's a burpee. It's a burpee. It's a burpee.
Dude, 100%.
Thank you.
He's wearing.
It's
these,
a boil
like,
herpy.
Dude, he's wearing these high top Vans, like the old school versions, and he's like,
he's still rocking at the coffee
he
house.
goes, yo, the lead singer, Newfound Glory, used to wear these shoes, and I took them from him because he didn't want them. I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude.
One of those
He's full of
storytellers.
shit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
I think he's always been full of shit.
Well, like he was trying to sound cool.
You guys definitely
know
had
what I mean?
some.
Where it's like,
I remember Burn the Bridge being there were some Uber fans that followed them around.
By the way,
Ricky was one of them, of course.
say, hold on. By the way,
yeah, we had like definitely a group of fans that like came to all our shows, sang lyrics. It was a lot of fun.
No, dude, I loved seeing you guys. That shit was a blast back then, man.
It was crazy.
I just want to say wholeheartedly because now I figured out who the fuck you actually are. I'm a big fan of Double Overtime. Double
Oh my
Overtime.
God.
Double Overtime. Holy shit.
Overtime?
This man hosts a podcast, by the way.
I did at one point by myself.
You sound like
fine.
Stuttering John.
It's fine.
In his defense, we got him drunk.
Yeah, that's
If
fair.
it helps, he still does the ad reads better than Fudge.
Yeah, I fucked up a couple.
no,
He really
like,
liked Double Overtime.
No, but like, truth be told, like, dude, I was one
Double
of the
Overtime
biggest
was
fans
dope,
of Double
dude.
Overtime.
Dude, I love that shit.
Dude, my favorite song
Dude, I
off
saw the
that
title
whole
Jack
album
is
was,
Vape and I lost it.
I did. I totally did. That was one of my like.
Did Jack
I
hate it?
still bump that fucking song,
Dude,
I remember
It comes up in my playlist. That Double Overtime comes in my playlist. Like
you guys
regularly.
played a show somewhere up here, wherever the fuck we
At the
are
Vernon
now.
VFW?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
we only
remember-
played like 3 shows.
Dude, I wanted to go so bad, and I had to work that night, and I was so pissed.
It's hard to keep bands going.
I
isn't
remember,
it?
dude,
It's
It was
just
rough.
Dude.
Well, Ken pulled the cut and move, and he was like, because they
it
have
was
that.
Ken? I don't know what happened
They have
with
that
it.
technical
Yeah.
metal band falling through the center of the earth, which
Yeah.
is fucking amazing. But like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
they
yeah.
like to be in a band like that, like a progressive technical metal band that requires that much effort and work, like. They're not putting enough time aside to do it.
It's a lot of times just getting tight. You got to
but
get tight with
almost
everyone.
everybody in the band besides me, pretty much, and Jesse are in that band. They were like, "Hey, we're trying to like do our full length." I was like, "Okay, so we'll take a break from Double Overtime, fine."
Yeah.
And like a couple days after that, Ken was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know, I can't do 2 bands, man. I don't want to be in Double Overtime anymore." And then we're just gonna do Falling Through. And I was like, "Oh, okay, so all right, fuck this then. Now I'm gonna, whatever." And like a week later, he calls me. He's like, "I don't know what I was saying." I'm like. No, dude, I'm 30 years old. I just can't have you flip-flop.
Yeah,
like,
no, that
if
doesn't
I'm gonna
work like
spend
that.
the time to
Listen,
like fucking the
no.
time and the money to be a bit like you just
Right.
can't do that. So like, and that's what happened with Double Overtime.
Right.
Like
Well-
the whole intention was to let them take their time to
Sure,
falling
sure.
through
Right.
full length, and then we would
Falling
come back to
Through's
Double
crazy.
Overtime, and then I started doing shit. With my buddy Pat, who came on with the fucking gigantic clit story.
Pat, one of my all-time favorite people, legit.
From
honestly.
Greenwood Lake, Pat.
Yeah, the
Oh,
same
yeah.
Pat with a
He-
beard.
It was
No,
No,
different
different
Pat.
guy.
Different Pat.
Different guy.
I know Pat with a beard. He's
Yeah,
one of my
yeah.
all-time favorite
Yeah,
people.
Pat's cool.
AKA
No,
the muscle.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though he's not
but like,
big, like we just call him the muscle for no reason.
no, but like the truth is, like I said, I've always been a pop punk kid at heart.
No,
Always
Double
have been.
Overtime
I've always
kid.
been like
Doesn't love pop punk,
a
man.
For sure.
huge Newfound Glory fan. Like the story so far, starting line, all that shit. Even Old School Hit the Lights. And I remember listening to your EP at first, and I was like, dude, these fucking
Full
guys
length.
have it. Well,
full length.
what did I say?
I'm being a dick about it, but that was the only full length I ever heard.
When it came out, fucking Jack was working at my office for like part time, and I was like, "Yo, I'm listening to Jack's vape, dude."
Dude, I just remember
He was kind of mad about that.
I know he was, dude.
Dude,
And that's why we did it.
Dude, I just remember listening to that and thinking to myself, like, dude, I fucking know these guys.
Yeah. Well, because Ken worked with us at Best Buy for a while, so he met Ken
But the
early
other
on.
thing too was like I'm so
That's right, he
I'm
did.
so into like the Warped Tour, Bamboozle, like that whole scene.
fag.
That like the first.
He's a dick. I'm listening to you.
I set,
like,
I set
I was-
Jack up for fucking what a vape fucking email, dude.
Yeah, wasn't he get like magazines to his house or something for a little bit or some shit?
Jack's a fucking character,
Nah,
man.
but dude, I was such a big. I was honest to God such a big fan, and I still am to this day. So like, it's
appreciated.
That was dope.
I told him, if he was around when Burn the Bridge was going, he would have been all about it.
I wish,
I
dude.
promise you.
I was such a huge Sirens
If
fan
you guys still
too.
have any of the
like,
copies of the
honestly,
songs,
because
send them
I used
to
to be
him.
so into.
We got
so-
CDs somewhere in this house.
Dude, I used to be so
He'll
into the
love it.
fucking like. I used to be so into like the local scene. I used to listen to like a band like Kill the Sun. Sirens was a big one, and I had no idea who the fuck they like. You guys even were.
Kill the Sun. Kill
I'm-
the Sun, the lead singer of that band. He was in my other old band.
Are you serious?
He died in Texas.
Yeah.
But we
dude.
only played like 1 or 2 shows with them.
Did you play
I-
with To
dude,
Kill the
that's a sad
King?
Dude, I
Did you
used-
ever- you played with? Did you play with them before?
He died in
No,
Texas?
To Kill the King. Did you play with them?
Oh, I mean, almost every band
yeah,
I was
I-
in, I played with To Kill
Yeah,
the King.
I knew I saw you guys at least once with To Kill the King.
Dude, I used
Are
to.
you talking about He Died in Texas or Sirens?
Sirens?
Yeah, it was our second record release
Okay.
show for our second album. To Kill the King
Yeah.
headlined it.
Okay. Yeah.
I used to
They
listen
were
to-
always
I
a
used to
fucking
listen to-
blast to
Actually, no,
see.
they played before this because they got real cunty, and they didn't want to headline because they thought everybody would disappear. I'm
Wow.
like, you realize 2/3 of these people are here for you, dude.
You know,
They're
the
like-
weird thing about To Kill the King, the lead singer's brother is actually Nick Kroll.
He was on our fucking podcast.
shit,
like, oh
dude.
yeah, Dog, he's a funny ass kid, but he kind of looks like either Nick Kroll or fucking Jeff Goldblum. Right when
so
you
he
said
looks
that,
very,
he was.
he looks.
I hate rich cunts. I kill rich cunts.
No. He looks like did you?
But dude, I remember like listen, I remember the first time someone ever told me about Sirens. I was legit. I went to I live in Pompton Lakes, and there was a place called Main Stage in Pompton Lakes. I went to go see this band called Threve. Like 3 and 5, they fucking suck. But like that's besides
Is
the
that
point.
like Thrice and Maroon 5?
I saw it the first
Kind
time.
of, yeah, for sure.
The first time
But
I saw
remember because I was talking to the bass player after the show, and like because it was Metal Tuesdays, so like there'd be 9 metal bands would show up. Like I saw Bring Me the Horizon, God Forbid there before they really got big. And I remember I was talking to the guy from Three. I was outside smoking a cigarette when I was like 15, and the guy goes, "Yo, you have to listen to this band called Sirens." And I was like, "What?"
This was at Main Stage?
Yeah, Main Stage.
I
in
don't think
Pompton
Sirens
Lakes.
ever got to play Main Stage because
No.
I think it closed down before we fucking.
They had a BYOB with like underage kids and like a foam party. And
Yeah, big
shit.
surprise.
with like underage kids. So they
I
got
wonder
shut the
why
fuck
they're not
down.
a venue anymore.
Right.
The
Well, what
first-
I'm saying is, dude, I saw a Day to Remember play there when like for those who have heart, or the one
you-
before that, and their name was Treason came out. I saw them play there.
Do you
they played
know the
1958.
band For Dire Life's Sake?
Yes, I do.
My old band, He Died in Texas, played with For Dire Life's Sake at Main Stage.
Shut the fuck up.
There were like me and Jack were like the only 2 fans of For Dire Life's Sake there. It was so good. That band is so fucking.
the first
great.
time
I would go there every Tuesday night. It'd be $5. I would see 7 bands live, and there'd be 15 people in the fucking crowd.
Did you?
Saw
You
so
guys,
many fucking people.
You guys
there,
played
dude.
Greenwood Lake, the VFW there before.
Burn the
correct?
Bridge played
Okay,
there
so
a ton.
I think I saw you guys there
Folly
once, and there
played
was
there.
there was a band that
Folly.
I remember they asked me to work their merch table while I was just there as a fan because someone didn't show up. It was I Am the End. Do you remember them at all?
Yes, I do remember that.
That sick fucking grindcore band,
Dude, they were
Fuck
fucking.
yeah.
They were cool as fuck. They had a dildo on their merch stand, and then some kid I was
is a
with.
dildo?
Dude, I know.
Dude, I used-
this kid I was
Yeah,
with.
losers have dildos in their.
This kid I
vicinity
know,
of the
he's like,
things they
watch
do.
this, and he calls over one of his friends. He takes the dildo and he puts it behind his back. His friend comes up and he fucking Charlie Murphy'd him with the fucking dildo across the face.
Slap,
the
bitch.
bass player from I Am the End comes up. He goes, "Our last show, that dildo disappeared for an hour and then it came back." I was like, "Oh, dude."
We don't know what happened to
Dude,
it.
the thing that annoyed me about Main Stage, there were so many quote unquote last shows there. Like I saw Folly's last show there.
Folly, wow.
I saw
Follies
this.
had like 10 last shows.
Every
know,
band
dude,
has
it's
10
crazy.
last shows.
Well, the other band I saw
that's
like
true.
that I really liked, it was actually only 3-piece. It was a singer, a guitar player, and a drummer, and they were the band called Dr. Crocodile, and they were fucking ridiculous.
So wait, I have a question.
It was like the original Fever 333 before that was even a thing. That was like
Fudge.
15 years before that was even a thing.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Who's been in more bands, you or Ken?
That's a
Well,
good question.
Ken's been in a lot of the same bands.
Yeah, you guys have
with
had a
me.
lot of crossover through the years.
It might almost be the same exact amount because Ken wasn't in Burn the Bridge, but I wasn't in Wolf Jefferson.
Yeah, correct.
And I'm pretty
That's
sure
true.
me and Ken were in the
That's
next
true.
like
Hey, what
6
about that
bands.
shitty band in my garage though in Franklin?
What was that band called?
That band was actually called I Collect the Dead.
Okay.
And that band
That's a
was
badass name, though.
It was, dude.
That's
And
a badass
it was
name.
fucking. It was Kyle DeVore and Jack
I
Montalbano was
remember.
the two
Yeah.
lead singers.
Okay, I actually remember.
We never got to play a show or
You
anything.
guys posted about it though, correct? I saw someone
I
post
think
about
so.
it.
Well, Dank Bill. This was like pre-sirens.
Bill.
There was a little bit of like there was a couple of sirens riffs in some
Yeah,
of those
yeah.
songs, and I was the drummer in that band, so it was kind of like a little bit of like
Sure.
siren start, but it wasn't really sirens
Okay.
yet. But yeah,
I
that
created
band
Sirens
was
is what he's
that
trying
was
to say.
like
Dude, I was
that
always
was like we were done with like post-hardcore and stuff, and like we were trying to like get fucking heavier or
Dude,
whatever, and
the best part about that band is it was in my garage, so like people, they'd be like getting all serious. I was like, "You guys want to go do a couple shots?"
yeah, Pat was in that. It was Pat and Bill was the guitar players.
Yeah.
He was the bass player, which doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
Jack and Kyle was the singers, and I was the drummer. And it was like
And
some
we were
gnarly
drinking
metalcore.
blackberry brandy at that time.
That's all we like
every
drank.
5 minutes, I was like,
Christ, Blackberry
you guys want to do a little?
I used to. I had a kick when I worked at Best Buy where all I was drinking was blackberry brandy. Dude,
It's great.
I would get out of work and I know like we're going to party after, and I had a bottle ready of blackberry brandy, and I just
Right,
pound. Literally, I kept it in my same parking spot at Best Buy, so people knew where I was parking. So there was an empty bottle of blackberry brandy sitting
So
there.
no one would park there.
Yeah, they knew. And then a few times I threw up and slept in my car, and then I went to work the next day. So
Oh, you gotta
was-
get it done.
Or how many times did you move my fucking car over to Pier 1, you fucking
I did that too.
asshole?
Dude, there was a kid.
There was
there's
time
this-
I walk outside, my car is gone. It's across the parking lot.
There's this
Easily
friend.
100 feet
There's
away.
this friend we have.
I'm like, what the fuck is
that
going on?
That we worked at the Best Buy, and he works with me again now. Who was
sucks.
just? If you think I'm being mean to Taylor,
Fudge.
I am fully 100,000 times
Punching
meaner,
bag.
and everyone is mean
I
to this
love
kid.
this kid to death. I really do.
He's a pure punching bag. And one time we had this new employee.
Yeah,
he'd
for
been there
sure.
for 2 days, and I go, listen, I need you to do this. These are his keys.
Or I'll fire you.
I was kind of like the head. I was like the one that called the shots. The supervisor
That's
did
the
whatever I
fucked up
said.
part, dude. He
I
was
wasn't
like
a supervisor
he was a top person in his
because
department.
I was the only one that could sell. So it was like everything that I said went, even if
Yeah.
supervisors weren't there. So I said, listen, you got to go move his car to Pier 1. So I'm
is
like,
far.
trust me.
It's
I'm like,
not close,
So
dude.
no,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, from Best Buy to Pier 1 in Riverdale, it's a hike. So he goes.
it's technically the same parking lot, but it's still
He goes
free.
out to go on lunch, and he's like, "Where the fuck's my car?" We make fun of this kid a lot. This is one of the 2 times he actually got pissed, and I'd be like, "Dude, I'm sorry. Calm the fuck down. Like, it's a fucking joke."
Everything's fine,
The new
dude.
kid
It's
thought
a
he was gonna get
joke.
fired or whatever.
How'd you get his keys?
He left them in the fucking register area.
Not that hard, dude.
Everyone would come in and they take their keys and they throw them in the area where we kept all our shit. I didn't. No, hell
Dude,
no.
it was so weird. Like,
Dude, if
how
you left your
we were
cell
all
phone,
friends with each
people
other.
became
when we worked
afraid
there.
at Best Buy of leaving their cell phones unlocked with me around, because if you left it near me, I was going on your Facebook and destroying.
Dude, there was one time
Yeah.
I
Makes
Vile,
sense.
There was
vile.
one time, dude. I had he pulled a fucking knife on me in front of a customer. So this is exactly what
Listen,
happened.
he's exaggerating it. He was with the customer. I walked up and I took out my knife and I opened it and I put it to the back of his neck in front of the customer, and I said, "Act natural."
Act natural.
And the
That's what
customer
he
just
said to me.
started laughing, and he's just like, literally, I have it right here on it. So
Dude,
what can you do? It's nice.
Laugh.
Like I
Laugh.
said, the fact that
Laugh
we all didn't
natural.
get fired, but the fact that
the
like
shit we
would
got
fuck-
away with there.
We would fuck with each other relentlessly, but the part that was great was because we always did our job. We were so
we
good at our
killed.
job.
For
We
being
were
a
one of the
small
top
store.
5 stores in the entire company.
Talk
at
about
one
Best
point.
Buy again?
Yeah, eventually they let us just do whatever we wanted, and then we got sick of all of it.
Yeah, like and
Every
all of us
job
left.
becomes political, doesn't it? When you're like a big company,
All of us left.
it's politics.
Well, retail
and-
sucks.
Retail, dude. There were parts that were fucking fun about it. Obviously, the holidays are pure shit. But
Holidays are rough,
in,
dude.
at that store in the
Oh my
summer,
God.
dude, I had one day where I worked the computers department, and I had one day in the summer where I kept a tally of how many customers I had in a 9-hour shift, 11 to 8, and literally it was 3. So I was able to bullshit with my friends all day. And get paid for it. Why the fuck not?
I will say
and
that
discount was pretty nice too.
There was certain aspects of retail that was cool, but at the same time, it like went for like a real fucking.
We were able to track like how much we saved with our discount or how much we spent with our discount.
Dude, it
and
was
like I
next
gave
level.
them a lot of my paycheck back each week.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Because it's like, oh, there's video games out. Do I need it? Nope. Paying
Nope.
for it.
Yeah,
They're like, oh, this is out on Blu-ray and it's $30. Need it. Like instantly.
Dude, there was one time where like there was a fucking ridiculous snowstorm that knocked the power out to the entire.
That was when we
building.
had that snowstorm on Halloween, like a random Halloween snowstorm. The year before Sandy.
it knocked
out power all over.
right after Irene.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
Irene and Cindy were right after each other.
Correct. Yeah,
Dude,
exactly.
it knocked out
Fucking
power to
Irene.
our building for an entire week.
More like Eileen.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it knocked out
Good one,
power
bud.
to our building for an entire week. So we literally had. So whoever was scheduled to work the morning.
Yeah, nobody
shift
had power for like 10 days. I
had
remember.
to show up.
You had to show up,
and
or it was
sit in
you
the
called
parking
out
lot.
pretty much, or you
Because
no call, no showed.
In case the
power came
in case
back
the
on.
power showed back up. Like,
You just
showed
feel like
back
3.
up.
You had to wait till like
Taking
3
a
p.m.
shot
By
on
3
that.
p.m. to see if power came back on. I was like, I got all these sick days and vacation days. I'm like, I'm not driving from up the mountain to Riverdale. I had the furthest drive of anyone to get to that fucking store. When you live up the mountain, you know it's a whole different world.
Dude, that's a cunt move. Just fuck.
it's a
And
whole
why do you
different
want
ballgame
to pay
about that.
people in case it
Because
comes
that's the
back
way
on?
the corporate structure works, man.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
It's nuts. It
Yeah.
really was nuts. Like the fact that like I would have off on a Thursday, and I know the store had no power. I would show up because everyone was there.
Yeah, you would just hang out and fucking snowball fights and shit. We just dicked
we
around.
would all be in the parking
Yeah,
lot. Someone
to be fair,
brought a
let me
grill.
correct this. People did get fired. None of us. People did get fired.
Honestly, the funniest part is that the person that we lived with, me and him together, tried to fire both of us at one point.
Oh yeah, we got mad at him early on, and I almost like fought him in
You
the
can't
store.
fire someone you live with.
No, this
Well,
was before we
this
lived
is
with him.
way before
we
that.
lived with him.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
before we were all friends and shit. He tried tough guy in me because he was a manager, and I'm like, I don't care who the fuck you are, job wise.
a
Don't tough
manager
guy
at
me.
Best Buy?
Yeah.
You
Don't
know,
eyeball
you
me, tough guy.
Yeah, don't tough guy
When
me.
I was at jail, I used to fuck guys bigger than you.
Exactly. You say you used to fuck guys?
Hey, did Dirk just say you used to fuck guys?
Dude, I was so bummed because Artie was supposed to do a fucking show in Oakland the other day. A couple weeks ago, him and Reverend Bob Levy
Yeah,
were supposed
Bob
to do a
Levy
show in
was
Oakland.
supposed
Well, now he's back in fucking.
That mugshot again was
Nice.
every time I see it. When he dies,
It's hard
they
to
need to
look
they
at.
need to donate his body to science because him being alive is a statistical anomaly. Like they got to study the bodies of him and Keith Richards because neither of those guys should be alive.
Yeah, how the fuck is Keith Richards?
Did I ever
alive?
tell you I saw
How do you
Yeah,
do that
I've
many-
heard- I've
how do
heard
you
you
do that
talk
much
about that.
coke and you're just that
That
fat?
much
It doesn't
coke,
make
that
any
much
sense.
heroin. He wants to die. Like in theory, he's tried to kill himself. He says
he
he
stabbed himself
Yeah,
like
he goes, I
20
didn't try to kill
times.
myself. What do you mean?
He couldn't reach an organ.
What do you mean the battery's dead?
Dead?
Like exactly. You stab yourself in the stomach. You tried to kill yourself, dude.
Who are we talking about?
Artie Lang.
Lang.
Oh, that's right.
And
Artie's
it's
fine.
like it sucks because when you see him in things like he's on this show on HBO called Crashing, and he's fucking hilarious on it. It's about just stand-up comedians working their way up. And he's
Pre or
playing himself
post
on
notes?
it. It's now. The show's on now, and he plays himself pretty much. But then you find out of all the other bullshit going on. You see shit like Beer League, fucking hilarious. Dirty
Great.
Work,
And he was
Dirty
skinny
Work is
and-
unbelievable.
Baskin Robbins called. They only
Dude,
down to 7
Did you,
flavors.
wait, have you ever seen Dirty Work? Have you seen Dirty Work before with
I don't
Norm and
think so.
Artie?
It's been a long time, but yeah.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
one of the funniest fucking movies. There's so many random scenes in that. And then his stand-up is great. He was Howard Stern with Artie was better than it was with Jackie the Joke Man. That to me, peak Howard is Artie. That's when it was at its best for me. There's maybe
for
better
sure.
moments with the old Howard, like their early stuff when they really pushed the limits. But the funniest
it's
consistently
been
was
30
Artie.
years. What's the
Howard
old Howard?
Howard stinks now.
Yeah, Howard's-
Oh my
still
god,
going on?
he does shows about kitties now.
Is
Howard
that Black
Stern.
Rod
I
still
don't get
there?
it.
Robin,
dude. I don't-
Robin will never leave him, and neither will Fred. Neither or Bubba
They
Booey.
shouldn't. I mean,
No,
to be
it's a
real,
great
they
gig.
fucking
Money's there.
should.
It's a
Yeah.
great gig, but how long can Howard go on without acting like he invented everything? I invented that, Robin. Hoo hoo.
No, the thing
he
that
doesn't
annoyed
like anyone.
No, the thing that annoyed me the most, like going back and listening to old O&A clips, like during the whole.
He tries sabotaging anyone that was as
Dude,
successful in radio.
The fact
Always.
that he said that it was his idea for the merger between Sirius and XM. Shut the fuck
well,
up.
that's the whole gimmick they said about Howard is that he claims he invented everything. I invented radio, Robin. Who? Yeah, tell him, Fred. Like that's literally
Shut up, hole.
That's literally. Like, but he he got to that point where he became everything he hated in radio. And this is the most common thing with personalities in radio. Is that it always goes like that.
Don't even get me started, dude.
No,
Thank you.
Listen, you can
I
say he
hate
thinks all he
Mike
wants.
Francesa.
The person that defends AC/DC with their track record of selling records can't say that Mike Francesa sucks when he's the single most successful sports radio host of all
Back in
time.
Black is a great
I love
record.
Francesa.
Yeah,
Back in
he's a
Black
great.
is a
I just think
record.
he's like an arrogant piece of shit.
That's why I like him.
That's the best part.
That's why I like him. That's why it's funny. Every sports radio personality, every sports personality modeled it off from Mike
Dude,
Francesa.
the fact that he thought the Todd Gurley refs exchanging jerseys was real. Shut the
Yeah,
fuck
he's
up,
a
dude.
dumb
Get the
old
fuck-
man. It's fucking hilarious.
You know what I don't
You don't
understand?
understand. You only hear this. You don't understand that he was the one. He's the only reason the Mets
I
got
watched
Mike
the 30
Piazza.
for 30, dude. I watched the whole thing.
He's the
I
reason
saw
they
it.
got Mike
Oh yeah,
Piazza.
and he's the reason the Cowboys got Jason Witten. Come on,
No,
dude.
He's the reason
Mike
why
Piazza
Odell-
thing. The
he's
Mike
the reason
Piazza
why
thing is 100% true.
He's the reason why Odell
Mike and the Mad
Beckham
Dog-
calmed the fuck down.
Mike
Yeah,
and the Mad
right.
Dog is 100% the reason the Mets were forced to sign Mike Piazza or trade for him. That's a proven fact. The owners have admitted to that. The pressure
was on a
from the
30 for
radio
30.
show is why they signed him.
No,
it's
listen.
traded for him and signed him.
No, listen,
Francesa-
like
Yeah,
I
but
said,
but
no,
how
they
many
went over
ti-
in
how
the 30 for 30.
How many
like
times?
it's true.
How many times do does a radio show or the media start to pressure a franchise to do something? They do it.
Okay, but who was the first to do it? Was Mike Francesa. It
Well,
never
Craig
happened.
Carter-
It never
Yeah,
Who gives a shit? You were just bagging on Howard Stern for doing that, and now you're giving Mike Francesa credit for it.
Thank you.
No, I'm not saying Mike doesn't go out there and claim it like Howard does with every single little thing. I'm saying
Yes, he does. Anything I ever hear
calm down,
about him,
bud.
he's like,
no, he goes after.
sit there
you
and I-
definitely just bagged on Howard for doing it and gave
You're
Francesa
misinterpreting-
credit for
No,
doing
I'm
it.
talking-
You definitely just
Wait,
did that.
Let me rephrase that. I'm saying he just says Mike Francesa
There's no
sucks.
second chances on this podcast.
I still love old Howard. I can hate current Howard while loving old Howard. I can admit these things about Mike Francesa. Mike Francesa's a cunt, and that's why I like him.
Yeah.
But Howard hasn't been good at his job for 20 years now.
a solid
Francesa
minute.
hasn't been good at his job for a year.
Why-
He's still the number.
Why
You can't
won't
say if he's
Howard
number one that
retire?
he's not the number one guy.
Because he's getting paid $500 million still, dude.
Howard, he
Fucking
still gets
guy-
the best ratings. Francesa
my
still gets the
God.
best ratings.
Yeah, but-
Tell me who the best in radio is in that slot. You're going to tell me Michael Kay?
I'm not gonna say Michael Kay. I'm not gonna say Michael Kay.
I
would say
think
if
they
you
got
gave-
the slot
Francesa's an
once
asshole.
Francesa left, but
I would
what was
say
that?
if you gave Evan Roberts that spot.
Michael Kay might have hit the top ratings once Francesa left a couple times. but
they still were losing to WFAN.
Dude,
That's the
I-
thing because they had no balls.
No. Diddle sent us the ratings.
The demographic?
There was a time or two
I
where
gotta find
the
the
Michael
document.
Kay show.
They may have with CMB, but
when Francesa left.
Yeah, when CMB left,
Which is understandable because who gives a shit about CMB?
What I was saying, like if you don't like Mike Francesa, you cannot disregard the shit from the past. And I hate Howard now, but he's the greatest to ever do it in radio. There's no one
for
even
sure.
close.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
like Howard now, and I fully acknowledge that. And Mike is the greatest to ever do it in sports radio.
I'm not saying that.
It's
Like,
not arguable.
I'm not saying that Francesa has like what he's accomplished. Like, obviously, if certain things just
Sure.
happen, it's factual. I get that. I just don't understand. Like, he's just such a dumb cunt, and for some reason, everybody loves him, and all he
he's-
does is shit on every caller.
I know, that's why I like it. I like when I like
too.
people that will never admit they're
There's
wrong.
but
It's
the
a full
producers.
commitment.
But that's the thing, though. I mean, obviously you realize it, but the producer will just give a shit call to him for them to
Oh, of
shit on
course.
them,
Dude,
and
what-
like it's
That's what radio does, though.
One of my
Radio is always
favorite-
supposed to be manipulating it for the hosts.
My
That's how
favorite
it always is.
Francesa
Oh, and they were the
moment,
only ones that didn't.
was someone called. New York was supposed to get like 2
Sure.
feet of snow, and someone called. Like,
New
hey, Mike,
report.
No, that was just the storm
report.
that we had a couple months ago. He's like, it's going to be nothing. And everyone
well,
took
I
12
guess it
hours to
did.
get home driving. No, but see, that's part of the appeal now. Because in the past, he was spot on with fucking everything. And eventually he just stopped caring, but he still acts like he's the former. I respect that kind of douchebaggery from anyone at that point. If you're remaining consistent with the entertainment value. Howard's
Yeah.
entertainment went here. He was a shock jock who now has shows on about kittens.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Francesa's been the same consistent asshole since day one.
Yeah.
And Mad Dog isn't nearly as good without him, and I like
Dude,
Chris Russo.
my old head chef, he's like, yeah. The first time I heard Russo on with Mike, he's like, I really thought he was like retarded.
Yeah, Russo doesn't, because that's the thing. And I love Evan Roberts. He doesn't have he cannot carry middays because he doesn't push back enough.
Right.
Be
He
that kind of
knows
radio
his
host,
shit, but
he
he
knows
can't.
his shit, but you have to be an arrogant scumbag to do drive time, which is why Michael K stinks, because it's boring vanilla radio. Don LaGreca's really good. I like Don.
Yeah,
Don's
Don LaGreca's
cool.
awesome.
Peter
His play-by-play
Rosenberg
is
is
great.
horrendous. Peter Rosenberg is terrible. People that listen,
He stinks on ice.
Dude, he's fucking terrible. Social social justice warrior shit all the time, doesn't know anything but talks about it. Michael K calls terrible baseball games on top of it. So he doesn't do anything well.
Well, he doesn't really call him. Like, there's like 45 seconds where
I'll be honest. I enjoy the way it is now. I enjoy the Michael K show. I do.
It's just
mostly
it's
because
vanilla.
of Don LaGreca.
LaGreca is fantastic. I know it, but it's vanilla radio that takes no chances. There's a million sports shows like it.
See, but here's the thing though. But you, like, as an avid listener of the Michael K show,
sure.
That's
I mean,
How can you deal with Rosenberg? He's so unbearably annoying. Everything he says.
he can be a little funny sometimes. That's the thing though. You don't listen though, so how do you know like what it's like right now?
I listen. I do. When Francesa's on commercials, I'll put it on because I like hearing sports talk. That's what I like listening to. It doesn't matter what it is. I listen to WFAN anytime I'm in the car. He'll tell you. Turn it on. It's the only thing in my car. And when they're on commercials, I put on there. I like listening. I openly may. I hate listen to it. We all hate listen to things and put on things that we hate sometimes just to hate it because we like feel it. Shut up.
I watch gay porn every once in a while because I hate it. You know,
hate it. That's a difference.
2019, man.
But I do like LaGreca, so I could get something out of that there. Some of the callers can be good, but everything else on ESPN Radio, I can't think of a good show on it. Fucking Trey and Wingo and Goldberg.
Dude, you don't like fucking Rothenberg, Canty, and fucking what's his name?
That I haven't heard enough of.
That show's fucking good, man.
That's what time are they on? They're on.
They're in the afternoon. They're like
no idea what you're talking about.
If you think I'm listening to them over Joe and Evan, you're out of your mind. I would much rather listen to Joe and Evan.
Listen, and talking from someone who I don't really like Joe Beningo all that much. I like kind of this.
Joe and Evan is the best midday sports show on radio, and it's not even close.
It's just because I think Evan Roberts is
He's amazing.
He's a prodigy. He's a prodigy in sports radio.
Ridiculous.
He was in Private Parts when he was a kid.
Dude,
Evan Roberts.
Really?
He was the kid in the back seat
show.
when they were talking about moving because of the black kids in town. He said, "We don't call." You know what scene I'm talking about? Where Howard's half black too. He's the kid in the back seat dropping a hard R.
Wow,
dude,
that's Evan Roberts.
No bullshit.
Like
his Saturday show by himself. I just love Evan Roberts.
But this is why Joe and Evan specifically are like. They're both intelligent.
Don't like Joe all at all.
But this is why it works. It's like listening to fans talk rather than these fucking polished journalists and broadcasters. It's just fans bullshitting. Yeah. So and they're smart.
Kind of like our sports show.
Yeah, that's it. Boys, if you want to take one more shot, we actually have to wrap up. I got to get home.
No, I agree.
I'm fucking beat.
I'm good on the shots, dude. I'm hammered. Everything's fine.
I'm hammered. So wrap it up.
Anymore.
Close out your show how you want to go.
How many hours what are we at?
We're like literally about to hit 3 hours. So
wow.
Are you serious, dude? It feels like it's been 45 minutes.
Yeah,
45 minutes felt like 3 hours.
Yeah, you fucking cunts do like an hour. It's embarrassing.
You gotta do your song real quick. So I'll end it real quick. It only takes another minute.
Do a song.
DJ, spin it.
Slip piece.
All right, so you watch it, listen, fucking sucks, right?
So come over into the Shots for Legs podcast.
Nah, dude, it's casual.
Where you can get bukkake too.
Everything's casual, right?
Doc with me.
Everything's casual.
Doc with Fudge. And put it in Finn's shitter.
Yeah.
This is the hashtag Shots for Legs podcast.
Yeah.
So come over into the Shots for Legs podcast.
That's like your opinion, man.
And you can see more hot sodomy on youwatchilisten.com.
No, I ain't saying no hard R. It's fine. Apparently I'm fat.
Cunt.
Cunt.